Woohoojin's back.
Back! We're back! I'm back! Update title, Underpeel Grand Finals. My goodness.
Staying Pinflesh, don't worry. Am I double talking over Woohoojin's stream?
All right. Now we're officially a watch party streamer, so let
I
me...
hear myself. Oh my god.
Bam. And now let me move my banana a bit. Look at this, chat. I'm a watch party streamer.
He's sitting right next to me. I'm watching the. It's a watch party Inception.
Oh, look at this. These animations. Shouldn't you make another channel? Make that the Underpeel chat? Why?
I'm not running OBS, so I can't see it on my. I gotta pull up the Underpeel.
That's complicated.
So I actually see what's going on. True, you're so right.
I'm gonna start the prediction for the first game.
So smart. Boom, boom, boom. Mods, I don't know. I'm too big and famous. Woohoojin, can you run the prediction for map 1?
Who are you guys betting on?
So that we can.
I'm going on TRX. I'm going on TRX.
Gambling.
I think Cesora is unfairly good, and he will single-handedly shit on every diamond player on Carbon Under Pressure.
The teams are up, chat. Look at them go.
That's my take.
The Underpeel with the little tinfoil Rex bump. Let's go.
I'm gonna mute this annoying Underpeel broadcaster for now. This is the Hooge watch party. If you guys want to hear the Underpeel broadcaster, you go to the Underpeel stream. What should we do as our pregame? The games aren't for like another 40-ish minutes. We play chess. Whose YouTube chat's on? Oh, good comms. Good comms. Let me fix that. Good YouTube chat. I guess because the stream restarted. Yep. Who knows what they're talking about over there? Not me, and I will never know. I've learned. If you read YouTube chat, you get sad. All right, all right. Play some chess. Who wants to play? Who wants to play? This is the watch party stream. Twitch has more than enough for Hooge. It is. It is. And even right now, Twitch chat's disabled. Ooh, a little Scandi. Bet. So normally, it takes here, there, and then you play here. So let's just take our tempo. Let's not try to hold on to this pawn. Interesting. I'm down for this. Develop with tempo. Now he can't really take it because my queen is... I love developing with tempo. That's my shit. Okay. I mean, I'm down. Because if we queen trade, then I get to move my knight out. And I'll just have a huge lead in development. And their queen side just looks really weak. Okay. I mean, this does not bother me. Do I just play h3? I'm down. I'm expecting like queen g6 or something. Because this guy's just trying to keep hitting my pawn and be annoying. But like, I'm just gonna develop. I just don't want to give him this line for too long. Oh, okay. Sure. So I'll just move my knight over, and now we're threatening bishop d3 with tempo. What's up with this queen only nonsense? Also, I also could have just got here actually. Okay. This guy's gonna be so much tempo, no? Like, I'm fully developed. And he just hung a bishop. I mean, that's sort of like part of the course. Is there anything else hanging that's better? Not really. Get the bishop. I mean, this was expected because I had such a lead in development that something like this is like bound to happen. But now he's just not even thinking. He's moving with no thought. Take that. Honestly, I'm down to just trade pieces off. My rook on this open file. I don't care about that one pawn. This check is annoying because now he can't even castle. Yep. Another open file. Honestly, bishop takes f2 just allows me to play rook e2 at tempo to set up king. Now I have check. Okay, that makes things simple for me. We'll just play check. We will take. Let's come here. Up to this square. What about rook? Are you learning how the pieces move right now? Okay. If we take this square away, the king, then I'm threatening mate in 1, right? Set the mating net. Oh, it's not mating. My fucking knight would be hanging. You're threatening mate in 1. Close call. Still, oh, it opens up this square. So I'll just take that bishop. Boom, boom, boom. And now we have this mate because the knight defends. Who's next? Alzanaz. Karo Khan. Boom, 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 boom. How much Karo Khan theory does this individual know? Probably more than me. Oh, actually, I think that's inaccurate. That is definitely inaccurate. Like, there's no way it's correct to have only one piece developed on move 6. Undermining my guy. Takes. Yeah, take. And I want to worm a piece onto that square. And a bishop would be really nice to get there. I'm kind of down to castle and push my F pawn like a psycho. Oh. Yeah, so if I take, and then yoink here and castle, I quite like my position. It simplifies a lot. And I just have this huge... And now I'm actually down to push my F pawn for sure. Because a weakening move like that is way less concerning. Okay. Let's get this check in. Because if I let him take immediately, then I'm gonna have to give up this file. And now we come here. Wow. A pre-move, huh? Okay. I can actually... If I defend this way, yeah, it pressures the trade, and my knight can move backwards. Magnus Carlsen will teach you that the knight can actually move backwards. Kind of difficult to see those moves. And here, if he like defends, then I just take, and I don't care if he takes the knight because my bishop will fall back. I'm up 3. Ascent upon. Yeah. This square looks giga juicy. First, I want to play knight check if he doesn't do anything to stop it, because it's going to force his king over here. Oh, okay. So he can play king here now. I'm trying to force his king onto the back rank to sort of block his own rooks. Because right now his rooks are connected. But unfortunately, we don't get to do that here. But this is still good. And now I have like this unapproachable bishop. I want to trade off the last minor piece because this knight could like worm its way onto a square where it could target my bishop. I feel like I did this. If we trade the knights off, then my bishop is just unchallengeable. And I should just win. Okay. I don't mind this. Like at the end of the day, if he takes my bishop, I can just put a knight there. So let's press the issue. Do you really want to take my bishop? They do that. I think I'll take this pawn. Give me a numbers advantage on both sides of the board. If I took this pawn, it's like I already had a numbers advantage. Okay, hit the rook. Not sure why we played rook there. I used it to move it again. Probably like rook c f8. That doesn't even feel good. Oh. So takes. I'm just up a pawn. I don't win like a rook or anything, but hey, this is still good. Oh, I am gonna drop a pawn, aren't I? Oh, actually, I can just. Hey, let's keep my knight there. What's he gonna do about that? Yay. Rook on the 7th. Chess players will know this as a massive advantage. And now I'm going to get to force the rook trade. And that's going to be all she wrote. Boom, 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 boom. Boom! Boom! Who's next? Anonymous. Sicilian. Is the Nidorf? I forget my knight f6, right? Whoa! Nah, fuck this guy. He's disrespecting me. Delayed knight f6. This is disrespectful. I'm going for the kill. This is disrespectful. Oh, bet. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Believe I just want to push. But if I push, he plays g6. I play h7. He plays king here. No, that has to be good. That has to be good because I've got bishop h6. That has to be good. I'm just trying to punish this slow development from my opponent because he played this queen move earlier. This has to be good. Did this knight. Kind of awkward for me to progress here. Actually, I can take this, right? think. Do I want to trade my light square bishop off? I feel like I just want to blow everything open. Ready to take. Defend it a second time. Maybe I should have pushed pawn. Oh, but now I can play like f4. They feel really cramped over here. I'm trying to bust through in some way. I have to be careful because if I push e5, I open up this, which can be messy, but it's not that bad. My queen defends. And I want to open up this position because the black king has to be vulnerable here. Has to be. How do I open this shit up, man? Let's keep putting attackers on the knight. I missed that. I missed that. I missed my rook was hanging. Ooh. A mistake. Yeah, now I'm losing. Unfortunate. Ooh, yeah, it's annoying. Just gonna take this bad boy. I can't even take that pawn. I guess resignable. But I think it was a mistake to push. Okay, I'm slightly winning. Oh God. Oh my God, it's so laggy. It's like using my whole GPU or some shit. Turn it off. What the hell? Request computer analysis. You need to account it. How do I tell it not to use my entire GPU? 7 megabytes? Is that? Oh, no, it's still I'm chugging. Turn that off. Holy cow. You should play 5D chess. I'm familiar. I've played it. So you wouldn't get my first impressions. Chess.com is better. Oh, bet. I need an excuse to ban this guy. He's already got 5 accounts, chat. Yeah, let me use the closed source, non-free website that makes you pay for features that Lichess gives you for free. Why banned for saying chess.com better? Because the guy has 5 accounts. I need an excuse to ban them. I have to slowly whittle them out. He has 5 tier 3 subbed accounts on my server. All right. I use the bathroom. I'll be right back, chat. I'm turning on the Underpeel stream audio. 4 tier 3s, 1 tier 1. Oh, there you go. I gotta get him down to 1 account, and then we'll go to just normal like 10-minute timeouts.
All right, welcome back, you all. We are here. I heard through the grapevine that Woohoojin's turned me back on the main broadcast. So hello, Woohoojin viewers. What's up? We're gonna go because we're gonna go through the bracket one more time to introduce you to the teams, kind of get you familiar with the storylines that are coming up. And I see the teams are getting assembled right now. So we will be doing map selection right after that. So we're going to pull up our bracket so we can run through these two opposite teams that are going to be facing off against each other in the grand finals. At the top of the bracket, the team coming in with the advantage here, who will be getting 2 map bans to start for their advantage for making it through the upper finals, is Tinfoil Rex, who are the golden team. They can do no wrong, chat. They're undefeated heading into this grand finals. They haven't dropped a single map yet in the entire series. They've had some tough challenges. Both K19 in the knockout round and It's All Yoru put up good fights. A 13-10 victory against K19 in the knockout round. A 13-11 victory in the upper quarters against the It's All Yoru team.
Who is 3 IQ?
Lotus,
at this point, I feel like I should
Rex
just ban them.
Managed to clutch it out
because I just get more money.
And make it
They've
to
proven
upper
that they're willing to just keep giving me tier 3s, you know?
Top teams from Group B, Exalted Gods only, but they dealt with them quickly, chat. And then, in fact, they faced off against our other finals, Carbon Under Pressure, in the upper finals last weekend. And
Infinite
I'm gonna
money
be honest,
place,
it wasn't
right?
close. It wasn't close the first time we watched these two teams play against each other. Tinfoil Rex came in with a better
Roundhouse
game
kick.
plan,
They were the tier
and they
3.
stomped 2-0. And Icebox especially was not close. It was a 13-2 win on that second map to give them their
Who's
grand
is
final
realer
spot.
for Pen Flash
Tinfoil
fans
Rex
compared to
marched
Pen Flash
through the upper
himself?
bracket
True. Pen Flash
in
is dead ass
clean,
ignoring you guys.
undefeated fashion to the grand final.
He's just talking about the bracket.
On the other side, we have Carbon Under Pressure, the all diamond squad who have turned themselves into diamonds in this playoffs. They actually came into
it's
the
weird. He has
playoffs
like 5 phone numbers.
as
I
one of the
believe the
lowest
current
seeds in
lore
the
is he
entire
works for
tournament.
T-Mobile.
And they had to play in the play-in. They had
That's
to
the
earn their
current
spot
lore.
to even be in the bracket, chat. But they managed to defeat Team X, our former Season 1 champions, Team X, in the play-in series. Then in the knockout round, they went against their group's leader, the 3rd seed overall, Nibs and Knobs, and won that game in the knockout round.
The first time we're seeing 1,600
Then
subs?
in
No, we saw
upper
it last
quarters,
night.
They beat Group B rival Cat Girls for Life. And finally, in an
The
absolute
watch
slobber
party
knockers in the
era
upper
is upon
semifinals,
us.
they defeated the 2 seed overall 100B 16-14
This is the perfect
on Lotus
warm-up before
in
the tier
order
1
to
watch party.
gain the upper final spot. But
This is
again,
honestly better than the tier 1
they
games
faltered
because it's members of our community.
on the upper finals, but they redeemed themselves
So we
in the
know
lower
all of
finals.
them.
They went up against the #1 player in the entire playoffs, Frogfurter,
Mute Pen Flash a
yesterday
bit.
in the lower finals.
Reminder, if this looks really exciting to you, this is the Underpeel Season 3. Season 4 will be opening soon for registration. You won't miss it. In my stream title, there will be a command for about a month, like ! Underpeel Season 4, while registration is open. So if you want to compete in this type of well-structured tournament, then sign up. You don't need to bring a team. We have like open player sign-up forms so you can find a team. They're relatively balanced. All ELOs can participate and perform. And if you make it to the finals, you get professional casters. But even if you're not in the finals, a large majority of these games were streamed and casted by Pen Flash and observed. So it's cool. Like some of the teams made their own like hype montages. You players joined. There is an EU league, yes. But it's not streamed as far as I'm aware, not yet. Time zones. They suck. Alex, do you think the prime?
Momentarily.
Oh my god, the points are on TRX by a mile. Holy. Just tier 3s or everyone? It's just tier 3s.
Let me see. I'm gonna have to go to the stream
expensive
chat.
to run this. Think of it as like a entry fee to play in a tournament, which is super normal. Like, look, this is custom artwork for a bracket. This is just the upper bracket. It gets updated frequently. There's the lower bracket artwork. We have an observer, casters. We do stats. Like, there's all sorts of work that goes into it. So it cannot be a free event. Anybody who has questions about the Underpeel, don't direct them to me. Direct them towards Penflash once the Underpeel Season 4 registration is announced. Okay? If I'm going to start timing people out who ask questions about Season 4 and how it works and whatnot, because I don't know. I don't manage the league. I'm advertising for it, but I'm not the guy to ask.
Look at
map
this. Picks and bans chat. It's picks and bans time.
Yeah, that's right. We have picks and bans.
So, because this is the grand finals and Tinfoil Rex made it through the upper bracket, they are going to have a bit of an advantage here in the picks and bans section. They are going to be allowed to pick, or they are going to be banning the first 2 maps in our series, and then we will continue on normal going forward. And it looks like our first 2 bans are in.
Oh my god,
Rex
are those ban animations?
Decided to ban Split and Bind.
Is this one small fruit streamer
in this
matching production of VCT right now?
So now Carbon Under Pressure, Captain Tress, go ahead and select
no shot, right?
what will be the first map of our grand finals.
By the way, if you want to watch without me, go to twitch.tv/underpeel and you'll watch without the
Lotus.
annoying banana
Lotus,
talking over it.
selected by Carbon Under Pressure, has been a huge map for them. They won it yesterday in the lower finals. They defeated the second seeded 100 Bs on Lotus as well. So
Icebox
Lotus,
map
the pocket
too?
pick of Carbon Under Pressure. All right, and Tinfoil Rex pick Icebox. Icebox again.
Think there'll be less tech pauses here though? Even better.
Carbon Under Pressure.
We said the game started at 11. You know what that means at the Underpeel? It means the game starts at 11. Yeah, I'm not joking. We already did all the sound checks and everything.
Carbon
we made sure everyone's in. The game is starting at 11,
what is your
chat.
ban
on time.
We ban Breeze. Breeze off the table. So Breeze has been vetoed, has been banned from the pool.
No, we've literally told teams that if they don't have their whole team at like start time, then they'll play down a man. Tough.
And Ascent
show up on time
to figure out what the final map is going to be. Ban Sunset. Sunset has been banned.
Those Keg and Kremer? That's
map
right.
in this series will be Ascent.
Ew, Sunset ban?
So the ban comes in. Sunset is out. Ascent is in. And so this is our map pool, chat. Going into the grand finals, we will be seeing Carbon Under Pressure's map pick of Lotus. Then map 2 will be Icebox. And then if we make it to map 3, we're going to be seeing Ascent. So these are the maps of grand finals.
Damn. Map pick ban animations.
It's going to be a banger. I'm going to go for about 5 minutes. Make sure the teams are set up and ready to go in the party. That we are getting ready to go. Don't go anywhere. Grand finals coming at you in about 5 minutes, chat.
5 minutes. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll start playing my own music. I feel like they're lacking in the hype music department between matches. It's a bit quiet. Zendikar's got to work on his audio balance. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He heard you. He probably has my stream off. Wait, this is sick. We get to see all the players' names, their main role, their KD. This is sick. Whoa, Lil Bro is dropping a positive KD. Lil Bro Stewart.
Ariana Grande.
Oh. Do the casters know they're live right now?
No, they're not on yet.
Do the casters know
I
that?
am the world's greatest singer. Production is complimenting my singing out of the wazoo. Honestly, I think I might be the new Elton John.
Do the casters know that they're live?
You know, what does Elton John say? Hold me closer, tiny
The-
dancer.
Keg wanted to sing for the hype music. Oh.
Do I have the free mic? I mean, sometimes in songs you just have like people say like monologues that don't really make much sense. It is currently 10:51 a.m.
You know, this guy casted the
It has been a long
VCT
week.
Challengers qualifiers.
and I just want to sing.
And now he's casting the UNDERPEEL finals as a talking fruit.
Like Rocky Balboa, I do this.
Zendikar, we
because
gotta
I
lower the
can't
music.
Sing or dance.
And we gotta up
And
the
let me
Discord,
tell
guys.
you,
I'm
I've
on max
tried.
audio.
I'm just a poor apple. Well, mic's not loud enough. Sorry, I'm eating a burrito. Oh, we can turn it up.
Yeah, I think you need to bump it up like 5 decibels, Zendikar, across the board. It's better if viewers have
I
to,
mean, you should hear some
dial
of the
this
things
to
we
like
talked about with
60%.
Casters in the pre-show.
because then they can always bring it up
Honestly, most of it's
more.
about the food that we eat and our distaste for Ascent. But you know, that's map 3, so I can't say much about it. I will say though, if you guys are looking for some interesting recipes, and this is part
It's
of the
possible
song,
bump more.
the
Yeah,
weird
like an
monologue, right?
OBS.
What am I eating? I think that was just a burrito.
Like an OBS, you can bump
I
the
don't know if I'm
audio
allowed
up.
to mention like restaurants or anything on the stream. I'm assuming it's not as strict as VCT. Yeah, I mean, look, if you live next to like a Taco Bell, you go on the app, you have like $6, you can get like 3 meals worth of tacos. The Baja Blast is actually goated.
This guy's just advertising for Taco Bell on
Oh, what
my
was I gonna talk
stream.
about? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, some cool recipes in case you're interested. Baja Blast, dude. Of course, I got the Baja Blast. I got the large one, and then I may have committed a crime when I was at Taco Bell chat.
A crime.
A
What?
crime. So, you know how Taco Bell workers like they're overworked, underpaid, and they just don't care.
Mhm.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service for making food.
I genuinely thought that was just Americans when I got here.
Oh yeah, I mean it is. But I brought my backpack in, and so the way the formation of the building is that the workers can't see you filling up your drink. So I took
Mhm.
my largest water bottle that's not my gallon one, which I call Big Boy.
Mhm.
Big Boy's right here. But my second smallest one, or my second largest one, and I filled that all the way up with Baja Blast.
He looks.
I feel like I need a translation, Keg.
The fact that he's an
What
apple
is a
makes the
Baja
story so
Blast?
much funnier.
Okay, so like, what's the best way to describe it? Have you ever had McDonald's Sprite?
Yeah.
Is there McDonald's in not US land?
Yes, there's McDonald's in the UK. There's only one though, actually. Everyone from the UK has
One
to,
in the
like,
whole
just
UK?
coalesce together to get the one McDonald's in England.
Is the line like 4 miles long at all times?
It's the sole reason there's traffic in London.
Oh, sorry,
It's
4
because of the one
kilometers.
McDonald's. Yeah.
Grand Theft Baja? Of course, I do it every day. That's crazy though. So it's like that, but
I'm just
imagine
gonna
it
let
being
them run
green.
this. I'll start reacting when the
But
games
know-
imagine it
begin.
being green.
You know, it's one of those flavors that like you drink it, and I honestly can't tell you after I drink it what it tastes like. You know, so okay,
Surely that's not good though.
this is like such a privileged thing to say, right? But like I live in California, so like you know when there's like new items or like they're testing stuff, you know it happens at like at our Taco Bells, right? So
Mhm.
they had the Baja Blast gelato here for a little bit.
Right.
I missed out on
That
it.
sounds just as rancid, man.
Rancid? Well, Rancid's my middle name, dude. Wait till my core starts rotting. But
you know what?
what's
On the
up?
topic of crimes as well,
Yeah.
Penflash and Hooge have decided to do a funny, and they've turned me from a pineapple into a watermelon.
Yeah,
But
that's Cairo.
I know I've put on weight since I've got to America, but this is just taking the piss.
Is this what happens when because you have so much
I did not
what's it
do
called, like
that.
high
This
fructose
is
corn syrup or
Zendikar.
whatever in your body now? You've lost your prickly pines of the pineapple, and now you're just like.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I've been here for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months now, and I think I'm at least 5% plastic.
Oh yeah, true. Wait till the microplastics start going to your brain, then it gets really fun.
Do you see things in plastic now?
Yeah,
Like,
you go from being a
everything's just some weird
commentator to a
silicone
coach.
Dystopia, yeah.
Wait, what
I
was
was
I? What's up?
Oh, I was saying, Keg, it's been a while since we've been here on air together. I mean,
Yeah.
last time we were, was it season 2 of UNDERPEEL?
Yes, it was most of it, and then we were
Yeah.
supposed to come back. What was it? 3 weeks ago for a last minute cast, and neither one of us could make it.
Don't tell Hooch, but that is because we don't like him very much. It isn't because we were
I mean,
unavailable.
speak for yourself. Look, I bought a bunch of bananas yesterday. Don't tell Hooch this, but they make a great yogurt smoothie.
You're definitely wanted by like the Hague for various war
What
crimes
is
against
that?
Fruit Man.
It sounds like a witch coven.
The Hague?
Are they
It's the,
performing spells
it's-
on me?
It's the International Court. That's where it's based.
I thought that was Interpol.
Interpol needs an HQ.
What? I thought that was like a police force.
What?
I don't
Keg?
know. What? You watch James Bond, they're like, oh, he's wanted by Interpol. I thought that was like an elite group of policemen.
No, that's just European police.
Well, see, I was right.
Yeah, but the Hague is for like international criminals.
I thought that was Interpol. I thought they were the same thing.
Day by day, my faith in the American education system just diminishes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
So
too far from the
slowly
truth.
but surely.
And I come from one of the better public schools too. Like Rhode Island's pretty good. Now there are some other states that are not as good.
Okay, it's my turn to say something that's going to sound really stupid now.
Oh,
Staten Island and Long Island are the same thing, aren't they?
I don't think they are. They're both in New York.
Right.
No
There's a lot
shot.
of
These
islands.
guys
It's in New
don't.
York and it's not in the
Okay,
city.
they're-
Does it matter?
Kegs from the
Eh,
West Coast.
I mean, there's Long Island, there's Coney Island,
those-
there's Ellis Island.
We've been corrected very quickly in the chat. No, it's
called
absolutely not.
Staten Island and Rhode
Oh, it's
Island
not?
or Long Island the same
The
thing.
Hague is referring to the ICC as in the court of law, not a policing group. I don't know, man. I'm not planning on getting arrested anytime soon.
You will
Maybe
if
in a
you
few
keep
years,
slaughtering
yes.
apples by the dozen.
I mean, I did drink the blood of my brethren to get on here. I have my apple juice.
It's insane to me that Hooge lets this like continue within his employ.
Well, I mean, this is just free content.
For free content. You get a live leak, like pressing of an apple to get some like pure
Oh.
apple juice.
Rest in peace, Live Leak, dude.
That,
What the fuck?
That got me through my early high
21st
school.
century.
Oh, geez, that is a rabbit hole to go down, huh?
I pay them
is a
ahead of
rabbit
time,
hole.
chat, so they feel
for me,
comfortable
I feel
being
like the
really
discovery of
goofy.
Live leak for anyone between the ages of like
I
bear in
can't
mind,
withhold
it's
their
quite old
payment.
now, between the ages of
And
like
look,
18
they're
to 25.
so loose.
That was like your coming of age to realize the internet is actually a really dark place. Is
Yeah.
discovering that website.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. Does that mean at some point during this series we should just yell World Star?
Yo, I'm pretty sure the game's gonna start in
Yeah,
1
your
minute,
age, showing
Jack.
our age.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, I also believe TRX is starting on the defense of Lotus, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. So, Hooge, I do apologize. Keg, it really has been too long.
Oh geez.
So,
Do I look
Keg,
like a banana to you?
yeah, all fruit looks the same, man.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, really showing your
looks
true
the
watermelon
same?
season.
I know.
Damn, okay.
Kremer, I didn't realize you was like
Icebox,
that.
then Ascent. I'm going to put you on the spot straight away, Keg.
I'm ready.
Do you actually see this going to Ascent, or do you think
No.
this is going to be a series of 2 maps?
Now, the only reason why I say no is because I don't want to cast Ascent. I'm gonna be completely honest
You
with
don't
you.
want to cast Ascent?
The-
What do you mean?
Krem,
It's an easy
this-
map to cast.
This is American Ascent.
I've been screaming against American Ascent. It's just like every other Ascent.
Let me guess. Okay.
Ascent is really one-dimensional.
Hey, we're the world champs.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to cast it.
We're the world
Every game in
champs.
America will go because no team knows how to win attacking sides still. So it's gonna go 25-25.
Didn't you say
Only
loud?
defender teams will win, and then we will be here all day. And then we go to Woohoojin and be like, oh, pay us hourly.
We actually should do that, to be honest. I'm surprised we haven't already. Do you reckon, hey, Pen, do you want to unionize?
Oh, jeez.
Chat, I paid them so well. I
It's
paid them
unionized.
so
I mean,
well.
I mean, I'm
What are
pro
they-
union. Don't get me wrong, but I've heard casters trying to form unions, and it's like, oh boy.
Yeah,
Oof, good luck.
it's not gone well. Actually, you know what? Now I'm not casting that much anymore. I could probably talk about this. In Europe, back when there was a period in another esport where there were a lot of tier 2 events going on.
Tech
and
pause?
every tier 2 caster sort of doing them. Bear in mind, we were casting quite frequently with
What
these
the
tournaments.
fuck?
We all made ourselves a little union. And there was about 20 of us, 20 casters, all doing tier 2 casting. And we all decided,
Lil
right,
Bro
we'll unionize,
Stewart is
get a
on
bit,
thin ice.
We should be paid
Thin
a bit more. We're
ice.
casting 4 best of 3s a day.
How do we not notice
exactly.
that until
And so we all
11:02?
unionized, and it was great and all that, and it actually worked. We actually did get a little bit more, and it made doing it possible. It
One
wasn't so
week
much for
ban
pay,
from the
it was more
in-houses
so
for Lil
we
Bro
wouldn't
Stewart
cast
after
4
this.
best of 3s
Unacceptable.
a day, because that's how you give yourself
He should have booted up
pleurisy,
Valorant
and pleurisy
30
sucks.
minutes ahead of time.
What is pleurisy?
It's where you bruise the inside of your lung, so when you
What?
breathe in, the bruise presses against your rib cage, and it feels like you're getting stabbed every time,
Penalize
you,
the player.
every time you breathe in. Yeah, I
That
had
is
for 2
not
days.
a real
It
disease.
sucked. It's not a disease, it's just something that happens. It sucks, though. What happened was the year
Every
ended,
game
and
the
they
season
announced the next
started
series
on
of
time,
tournaments,
and you're telling me the
everyone went, "Hey,
grand
we got work
finals
next year.
doesn't?
Awesome, employee. We love being employed."
What the hell?
Every single person who was in
I
the
was
union
bragging
replaced.
about
Every
it.
single one by like 2.
Yep. That sounds about right.
Yeah. So unions, unfortunately, in a freelance world, do not work.
Hey, they work in Hollywood. We're making it work.
Yeah, but I feel like Hollywood is a bit more public facing than casters are.
Well, the difference is like, you know, without actors and stuff, you don't have a product. Without casters,
Well, now we're just
you
like
know,
VCT.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm happy to be here. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh, you know.
I mean, yeah, but anyone can sit in front of a microphone and talk out their ass. Look at Hooj. I'm sorry that just came out. Hooj.
That is facts. I've been saying that for a
I'll
year.
take his day,
And
right?
everyone's like, Hood, you're so smart. And I'm like, I'm just
No one's
fucking
touching,
making
brother.
shit up.
No, that's not true. Hooch pays us very well, but I mean, all things considered, right? Commentating is such an interesting facet of
Look, I'm
entertainment, 'cause
a
it's so-
fan
it's
of
completely
publicly
topsy-turvy and
known
everything else,
salaries,
right?
chat.
Like,
Mhm.
I think since
They are
last
getting
time
paid
you and I casted together,
$300
we're doing more,
each
like, Hollywood
for
stuff,
this
like
best of
commercials
3.
in like the Grammys and stuff, right?
Okay, all right, we get it. You're a big deal. That was quite a
I
smooth
wish,
flex,
I
actually.
wish.
You worked that in really quickly as well. We're in
Thank
our first
you.
tech pause.
Thank you. But it's like, you know, seeing the whole opposite end of the spectrum. It's like, oh, huh. Everything that's like
Pen
so
Flash
hard
is
to
being
get
paid
in casting
$200
esports
for
is, like,
observing.
Really easy in,
Zendikar's
like,
being
acting
paid
or whatever,
$200
general
for
entertainment.
production.
And then the things that are really easy in casting is like impossible on that side. It's like
So this
completely
the grand
reversed.
finals is a
No, absolutely, man.
About
I see people saying the union I was
$1,000.
referring to was the VCT one. It's not. I had no
Who's your
influence in
def
that.
over budget this month
it
for
was a
art?
completely different esports. I don't want to don't
Is
want to
it,
throw shade on
I feel
anyone
like that's
within-
something you should be telling me
Is it what I think it
before we
is?
go over
Yes.
budget.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck?
there aren't many esports with consistent tier 2 tournaments. Let's be honest.
That's true. Yeah. I was like, is it the only one I can think
It's
of?
the only other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we?
I'm
mention
slapping
the
it
other
on
games?
next month.
Is that something we can do on this?
I don't. I think we can.
Okay,
I-
all right, yeah. If there's a
Okay.
tier 1 Counter-Strike caster, you need to give them some love because they slogged through years of tier 2.
But don't I like?
And tier 2 is a hellscape with a Counter-Strike.
But
It
if I
is-
need art
it's
next
pretty
month,
bad.
thought
I
you were
guess
talking
we're
about
just
Super
paying
Animal Royale,
debts
but-
to the
I
month
was
of
talking about Super
February.
Animal Royale. I was going to try and play it off and say it was Counter-Strike, but way to give up the fun
Oh,
there.
my
We're in
bad.
art
Sorry, I
debt?
revealed your tricks too early, magician.
You won't need that much
Yeah,
art.
it's- it's
Nuda
okay,
out of
I
nowhere, I
believe
needed
we,
art for every
hopefully get towards the
VCT
end of this
team
tech
in
pause
North
fairly
America.
shortly.
I mean,
What's
You
happened
never
this
know
year
when I
is-
need art.
Do you remember when we first did Underpeel season 1?
There's not
and
much
Hooj was
art
sort
in
of
March, but
pitching
we're
the
going
idea
to
us?
Madrid in
And
March.
something he said
I'm going
we
to
wanted it
Madrid.
be as close to VCT
On
as
vacation.
can
I
be.
know. I was gonna.
And so
We
this
have
tech
2 other
delay
artists.
isn't actually a tech pause. It's just we want to be close to VCT.
And
so here's
there's a
the,
spectrum.
Exactly.
So like NA is probably on the left side of the spectrum, and then Pacific's on the right end of the spectrum, and like
Yeah.
U's
He's
in the middle.
booting
I
up
think we're trying
Valorant
to
now.
be in between NA and
You know what?
EU
Better
right now.
updates than VCT
I just don't want to
Pacific.
fall in the Pacific territory.
Better updates than VCT
You know what, for the
Pacific.
Pacific territory? Well, here's the thing: an EU pause is I've never.
It's not going to be that much money. Who's? Oh,
Yeah, it's
who
fun.
cares?
Let's just
Why are you
leak
even
stuff.
telling me?
I've never seen teams get more warnings than the Pacific and European teams.
Shoot me, they were the tier
Really?
3.
Like, American teams.
Look,
are really
Shumi's covering
well-behaved
some of the art
comparatively.
fees.
Like the worst thing I've seen an American team do is show up late.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
Oh
But,
yeah,
like,
that's all of them.
Pacific teams have been given, quite a few warnings.
You guys hear that?
What are they doing? Like, are they getting clutches and standing on the tables?
boom!
Oh, hey, a game! Wow.
Aha! I don't have to leak specifics. You got a game.
Very nice, very nice. The stall is over. Welcome back, everybody, to Underpeel. It's the finals for Season 3. My name is Keg, and I'm joined by Kramer here. Kramer, you've changed a lot. I mean, you're a completely different fruit now from the last time you and I were
Yeah.
together, but you kind of, casting, still a thing that you do a little bit, but more
I
so
could
you're
lower their volume a bit.
pushing
If you want to just watch the casters, reminder, go to twitch.tv/underpeel. You're on twitch.tv/Woohoojin right now, which means you're getting me reacting to them. I'm like watch party them. So if you just want the casters, you go there, Underpeel. You got it? Because look at me. You can't even hear the casters right now. How annoying is that? If this is annoying you, go to twitch.tv/Underpeel. Because I will frequently be doing this, where I lower their volume and I talk about whatever I want to talk about. Anyways, right now I want to listen to them.
Teleporting back. He doesn't even have to get a kill. It's just the threat of the chamber being there is so worrying.
Okay. And so my question for you is, how do you feel about the Sky pick, given her recent nerfs? Because I think Gecko's really
Yeah.
making a predominance now.
Sky solo initiator
going
honestly
in.
isn't too bad.
I'm going to close the
It
prediction.
can be done, but it puts a lot of pressure on the Sky to use their utility like bang on. My worry for especially for sort of Sky solo initiator is it can be played very badly.
I feel like
very
Sora is
easily.
going to clear, man.
If you're caught with that
Wait,
flash
Laugh
down,
Effects is on an actual lurking
like,
agent?
outside of the dog, but even then, like,
Wait.
it's hard to wield.
I think it just requires so much more game sense now to find value out of her.
Wait,
flashes.
he's
Like, you
playing
have to know the
Cypher.
Perfect timing. Like, you can't use her flashes really mid-round anymore. Like, you either have to dedicate it super early round.
Okay.
Or super,
Oh
like,
my
post-fight
God, look at the
retake
top
round.
left.
So it's so hard to... Well, I guess you have like the Trailblazer, but
It
in terms of
shows
the
current
flashes in
map, next
general,
map,
that's
and-
gonna be so difficult.
What is this production?
No, you're absolutely right. However, going into the pistol round, it looks like it is going to be a fairly standard push onto A, run into Killjoy setup, and see if CUP, are we calling them CUP? Or are we
They
calling them
buy
Feeling
Cesora.
Keg?
They bought him up.
Ooh. I like CUP.
You like CUP?
Because I really do, Kramer.
Okay.
Their map should say Decider.
That's fine. Like,
You're right.
it's so not fine.
L production.
For the start, it's going to be fairly early control outside of A. Fast rotation from the Omen should be there to support them, but it's really going to be on this Killjoy to be tested. For
Yeah,
the
there'd be no
defensive.
logo because it's not like a
Especially with
TRX
Hobbit
pick.
close, it's going to be quite hard to make a fast rotation. They've heard the setup. It's popped fairly early on. Still a good bit of time on the clock here. A lot of ground gained for CUP without much fighting back.
Oh, though, early dark cover comes down. Still, Tinfoil Rex taking their time.
These professional
Pressure out,
casters?
waiting
Yes.
for that first initiation
They
point.
casted
Not the
the
case, though.
VCT.
Look at this
Oh,
orb.
Keg, the
Two
Apple.
chickens
He
up by
casted the
Lob, not quite
VCT
the case.
Challengers
Just
qualifiers.
looking for distance
That
over
happened a
the
couple
C-side
weeks
to
ago.
Pivot back over for the entirety of CUP.
Yeah, and look how well the chamber was. Chamber because the Cypher's done on the lurk. Already out on C. Was able to get the timing on the race, but it doesn't matter. The rest of CUP
Oh,
move
God!
straight onto this A site. It's a flurry of
Facts!
kills either way. Down to the 3v3. Both the Sky and the Jet hit fairly low. Cypher on the rotation now. That lurk's come all the way through C over to B now. So much space on this map to work with. And for TRX, having seen that Cup have just given up with that A site. It's going to be a retake for
Wait,
them.
he
and
already fixed the
unfortunately
overlay?
Retaking into a fairly dug-in
How did he
opponent
fix
who
it so
already are going to have that
fast?
spike down for a good sort of 10-15 seconds before the
I didn't
retake
even
can really
notice.
kickstart.
Yeah, Lav is anti-rotate right now. Tripwire destroyed. They know about the flank. Lav, timing. 14 seconds. Lav, you have to do this perfectly. Classic in hand. The right gun buddy wields his power. Unable to do so. Malcro there to remove the Cypher. Now, the last two unknown, fairly. Forgive me on that flank. Zora and company, though, entrenched back onto the site. All that's left now is the B back site for the rest of CUP to operate off of. But already Flash comes through. Paranoia doesn't connect. Basil trying to find at least one through the smoke is good for it, but there's still two more to work with. Oh,
Damn.
The timing was just barely
Does
almost there.
Zora even need his
Good
armor?
opening round for Tinfoil Rex, and times it looked like it shouldn't have been won by them.
Yeah, it feels like if Lav
No,
was
he still
unable
has
to get
it.
that, or was able to get that first kill,
They
then
bought
the
Zora
round
that
completely
sheriff, and he
turns,
bought
right?
light
The
armor for
3v3
himself.
retake is fairly strong if you can get that first pick, because you can snowball very easily.
It's very
off the back
smart
of
of
it.
Tinfoil
But for
Rex.
CUP, it feels like once Lav was taken out, the remaining players, they stayed on site. They didn't try and isolate a 1v1, and they just got
Because
picked
Zora is
up.
like
TRX is a
their best
formidable
player by a
start.
lot.
Bearing in mind, they do go into this as heavy favorites. 1.3 million channel points actually bet on TRX to win this. So that's a lot of Muller.
Yeah, I want 1.3 million channel points.
I struggle to count to 1.3.
Me too. Even past 10, it's kind of tough, right? It was a high-low setup in the beginning there. Takeda trying to hold it down single-handedly as the semi-sentinel. Good for the snake bite. Double swing comes by and double death for both of the N3 duelists. What remains, though?
Great hold from Takeda. I really think the nade should be coming backside there. It's harder to throw, but
CUP struggling to find that entry point in, and down to just your bare essentials. It's going to be hard to find that value, especially forcing out that.
Damn!
Takeda again, just a monster in the server. Could be good for the 4K here for now. Now Crow's there to steal it away.
So one of the really heavy defensive comps I've seen has been Viper and Cypher. Seeing the Viper solo, I actually don't mind it. It means that you can be fairly aggressive on that.
Zendikar, are we going to do a
It
listen
also means
into
you can
team
trap
comms
the
at all
scene if you
during
have
this
the
stream?
lineups quite, well, at least sorted.
Because that's a
Usually you
unique
have to
thing
sort of
that
depend on the breach not being
VCT
here.
can't
That
really
Viper
do
snake bite means
mid-game.
your timing is off of the AWP tap rather than off the entrance to mount. So a little bit of a change in dynamic, but you can.
How does
trap
that work
very
for the
well with
casters? Did
Viper.
you
With the
explain to them?
Cypher, you have that
'Cause
luck
they're
capabilities.
just gonna
you
not
also
see
have that
anything, right?
anti-luck capabilities. So both teams have fairly different game plans here.
Did
I'm
you figure
surprised
it out?
TRX actually haven't tried to start off with a trap, bearing in mind that they are now against superior rifles.
Yeah, trap plays would be interesting. We did see the paint nade early on. Try to help that out just a bit. Split push though coming out from CUP.
I'll trust
They can
Zendikar
just
figure
figure
that
out
out.
that B-site doesn't necessarily have the biggest defenses in the world. They could definitely go for a pop exec.
Yeah, and this is where we see how effective the Sky can be, especially for sort of this mid-round info gather for TRX, because outside of the dog, outside of the regular flashes, you have nothing. CUP are going to be able to rotate really easily, and the way to counter that is, of course, to take space, but the Omen already going to be pushed out of position.
Dasamoto, I'll shout out your raids when they're for more than 20
Sky doesn't
viewers.
have the dog, it's already been used. It's only down to a single flash here for Stuart, and I mean, even then,
I'm not handing
it's gonna
out
be
streamer
very, very
shout-outs
difficult
for
to try
one
and
viewer
exec
raid.
onto A with 3
I
players
get so
there
many
with
of
only a
them.
single flash to work with.
Once the wall falls and it all becomes unified once more, things will become a lot
You have
more
to sort of
difficult
ignore
for
'em.
Tinfoil Rex. They back away as soon as the wall falls. Crossfire setup, of course, employed. So they're trying to find that opening pick, but of course now Hobbit's been discovered. Pivot back over
Lav
the
has
B-side,
the
though.
lurk.
Huge Stewart falls. And Lob's already made that distance back on the site as the lurk once again. But this time the KJ seems to be vaguely aware. Good for the double kill. You've lost your whole back end now. That's gigantic. And even then, Basil's there for the cleanup. All that remains now is Malcrow. What can you really do at this point? You're neural thefted against
The average rank. Carbon Under Pressure is all diamond players. TRX is like
and you see
an immortal player and then a
not
bunch of
having that,
much
that
lower
extra
rated players.
info really has there, because the Sky has already used the dog, already used one flash and B main. Once they have that final flash, it's got to be
Hey,
used
he's
to
lurking
stop
on
that
Cypher,
A-rush.
so now it's good.
And so once it's used, they just immediately pivot back. CUP, they set their gaze over to that B site. They've already got the Cypher lurking.
The average
Even
rank
though he
has to
wasn't
be
able get a kill
Diamond
on the
1,
pistol
either
round,
way.
Still has been doing great impact when it comes to space taking on these lurks. Malcrow, on the other hand,
Diamond,
looking
gold,
to make it a
silver,
little bit
immortal. Got it.
expensive for CUP. He may have done just that. Good for 3, make it 4. On for the 5th, but Lav will end it there.
My
Okay,
God.
at least.
Malcrow
My, oh
came to
my.
play. Do you think he's microdosing caffeine for this match?
No
That
worries.
was unfortunate.
Oh, good.
Don't worry about it.
We rebuy
We
up
can
into
survive.
those.
We can survive.
Yep. We're working on that.
We're getting the team comms.
They had
I should have killed him.
they had Tezra double satchel out early with the Sky Flash out here.
This is a tax
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna
team
go
Zora
around.
has a
Do
really
a C
bad
run
satchel peek. He's satcheling out with his nade out. If we can probably snipe one of this
Sierra,
guy.
you don't have
Have Lav by you. Have Lav by you.
Yeah, I can buy you. Breeze pushed up.
Flashing rebel.
Careful A.
Level. Well banded. Use Rebel still. One buddy.
We have nade. It's two.
He took down a killjoy turret mid.
one more raise there.
Raise left side.
95, nice.
Dead.
Go.
Killjoy could be anywhere. I
Splitting
took down
open.
the trip mid.
Both have usually been C. Both have
Plan
been
for main,
played
plan
C
for main.
usually.
Okay.
Playing drop,
Opening-
playing drop.
We have one
I
cage, one
put a
jet
trip
smoke.
on stairs. Yeah, I put a trip on stairs.
One smoke going heaven.
One way heaven.
We have stairs covered with a camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Then they could be flanked now.
Yeah,
Careful,
could've gone
Yes. I would hold that. You have a trip.
Shouldn't be. Shouldn't. Nice, nice.
Nice, good shots, good
Whoa!
shots.
Oh.
Nice, well played, well played. Well played.
Thanks.
Hello, hello, hello.
They're back.
I believe we're back.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So
Two and
back,
two
boys.
now.
2-2. I mean, it was a clean round from CEP. They
Bro,
just
this
go out
product
there, they
sells
take the fight, and
itself.
then it's a clean-
If you
clean
guys saw
round.
those
Actually,
comms and you went,
shots, and
what the hell?
with
I want comms like that.
2-2,
Those are
level
diamond
playing
players.
field. Remember,
They're not
this
immortals or
was
anything.
Cup's map pick. They
That's
want
just
to
the
be
power
here.
of not
However,
playing solo
TRX
queue
was
and instead
lightning
playing in
favorites with
an
this
in-house
comp.
community.
Cup's effectiveness
Join
was
us!
Really tested on
Play in
their
season
very
4.
double duelist single
Experience
initiative on the
Valorant
side.
with good
They need to
comms.
really get their rounds in now.
Oh boy.
This shit sells itself.
Good play.
The comms
There
look
it
so
is.
much
Good
better
trade.
than solo queue.
Backing away though. Now, my question for you, Krem, is how do you feel about the Cypher versus KJ on this map?
Okay, Lav, you are way too predictable,
Honestly,
dude.
I don't mind the Cypher. I don't mind the Cypher at all. Lurking becomes very easy, as we've just
Why?
seen.
How does he
The
win
issue with the
that?
KJ is once you
How
see
does he
where
win that?
once you see where they put down the setup, it
That's
can be very easy to
bullshit.
just avoid it. You have a Viper as well, so you can use it for sort of well, you have the Raze, sorry, so you can use it for sort of anti-lineups. Just deploy the Raze nade for anti-util. Same for their blast packs. All in all, setting up on C as well can be very difficult because the Raze can just blast straight to site, and once your Killjoy's been picked off, it's pretty
That
much
is
wraps
a
for aforementioned site,
criminal
as
round.
we're seeing here. Granted, the weaponry isn't great for TRX, but even then, honestly, I slightly prefer TRX's.
Stream, there is a
comp
silver
than I do
player
CEP's.
on TRX
Yeah,
in this
I really
matchup.
like the Viper wall in this map. I think it just promotes so much good lurking and so much fake wall.
Who's
util
the
with
silver player on
conditioning
TRX?
factors.
We have a
There's
Underpeel.
there's a great
I see
wall,
Amber in
which
chat.
has been
Is she on
discovered recently.
Woohoojin stream?
I don't know if we're going to see it this game, where you essentially split the rush up to A in half, and then a lot of your rounds are fought for tree control.
Oh, is that the one where it's defender wall
Takina.
from Falcon?
And Noodle is gold.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. I saw that one recently, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Noodle's gold, Takina
Yeah,
is
I was
silver.
wondering
It's
what the
really
purpose of
unique.
it is.
Oh,
It
Noodle
is
started
unique.
silver, then
However, I
ranked
haven't
up.
seen it work.
It's the times I've seen it have been used alongside the Soba, and what you'd do is you'd use the wall to force people to one side, get the Soba set up with an arrow and his Odin, and then you just spam through tree on A.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Was the Underpeel tournament for my tier 3 subscribers?
Soba on a site is a lot of fun.
We run like games
You can have your
pretty
own
much
sand
year
tree
round,
with the,
but this is
with
grand
the Odin
finals
as
for
well
season 3.
Paranoia if they try and go through door.
Season 4 is
and
starting
It's so hard to beat.
like a month
Yeah,
later,
a
I
lot of the
believe.
time you'll see that paranoia setup right outside top.
We'll have sign-ups, don't worry.
A mound. But
There's a
what's up?
certain tier 1 team at the moment. Now what they've been doing is they've been setting up an AWP in tree and just constantly opening the door and having the AWP watch A main with the door opening.
that's interesting. A lot
Okay.
of times now, at least in like a challenger squad.
They've got the
we've
counter
seen,
lav
he was
FX
working
technology on
a
Seaside.
orb audio for the Odin.
Oh,
inside
but he has
tree.
cam because he's
Oh,
not playing
Malcro,
Fade.
What is this? Good setup here.
Why is
Stop that from
Malcro just
utility,
not
though.
scoped? What was Malcro
Malcro's
doing
got
there?
Skydog committed. I'm surprised they're using the Skydog that early into the exec as well. Malcro is just a chance to click on bodies. Unfortunately, seems the Raze is just that bit better. Looks like it'll be a free A site for CUP. Another retake now for TRX, and going into it, a man down with the Lav already on a flank. Bear in mind, he's already got through C here. I doubt TRX are expecting.
Johnny, are you
another
gonna play the
lurk
next
from
one?
this Cypher.
Bring the Johnny PK
Zora
Sova
really looking
lineups
for
to the
these next
league?
2 kills in order to showstopper in. LCR
Actually,
the same
really
exact
fire.
way. 1 kill. They'll blast the entirety of South Heaven.
Bro, Lav got
it was
3.
so- Lav is incredible on these lurks. Unstoppable even.
He's just
All he has to
lurking
do is
every
walk out.
round.
All he has to do is walk out, and that's the round. Great stuff from Lav so far. 9 and 2.
Yeah, the team
And that,
logos are
for me,
drawn by
doesn't
our
even
art team
equate to how good he's been playing this map.
for the
Bearing in
teams.
mind, on the
So, like,
rounds
if you
he hasn't
enter
been
the
getting
league,
multi-kills,
you come
he's
up with a
been
team
gaining
name
so
and
much
idea,
space. It's
but we'll
allowed
have an
Gut to
artist
these
realize your
big,
logo for you.
strong rotations throughout the map because they already know what's clear and what isn't. For me,
So you see all
if
these
I'm
logos,
Cup,
like we
if I'm
had our
TRX,
art team
sorry,
develop
the way I counter
them
this is
for
I start taking
these
B-main
teams.
control. Start setting
You
up
don't
an
have to bring
AWP,
your own
on
logo.
that long angle, and with that op, you can just start taking fights on anyone trying to rotate, and you can usually catch at least one before they start adapting for it.
I think they're taking your advice. Big aggressive push up on C.
Yeah, so Carbon Under
Obviously,
Pressure
there's
is
no over rotations this time from Tinfoil
CO2,
Rex.
and it's a diamond icon because they're all diamond players.
being said,
And when
though-
you put Carbon under pressure, it turns
a
into
great
a
opening
diamond.
pick. Now the lurk is
That's the
completely
idea.
gone. Confidence now from Tinfoil Rex should be going up in spades. 3 ults available. Sizora, they can go top C here. Reposition, reset up again. Showstopper in play. Potentially here. Backing away,
Rank
though.
average based on
Must be a
peak
read
rank,
now by
correct? Don't ask
CUP. They're aware
questions
the
about
exclusivity of
how it will
C-Site.
work
Let's
because
go
they
be
will all be
mindful of the
answered
rotation
in the
spread.
sign-ups,
He's on the other side. That's going to be Malcro.
and I don't manage them.
You know, I'm really liking Cup's mid-round calls right now. The fact that they're leaving Mound, they realize that if Ray's fighting for it, there's a very good chance there are players behind it, maybe even trying to set up a trap. So avoiding that, going back to A, yes, it's a little bit slow, but I tell you what though, Keg, this has been a really, really solid call from them, from both TRX as well, to fall back, to gamble stack that A site.
Damn, Lav gets picked, and this
Fortunately
round
for
is
them though, it's going to come
not
down to this
looking
first
good.
aim duel with the Omen, because if he goes down,
These guys are
there's no
diamond.
one
They're
else
pretty
on site there
clean.
to support
Well,
him.
they've been playing as a team all
I like these
season.
calls too again.
30 seconds.
You can over-rotate here with Tinfoil Rex because that lurk is gone. All of trees discovered now.
Oh!
Back of cliff, however, destroyed. Avalanche that could occur now from Heaven's side. Dax Barrison in a really good spot to remove now. Noodle Norris and just continues on
Wow.
forwards. These calls, like
That
you mentioned,
rocket is
have been
so
unbelievable
lucky.
from CUP.
That's actually so
Yeah,
lucky.
You're absolutely right. This has been perfect. There's a lot of ults though available for TRX. It feels to me like they were scared of using them almost because of the fact they had bad guns. And it's a trap a lot of
Well,
players
there are
fall
8
into. Bear in
ultimates
mind
up
that
right now.
All it took was a Killjoy ult, and that would have been that A site pushed off. And once they had, bear in mind they only had Sheriff, so there's about, what, 40 seconds left of the round. Once that Killjoy lockdown's gone off, there's only a
Would you
couple of
consider
seconds
Lav
left
to be
for
a
them
gold
to
assist in
fully
this map
clear
pretty much?
site before they
No,
just
he
have to
lurks too
plant.
much.
You still have the ults to buy that time, and that's when you look to take the Angels with the Sheriff. And doing it in the exec,
Lav is
they're
too
still
predictable.
expecting you. And so that's how you try and
I
smuggle
put this on
kills through
demonstration in the
Ecos, which you
in-houses
really
when I played
shouldn't.
against LavFX
Although
on this
Broken
map.
once again, though,
I
Ray's
demonstrated
looking to
how
gain
his
this early
predictability
advantage, shifting up
can
with the
lead a
Jet.
smarter
Bear in mind,
player
double duelist
to
does mean you
defeat
go
him
for
every
sort of
single
double
round.
dive into Hobbit. Unfortunately, with only one Sky Flash, it comes at a bit of a risk, and that's the
To be a
problem
good
with playing
lurker,
that
you
solo
need to know
initiator.
when to push with your team
Zora on the close
quickly.
angle,
You-
eagerly
if you lurk
awaiting
every
these
round,
players to peek into them.
Great
You're
game.
very
Getting
easy
that
to beat.
space. Follow-up should be the boom bot, then the showstopper. Oh, that's all that Sizora needs. Still just the delay. A minute left on the clock. Just buying time now for Lav. Rotating the B main. Undiscovered. Through that Viper's pit. Oh, there is that line of sight now from Takeda. Watching directly on that B main entrance. I thought they were turning around to help out the Rays.
Okay, it looks like the Sky is
Oh.
rotating solo with the spike hit.
I like this call. Big distraction factor. Dex Pearson looking to take
Dax
out the
got through.
mid side. Rotates. Stewart.
Bro, how is Dax in A
Long
link right
Island,
now?
Good teleport back over to C-Site. That is going to be the anti-rotation. Already aware of the plot. Lockdown should be coming underway at some point now from the KJ, but they have more problems on their hands.
Nah.
Law removes the potential of that lockdown.
He gets 2?
All that's left now is C-Site. 2 left alive, but honestly, in this situation, Tinfoil Rex, they have the drop advantage.
No, you're absolutely right. And for Tinfoil Rex here, the objective may actually just be do a bit of damage, hold on to these guns. They haven't got much in the bank as well, so for Cup, this has
actually
been a
just criminal.
solid start to the map. And for TRX, it feels like they're being just outmaneuvered at this point.
It's really reading into which players go down first and how you can take the most advantage of it. Parsing out
absolutely.
to like, this early KJ util. Wherever the KJ is, they rotate. Go the opposite way. I don't want to deal with Nano Swarms today. No, thank you. And all that's left now for CUP is the majority of the team. Stewart, he's trying to crawl slowly into the smoke, use the flash, root for at least one, but he can't get the spray transfer. I don't blame him. I wouldn't be able to
Lav
either.
is in the zone
So
right now.
discipline
He's
from
getting
Cup as well.
every
You have a Jet
trade.
who's almost that Jet was holding the flank the entire time and didn't
DRX,
push for the
call
kill.
timeout,
Instead
man.
waited. Lav could have gone through that smoke and challenged the Sky. Doesn't. Instead backs
We
off and
need,
waits.
thank you,
It's
thank you. We need to be
extremely
double
disciplined
holding
from
the
Cup.
lab
We are
flank.
seeing a
It's
timeout
so
now come through from TRX.
predictable.
It's much needed. In
just kill
my
him.
eyes, Lav is getting way too much space, and someone mentioned in
Exactly.
the chat, it's got to be tilting. Keg, you strike me as the sort of guy who tilts.
No.
Sentinel diff?
I'm the
No,
advanced
Lav is
divide
playing
for the team.
terribly.
Oh, you know, it's okay, guys. We got this.
Is that
We got
because
this.
you're
He's
usually
getting
bottom fragging?
rewarded because the TRX is not punishing.
Yeah.
Hey, my Yoru game's gotten a lot better.
Your Yoru game,
Oh, yeah.
because that's a versatile agent that can be played on every map.
I think Yoru's the best agent in the game. I'm not going to lie.
This is why we're casters, Keg.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I'm getting called out by Island. I do tilt
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. It's mostly
Does
because of
tilt
my
right now,
teammates,
come
though, not
on.
the enemy team. It's like, oh, they don't want to listen to me? Okay. All right.
Here, this is again something I picked up in America. I found if they're not listening to you, just say it again but louder.
Oh, true, true, true.
Yeah.
And being meaner about it, too.
Exactly. No one expects you to be mean to them.
We're flying through the
Nah.
hole.
Exactly. Everyone's so friendly here.
Yeah.
That is something. I always thought Americans would be rude. They're all really friendly. Granted, I am in the South, but everyone's been uber friendly.
No, I think if you have people like mean against you, it's mostly just like, you know, you have to do something first, I feel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I usually
Unless
do
you're
without
working
meaning to.
retail.
Unless you work in retail, then you could be alive or dead. They don't
100
care.
B's script
Yeah,
gets
they're like, ah,
TRX Lotus
I
we won
want
by
an
3
extra
rounds.
penny off of this.
Yeah, it's because it's one of Raze's
Or
worst
someone
maps
goes up with
to have impact on defense.
$200 worth of shopping and they pay for it with vouchers only.
And TRX is really like a all eggs in one basket team with this
horrible
Raze.
flashbacks.
It
Good
makes me
paranoia
under-
setup, though.
It genuinely makes me understand like war crimes. Like,
Yeah.
I see the appeal, really. If someone was paying with vouchers in front of me. Like,
Remember?
And they still don't want the warranties. I see how it is.
right!
Oh, pop flash, ready to set up though. Doesn't affect El Sierra. Good setup though. Still great crossfire. Great teamwork coming out from Tinfoil Rex. They have a plan in mind. More of a trap style setup now. Backing away. Good to take over A site. And look at that. No one's left around.
They're holding for the flank too hard in a round where
Zora could go
because they're on eco.
Showstopper play. Maybe he'll create space again for this lockdown. Wouldn't be a bad option. But again, body disadvantage going into the retake here. What do you do if you're CUP? Little Bobby
Raze is
Tables
already
is
so
stuck.
low as well.
I know. That's why I'm thinking we'll see the showstopper here. You know, sacrificial play, go for that first. Well, enough space for your teammates to go in for the retake. Maybe trade you out. Good flash though, and it doesn't quite matter. CUP again. Beautiful attack down, no matter where you go. It really comes down to the infield gathering for me.
Casters are unhinged. Yeah, they are.
KJ util is great, don't get me wrong.
Okay,
Lob
so
is
these
able
are
to
two
parse it out.
professional casters. They cast VCT.
And then even a direct hit
They cast a lot.
all you really have are like those
But normally when you're casting a production like that, you have to be careful and you have to like be brand safe for certain brands. You can't like disparage players in any way. Like there's a lot of rules. In the Underpeel, I've explicitly given them full carte blanche to cast as wild as they want. I don't care. I pay them before the cast as like proof of that level of trust. They've already been paid. They can say whatever they want. I don't have any sponsors. They can have as much fun as they want. They can say Sizora sucks. Whatever. It's just, it's funny.
It's affect their confidence and thus their game plan. Because they have such little info gather, they have to take these fights. Zora, he gets one this time. Stuart, good for 2 of his own. Zora there to finish the job and finish the phrase that is this 10th round. Great stuff from TRX, and that may be the confidence turner. Bear in mind, with Cups comp, you only need sort of 3 or 4 rounds here, which is by all means possible for TRX. Yes, there's economy for Cup.
did Tog
Bear in mind,
miss
they
him?
still have their timeout they could use should they want to do it. My worry now for TRX is you've just had a successful round just aim dueling. That's not going to be repeatable. You've played this close angle by Hobbit with it being broken early. You've played it so many times now that it feels to me like it's at this point, Cup are just going to instantly commit the paranoia to it.
Are replays
They're gonna
broken, by the way,
instantly have
Zendikar?
Lav try and lurk up C the second they realize
Or have you
that
just
it's
not
the
been
same
feeling any?
setup towards Hobbit.
Well, then surely into this next round, we'll probably see a slower CUP early round, right? Kind of promote Lob a little bit more to take that anti-spacing. And then maybe
None
promote
feeling it,
rotate away
guy.
for
Didn't they go off on a 5-minute yap on how chloroform smelled season 2? Yeah, I mean, there was that whole bit where Kegs
exactly
just
that.
started
And,
doing Metal
credit
Gear
where credit's due to
Solid.
TRX as well. They don't go
quotes.
hunting for that final kill. They realize they need their economy intact for these final couple of rounds because the phrase that ends the first half is what starts the second. And especially in best of 3s, those pistol rounds, they add up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
pistol round, second round conversion, right? That's 3 rounds, 6 rounds a map. You've got 3 maps to play. It will add up, and it also helps your confidence so much.
I mean, going back to what you said before, right, in terms of the score count, like, CUP need to get as many attacking rounds as possible right here with that double dive. They can play super aggressive on the defense, but that's a big hole in their defenses, too, if they can't shoot the shots back. They've been able to on the attack. They've been able to set the tempo, too. Once again, out of their hands, it might be more difficult when the sides swap, but we'll have a few more rounds before that happens. Seaside is empty. This is made purely for retake potential off of that lockdown.
Yeah, full exec coming in now. There's still ults for TRX here to go for the fast retake, particularly that lockdown.
Damn,
There's
they're
still
getting the
about
right
75
read,
seconds
dude.
left on the clock here. I would love to see if there was if that lockdown gets used out of gut feeling, just to try and prevent that push. However, TRX, I feel like they're so worried about the flank of Lav. They're so worried about just the straight slam that Cup have. They're over-rotating a bit now. And you see the ground that Cup have been able to gain over on A because of that 5-man rotation that TRX had pulled there. There's 45 seconds left. Cup is stacked up outside of A. They've got control of Hobbit should they choose to break it.
Man, they didn't
the
take A
counter
fast enough,
push
though.
now from TRX. The
TRX are
Omen
already here.
thrusting himself towards the attacker's spawn is going to be the difference maker here.
Yeah, no flank setup for CUP. Good distraction factor right now, pushing in, make that primary distraction against Tinfoil Rex. CUP still baited out by this. Unaware about the Omen's presence. Azora, though, again, that distraction factor showstoppers out. This is good. Behind you, though, not checking
Azora
it.
didn't near
It
it.
wasn't activated.
Oh, it's
Wild
because
just
Stewart's
backing up time,
cinematic.
waiting. See Melko push up yet again. Good for one on the flank.
I think
and
Tinfoil's got
somehow
this.
Only
This is
one
the
left
flank.
alive. I'm fighting back like a big air bubble burp right
Wait.
now. That's why I'm pausing so much. But no pausing for Basil. Not even necessary.
That was
Good for
actually
Tinfoil Rex
close.
once again. And
What's that cipher trip? Definitely a misclick. Definitely a misclick.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're holding on to this lockdown for so long. We got the last round of the half now. It's been up for a good while now, sort of 4 or 5 rounds, and I can't help but think that for
Cipher trip.
TRX. I mean, hey, three ults going into this final round. Bearing in mind that Cup have their Seekers, the Neural Theft, and the Bladestorm. Bladestorm isn't going to be able to do much, especially in these retakes, unless, of course, the Jets AWPing, for instance. Same for the Neural Theft. That's something that...
Yeah, I
it's
saw
the
the vision
second
here.
phase of the
I think
fight
Basil's needs to
where you're
TP.
using these ults, not
They
the
don't need to
first.
TP into the
You
smoke.
could
They just need to like
potentially
make the
Sky on
TP
gut
noise there
feeling,
in that
but
clutch.
Even then, like, it feels for CUP, that Sky ult now is just additional.
I don't think you meant to replay the replay Zendikar.
Because they just don't have the additional
Zendikar missing the
info
round.
to work off of.
see, a lot of teams recently have been running
Zendikar.
Gecko instead of the Sky.
Yeah, Gecko's really strong. Gecko's very strong.
Do you think
Zendikar,
both teams
we're
would've
still in the
preferred
replay.
only more value out of the Gecko?
Maybe it's Gecko needs the issue with Gecko. If you're playing a solo initiator Gecko, is you really need a Gecko who knows his stuff.
Yeah.
And that can come back and haunt you very, very quickly. But once again, 5v5 retake. Now the ults are going to matter. Aggression towards Waterfall by Ballista. He's good for the first. Knows the seconds there as the Neural Theft is pinged, I believe. Is going to buy a bit of extra space, but for TRX, they've been able to limit the control CUP have towards Water and CT. Showstopper out, led by Zora, unable to find anyone thus far.
no.
By the trip as well. Has to deploy that Showstopper. Stuart good for another, instantly traded out from that.
How did they get
site. The
C-site?
Jets
I wish I
continuing to
knew.
just wreak havoc on these defenders as they try and funnel their way in. A 3K from the Jets, and with that, it will be an 8-4 half. From
I'm
Cup.
emulating
Bear in mind,
VCT.
there was only
You know
a
what? That's fair.
16% chance, at
That's
least by
fair.
viewer voting, that they would win this, and they are now double the rounds of TRX.
That is so
bearing in mind it's
fair.
the opening map, bearing in mind it's their map pick, but you can't take away from the fact that they have played incredibly thus far.
Now, do you think
Okay, attack is
CUP's gonna be
where
at a
Cesar is going to
disadvantage going
shine.
to the defense if they don't play aggressively here? Tinfoil Rex has a more standardized comp. They should be able to bring these rounds back to an even scoreline, I would
think so.
imagine.
Unless, bear in mind, Cup's rounds so far have been very aggressive.
We're having
into
a
another
tech
pause.
pause?
Oh boy. But
All
Cup's
right.
rounds have been pretty aggressive. They've allowed Lav to
What?
get some very early control. Their map control came off of Lav getting space rather than the duelists being able to do these dives.
GG.
Because of that,
GG.
I can't help but think that actually for Cup, the way they make these
GG, man.
the way they make these rounds, the way they get their info on defense is through aggression.
GG.
If Lav is the one who's leading that aggression, he can't do that on the Cypher. The pressure now hums off Lav and towards the duelists.
Yeah, it was really Lav's show because he could lurk so much, and now he's
Who
kind
wants
of
to play
confined
chess?
to one site at a time. Maybe two if you count that tripwire and B and him holding down C site. But big trap setup play already beginning for CUP side. You can see the Omen Paranoia set up for Habador, and everyone else is just gonna spam nades and Cloudburst and just deny as much vision and space
Me,
as
me, me. Well, then
possible
type
in the
this
first, like, 10 or
URL
so
in.
seconds.
Or scan this QR code.
Now that we are in this pause, though, it's just like VCT.
Oh yeah,
Just like VCT.
You know, I tried watch partying APAC the other day.
How did that go?
I waited for
Why
2
isn't this guy
hours,
moving?
and after a while, I'm like,
Okay.
you know what, guys, I'm just gonna play Roblox on stream. It's just
Yeah,
such a
fair
lightweight game. I'm like, okay, we'll play a different FPS game. And every so often
Is
I tap back in.
Roblox an FPS?
It can be. Play some bad business. I mean, look, they're all iPad kids, right? That's why it's so easy to play against them.
I see.
It's a very non-committal game. You know, if Apex
sounds
suddenly
like you
started,
relax, Keg. You go ruffle style iPad kids.
dude, I relax by playing ranked Valorant, man. Like
You're a weirdo.
I know.
You
But
know,
like,
I have to ban some of my players from playing ranked because they go into scrims and their mental's already destroyed.
oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's like Sudoku. You know, I'm trying to figure out how the enemy team plays. I'm learning how to be like a team leader or a middle management role someday to be able to corral a team of people who don't really want to be there to be there.
That's true. That's true. We've but part of the joys of having the chat open as well on our sort of PGM display is we can see people talking to Woohooj, and I'm thoroughly worried by the fact that someone suggested an Aussie accent for us. Because of course we've done Zoomer, we've done what else have we done? We did Zoomer. I think I attempted American. You attempted English for a round.
Yeah.
What were the other ones we've done? We had one where they named everyone like who, where, there.
Oh, that's right. We had the cast one round where it was all upside down.
Yeah. Oh, and we had the upside down round. We get tortured, man. Like this isn't fun.
Oh, don't act like you don't like it though, Krem.
Oh,
Of course
game
I
starting.
like it, but I can't tell that.
We're back.
publicly.
That's fair. You know what? Kudos. Fair.
Yeah, the casters can see chat,
All right. Let's see though.
and they are free to
Sizora.
talk to you guys.
Oh,
They can break the
timing
fourth
here
wall.
might be impeccable. Look at that tripwire. Sizora's gonna want to take that
Carte
backspace
blanche
control
and
but
all
they
that, you
can
know?
Avoid it. Let's see what happens here though. Lob's in a good spot to maybe go for the swing, get at least one. Cyber Cages could go down any moment, but no, the waiting game, that smoke will go away. There it is, Cyber Cage 1, the boom bot, all but the reveal Lob's location. Now it's just a matter of time before one falls, but it's actually the attacking Raze that does first. They made so much distance backside that it may not matter. Malcro's there trying to reclaim that space back, but damage may have already been done. Trades for trades, a blow for a blow. That's not a knife, that's a knife. And
Bro, where did
Stewart-
Sizora go?
Can they hold it down? The answer so far seems to be yes. It's a 3v3.
Oh,
And even then, as I say
Stewart!
that, parsing, divide and conquer, Veni Vici to their Vici, there is Noodle Norris. Once more,
Huge kill
taking it back.
backside there from Stewart. That fight is not good for
Okay,
him.
are these going to be the whispers of a death rattle or the war drums of a comeback?
You ever hear one of those Aztec death whistles?
I have.
Cizora's having a tough time.
That's what I'm imagining it's like.
You want to know what's even more morbid about that?
What's up?
They used to be made out of human
We need the pre-production of VCT where we
That's all I
judge
wanna
players'
hear
aim lab
when I
skill
die.
as they do the Woohooj playlist. Wait, that's actually fire
I would like
idea.
to
Get buried, or do you want to be turned into an
That's
Aztec
actually a
death whistle?
fire
I'm
idea.
assuming some of me will be buried.
Zendikar,
The rest
write
of me
that
can go
down.
to
Who's
become
season
an
4?
Aztec
Can
death
I
whistle.
turn
ideas.
into an Aztec death whistle?
Yeah, you can do it while I'm alive. Only for you though.
I mean, while you're alive. I only need a little bit of skull. We'll be fine. You
Nah.
don't need it.
I have plenty to spare. Don't you worry about that. And so there haven't been a lot of adaptations from CUP. They're relying on Loud to hold down the entirety of C-Site, but the util comes out far too late. Lob's
Ooh,
up
they
top in
caught
the
him.
corner. Cyber takes it out, sprays
Yeah,
on
they
the
got
other
him.
side. The Nay is the one that does it in. That's huge. Full C-Site control again. CUP, they want to go for the retake here, but do they have the ability to do so?
Yeah,
It really
pretty
comes
much
down to
all
that
of these
utility
players
prowess.
are doing the aim trading
Potential swing here. Sizora chooses not to disengage or re-engage with that fight.
because the
Malco on
tournament
the other side, though.
seeding
This
is
looking
based
like
off of
good
your
seaside control for the rest of
your, like,
Tinfoil
initial
ranks, but
ranks and
CUP
peak
company,
ranks.
They flood back in.
So
they
if you
have the
rank up
utility
during the
credit. This is
season,
so
that's
good.
totally allowed.
Renee left to spare for the Jet.
So the teams at
Even
the
then,
top
that's
right
not
now,
necessary.
we're giga grinding.
Won't
Like they're all
lie,
getting way
Keg,
better.
That was way more expensive than it should have been. Luckily, the Vandal and the Bulldog stay alive, so at least they're savoring a little bit of money. But buying around it as well, not going for the third round bonus, instead trying to press
Also, our
the
weekend
attack,
event would be
press the
cool. We're actually
advantage.
doing that.
It's
We're actually
risky
already
play
doing
from
that.
TRX, but honestly, I quite like it. Bear in
We
mind
did a
that
fan
the
vote. The
cup,
vote was already
their
done. We
damages
announced the
come on
favorites, and we're
retakes.
doing
If
an
TRX can
all-star match.
consistently get the spike down, especially on C, a site which is notoriously hard to retake. With an extra bit of control, whether that be
Yeah, these
Mound
teams
or
will have to
full
disband
CT,
for next season
The extra control is going
because
to
they're
make
both
the, retake
too
go
high
from
rated
hard
now.
to nigh on impossible.
after ranking up together,
Old cycling too isn't enough to justify just using.
which is nice. It'll basically force
say
you
seekers or
to
even a neural theft. to
make
bring
new
back
friends. Oh,
information for the
perfect! We
retake
broke the
either.
trap!
It's just the pounds over for C. Over and over and over again. Goodbye, little doggy.
That nade from Sizora missed where he was aiming it for, but because it bounced back, it destroyed the Cypher trip and almost killed his teammate's dog.
Oh, unlucky there. Okay. Now CUP, same procedure once more. The protocol beating that split push for the retake. Trailblazers out. Gorp! Well, it falls down anyways. Lav is still inside these cyber cages, only with a judge.
I love that
Trying to
judge
play a little
buy.
bit extra space that a Cypher should not. Doesn't matter though. He loses so
Damn.
much space, and it's up to Bobby once more.
Bobby?
Good for one. Maybe make that two. Flash peek is out. Double swing.
Bobby?
Good. No double swing just yet. 1v1 instead. No information. Tequila.
Wrong read.
No!
Wrong read, Bobby.
Good lord. Is that Kremer barking? No.
The fact I get accused of this slander.
Yeah, stop
while
barking.
you're sitting there barking down the mic. The difference in casting styles definitely there, isn't it? I try and pick out what's happening around the map, and you bark, and somehow it works. Somehow we're still employees, to be honest.
Look, man, I'm barely a play-by-play caster, you know, so I have to make do with what I can. My analytical brain's always running, because we're both like color casters.
I
in
thought
practice.
play-by-play just meant having fun while you cast. So
Is
this
barking not having
wild to
fun?
me.
Ooh, we're gonna
Right?
get
I
into
mean,
TRX's comms
different-
next
different
round,
enjoyment
chat.
for different strokes for different blokes, as they say.
I know what I said. I'm not taking it back. But what I think could be taken back is a site. 3 stack here. We see a lot of disengagement from CUP. One of the first A-side attacks we've seen in quite a while. It's a nearly even game.
This is Zor's whiffing a lot of his
Down
retail.
by 1, but they need to make an adaptation. Assumption there that CUP would stack up C-site, not the case. A great lead from the defense, and it's forcing everyone on Tinfoil Rex to potentially tuck tail and run. Maybe try to fade to the space, but they're not able to.
I'm a little bit surprised by that, to be honest, Keg. Bearing in mind that for CUP, they don't have guns, right? So they're trying to bait TRX into actually committing to that A-site fight. Because once they do commit to that fight,
Damn.
that's when the pistols
Sky
go
ult mid-round?
You start dumping your utility, you make it very hard for the rifles. But because they
Zora,
dump
we
their
gotta
utility
talk
early,
about these
the
nades.
Attackers, they're just gonna head back. They've done just that. Back to C, back to what works. Spike's gonna go down.
I couldn't play
Another
because they had a
5v5
Mortal 1 a long time ago.
However, once
Johnny
again,
PK,
they
what do you
haven't
mean?
left the site, so
Cesaro's a Mortal
everyone's
3.
stacked up here. It's by all means winnable for Cup, but they need to find
We
these
have
frags
a
and
Radiant
fast.
player on one of the
Zora,
teams
he's
that
got
got
other
knocked
plans.
out.
2 already. 3 versus 5 retake with only sheriffs. It's going to have to be God's work to get them back onto this site, and unfortunately, there is no God here. There is only Stuart. 2 kills for him, looking for the 3rd on the jump spot.
Literally
Maybe the race to
every
take this
rank
fight
is
to
allowed to
Zora.
play.
Will he get 3K of
It's
his own
about your
here?
team's
Against
overall
the other duelists?
averages
Yes,
that
it is.
matters
It's not clean,
for
but it
eligibility.
works. 8-8 now as TRX meet Cup at the halfway point.
Well, surely now we have to see what the comms are going to be sounding like. It's got to be chaos from
Oh,
one
this was
side or
Diamond, my
another.
bad.
But perfect
Carbon
timing,
under
too, for that
pressure is
attack
all Diamond
timeout.
players.
This would be a good
The
time to
average
see
rank has to be
what
Diamond.
they had to say.
What are their trip? They're putting one trip on C.
Ooh,
And then
timeout.
when we went C off start, he put his Kim back here. And then when we went C and he wasn't it, he used his Kim for retake. Low key, I'm down to just raise off the start on B and just take B and see what they're doing on B.
Okay, do we want to use skill drill?
Ready?
No, we say Kidjo for another round. I think we just use Razel this round. Remember what we did yesterday where I Razel off the start to get this space? I think we do that and then we Omen blind Link.
Okay, and then we take A-Link?
We take Link, yeah.
Where do we want to play post Gwent?
I think we want to have like probably 2 main and like 2 Link probably.
Okay.
And then someone just doing whatever.
These are the attacker comms.
So
In case you couldn't
you want
tell.
all 5 be mid?
All 5 be mid, yeah.
Alright, bet.
they might suppressing one side and trying to flank because like they haven't flanked at all. Besides on pistol.
And you sure you don't want like an A lobby link or something with the
There's not a thought in this guy's head.
Nah. Okay, I think the death ball isn't working. So I think we just keep death balling.
Okay.
Okay, they're gonna keep death balling. They're gonna pop Raise Rocket to take A-Link. They're gonna hold the Killjoy ultimate for a future round. That is TRX's idea.
So am I dogging or anything with your ult?
Oh dog, no, just literally just sprint up because I'm using Razel. Sprint up.
Okay.
And
That
then just
trip
Omen
is gonna
blind,
be tough on B.
Like
Yeah.
into Link.
Yeah, and we smoke the ceiling
Smoke
and
Kevin,
heaven?
smoke Kevin, smoke
Oh,
Kevin,
just
smoke
Kevin?
Kevin and ceiling. Yeah.
Both. Okay.
Mid-tier satchels from Cesora. Aware of the trip. I like that.
One walked up C.
Planted.
Opening
Oh, they
door.
open mount.
It's
Open
Cypher.
mount.
Area link. I'm gonna flash into A-Link, okay?
I'm on your right side, Norris.
Dead.
Oh,
Heaven,
heaven.
heaven,
Two
heaven.
heaven. Nice, one more heaven.
Maybe
I'm
blind.
mid off main. Turret's
One
watching
ceiling.
flank. Yeah, heaven hit 40.
One more ceiling.
Heaven left.
Last
heaven,
heaven
heaven.
hit 40.
Malcolm's lay off your hand.
Just swing off. Oh yeah.
Oh!
Good try, good try.
Oh! They're too slow to coordinate the swing. Dax!
Hello.
Dax, what a clutch!
Beautiful diffuse there from CUP. Did they use KJ lockdown? No, they didn't.
No, so TRX just don't like the Killjoy lockdown, it seems.
They greeted
But
the Killjoy
one word,
lockdown. The
what the heck
casters
is
missed it.
around? I did scroll up in the chat.
The casters missed that the strategy was to save it.
We've been
But it
humbly
cost us the
asked
round.
The Aussie for a round.
I don't even know what Australian people sound like.
Well, to be honest with you, mate, they're not really human. I wouldn't refer to them as people, to be honest. But
Did Kremer just call
I
all
guess
of
you
Australia not
you should have to see
human?
this next round.
That's not a board. This is a bird. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Cesaro now. Pulled away forwards. Steve Irwin, though, would have loved this place. I don't know what Australians sound like, but this could be good enough. El Sierra now, good for one. I just sound like Uber. Can I find yet another one? No, perhaps not. El Sierra could make that sacrificial play, though. Back over. Back to B site. A lot of ults to work with here, especially those Seekers. Who would be good for info gathering, but again, the showstopper, where is it? Oh, Bobby Tables. Maybe not quite yet.
This is improv showing. That's the improv showing right there.
Going to do a little bit of early damage. It'll be the raise to hit the dick first.
Wait, Kremer's doing it too.
Follow it up with the Viper. Good for another one. There's the Blade Storm. Able to follow it
Kremer's
up.
way better at
3
it.
versus 3 for the Afterplant now. Neural Theft available, but I doubt we'll see it used.
Neural
Neural
theft available. I
It's
get
a
it.
terrific spray down from the raise there, and with that, TRX they strike straight back into CUP there, 9-9. And I mean, you see here, once Zora
Dude,
just
their
sends that
accents are.
race to the
He's
dick,
so good at
it's
it.
just an absolute slaughter from then
I
on
mean,
out.
I am paying him
Just
to
full
talk,
tilt, full
so
time.
I am paying him
Sorry,
to
I was
talk.
watching videos of Steve Irwin to see how to do the accent.
This transfer was nuts.
This one's a beauty with like some crocodile
Oh.
trying to rise up his arm. Yeah.
Look at the size of that retake! My God!
I am paying him to
I'm so
talk.
bad
It's
with accents,
crazy.
dude. I can barely speak English.
He's a professional talker.
No, you know like 7 different languages.
Yeah, like a couple of sentences.
Okay, cast to me in Honduran.
You know they speak Spanish there, right?
I don't know what country speaks what.
Spanish is one of the few languages I just can't do. I'm very
Oh.
bad.
What's your best secondary language?
Either German or Russian.
Oh, I took 1 class of German. I got a C-. Let's go.
Okay. Das war ein Jet gefonste well, nein, was war ein Gefell? The swinging out there randomly, able to get 2 though. I'm still Aussie now. This is what you've done. This is what you've done to me.
Oh, I'm spricht. Verantwortung.
Nein, mein Deutsch ist gut, aber das gefließen. We
What? Huh?
Want to rate my Russian?
You guys are worth every
My
penny
Russian's
for the
pretty
grand
bad, to be
finals,
honest.
dude.
It sounds like a certain part of your body is getting flayed.
Bonnemage, mi ruski
Your watermelon
i
seeds.
Malenka.
You're getting flayed. Oh no.
Speak German in an Aussie
Speak
accent.
German in an
Speak
Aussie
German in an
accent.
Aussie accent. This is what you've done to me. I'm gonna go back to the
German-Australian?
red. We've got scrims later today. I'm gonna do the whole thing in an Aussie accent.
Oh,
I can't
please.
undo it now, and it's your fault, Keg.
Perfect. I like it when things are my fault. It makes the world more chaotic. Good teleport though. Look at this from the shadows, Velcro.
Oh, he's gonna
we're
get
getting
all
the
of
far,
A-side.
far back lines. He's gonna identify that A side's completely empty.
When
here.
did TRX take the lead,
Big
man?
rotation should be coming over. And the best thing too is that you can save those Seekers a little bit longer because of that. You just have to remove Bobby Tables from the equation. Get on site, post plant Seekers, huge info. Oh, Bobby, stay alive for me. Only thing I know about Australians, oi! So we keep saying that over and over. Oi! Oh, no, never mind.
Just oi.
Oi!
You're bang on. That's it.
All I know
TRX.
about Australia is kangaroos and the koalas.
Yeah, well, the kangaroos, koalas, and convicts, and for CUP,
Ooh, they
it's
missed.
a site to retake. As the race good for the
Stuart!
first Stuart. Timing isn't great for the flash.
Stuart,
there. He's
you
somehow able to fight his way
hero!
out though, down to the 3 versus 2. TRX with the afterplant positions as well, planted for them. Showstop comes out from Zazora to almost guarantee the round here, and he doesn't even have to peek with it. Waits till they're close, fires it off. Good for Lab. Doesn't know where the second is. Sky through the smoke, doesn't matter.
What a
The
hero
Viper's
kill
there
from
to help
Stuart.
him. You know what, actually? Now that we've been told we can swear a bit, I can tell you about the story. I once tried casting Russian.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
For the sake of this, I'm gonna pretend I don't remember it.
Oh, okay, because I told you this off air, but the stream doesn't know this. Which was back in Counter-Strike, we were told did a Russian tournament called like Thunder Pick or something like that. And the Russian cast, they did a round in English for, you know, shits and gigs, because of course in Russia you learn English, and so it was kind of easy for them. The only Russian I knew at the time was "Drop Galash, suka bla, did he now again don dal bio," and I said that with as much passion as I could muster. And my producer came in and went, "Don't do that again." That's the only feedback I had on my Russian.
Well, what does it mean?
The only word I didn't understand was the only word I didn't understand was "dalbayo," which I now know means like idiot. But I thought that was just deeply offensive. Turns out it was "gandon" was the word I said, which I couldn't. For those of you who feel a little bit bored and want to check Google as to what "gandon" means, it is a miracle they had me on for the day afterwards. But lesson learned: don't speak other languages on stream.
No, it's okay. Well, Gandon now has 1/3 of the Triforce. Can they collect the other 2? Wisdom and heroism. Maybe, perhaps so. Cesora, though. Oh, hiding
Bro,
through the
this
dark
is a
cover,
slobber
keeps the
knocker.
audio.
CUP are gonna get
The
this
waterfall,
defused
they
for
are
sure,
good
right?
One, but at what
Wait.
cost? It's just about everything.
Not for sure.
Oh, the mount
For
control,
sure.
nearly so for Malcrow.
That's perfect. I tell you what, for TRX, they had the same issue which Cup had when they were taking C. Luckily for Cup, they were winning the aim duel, so it didn't matter as much. But because TRX were taking, when they take C, they just hold C. You need to, when you take sights, it needs to be a sight and more. So it's either sight and a waterfall, sight and CT, sight and a heavy
Bro, this
mount
could go either
control
way.
planted for
Dax
you.
is
That's
Dax is
how you
deadass
hold these sights.
matching
Same for
Cesora
B,
in
you either
frag
push
for
further into
frag,
lane, you take
head-to-head
heavy, you take
duelist
Hobbit.
battle
You can't
right
just have
now.
sight and the position you came
Oxy
from.
versus Demon
Choose the
1?
amount of
No,
utility
I
that
want
happens
Dax
and that
versus
gets dumped in
Cesora.
these 5v5 retakes. And because of that, that's why CUP are able to just take these retakes, because TRX just giving them main
They are
duels.
only winning
Same
retakes
issue
though,
may
like
happen on B
diffuse
site here.
round
Luckily
wins.
for them, it's the
They've
unguarded
had no
position,
elimination wins.
but it's going to be responded to
And these
with a
B pops
fast
are so
takes
hard
a
for them to
rubble
deal
here.
with.
And once CUP see this is clear, the Omen's going to head straight back through Hobbit.
What do you
to try and defend
do?
this B site.
Yeah, timing here. Depending on where that Viper's pick goes, wide swing in, Basil discovered, Paranoid doesn't connect. Surely now we see that spike go down, then the Viper's pit on top. Be good to make sure B-side's all but unapproachable. There it is, Trailblazers out, info gain, just running on it. In love, does not care. This spray transfer doesn't work out either. Look at this, bodies are dwindling one by one. Any ult potential from CUP's already fallen underway. No Bobby Tails spraying
everyone
through,
fell.
hoping to find that headshot against the Viper. Little do they know, Takina's right there, literally in front of them. For one.
Oh, Sierra!
For two, that's the Viper's pick gone. El Sierra on a tear. It's going to leave it now down to Noodle Norris. Just has to divide and conquer these fights. That last pack will be able to detonate it soon.
Sierra!
But no, they forced out the wider wide swing against Noodle, and Bobby Tails has it.
You're a hero! How did you
stuff
know?
From the Raze there, the fact they were able to bring it down. From
How did
that
Sierra
2 versus 3 in a
know?
Viper ult into a 2 versus 1 in their favor is absolutely incredible. And look how they get out here. The flash buys a bit of time, pulls the Viper
Sierra,
away.
right here.
This allows
Boom!
El
Last
Sierra, I
bullet.
believe is how you say it, El Sierra to get those first 2 kills for the Killjoy here. They haven't
that
heard it get
satchel.
tapped
This
past that.
satchel's so
So
huge.
all they have to do is shoulder swing here, but instead they get a little bit too aggro. They look for a kill instead. They're punished for it. And at 11 to 11, I won't lie to you, Keg. Looking at
That satchel
how
makes it impossible to
was-
jump
this series was
spot.
hyped
You
up
can't
and
jump
looking
spot
at
the
how
diffuser with that satchel on the
chat was
ground.
voted, I would have never have expected the game to be this close.
Yeah, this is such a good performance from both teams right now. Really big, actually not even macro level adaptations. It's more so on the micro level.
Absolutely, and it's mainly been the sort of attacking mid-round calls which have given Cup this advantage, and it seems to me like it shows massively. Bearing in mind that they are the lower rank here by quite a distance, but because they have coordination as a team, they're making this close against TRX, a team which should be stomping them.
Oh, Bergenson, no fallen, giving him all of A-side control.
Dax,
That's
you gotta
gigantic.
get one.
And
You gotta
now
get
El Sierra
2,
might be
Dax.
caught off.
I think I would get 3.
W Sierra, could that be the case? No, the sprays, they just barely don't connect against Takina. W Sierra, though, is good to remove at least Malcrow. Basil's on an island here. This will be tough to retake. If CUP can remove one more body, then they can get the neural theft and find maximum info. That's gonna be a while though for Lav to rotate back around.
That timing is huge. Why did Noodle look?
Basil's good for 2. Maybe make that 3. Still 1 backside Stewart.
Why did Noodle look heaven? Noodle was the stairs player.
Absolutely perfect. And, well, they just peek into them. I will admit, I did get a bit worried there, especially knowing that Lab was on the flank, seeing his own omens smoke him
Zeta
off.
used the Killjoy
It
CT
did
turret.
raise a few alarm
Let me see
bells.
if they used
However,
it
when
in
you
the
have
way
El
that
Sierra running
I could
around,
leak.
clicking on heads, winning rounds, and bringing up to map points, you know what? Maybe just let him do his thing. Someone else to mention as well is Cesora, currently 27 and 16 keg. He is having an incredible performance as of now, and he's doing it on 1,500 ping.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Homeboy
They're
disconnected
not
right
showing
away
anything.
from
I
the
can't tell you.
reconnect.
I can't tell you about the
I
turret.
love the new Lotus. So you would agree with me that old Lotus was
Of course
very
it can see through the
attacker-side,
tube.
right?
We already knew that.
Fairly is used very generously.
Yeah, slightly. I
There's
wouldn't say
tech
fairly,
there, man.
slightly, yeah.
Would you say now it's like the same but defender sided like heavily?
It entirely depends what your comp is.
That's fair.
Lotus is one of the maps which at the moment is swung massively based
Zendikar,
on
I
what
feel
comp
like you-
run. You know,
Are we supposed to be a replay again? I thought we watched
can't
this.
feel too much actually.
Oh.
But actually, sod it, we can. You have maps which, especially if you run stuff
Oh,
like double duelist,
hello.
if you're starting on attack, or you're starting on defense, sorry, it becomes much easier.
Oh, there's
Because
a
double
P
duelist
break
for attack
pause.
sounds quite easy with a double dive,
A
but if you're running
P
solo
break.
initiator behind it, it's
Those
down
aren't
to the-
allowed
it's down
in
to the aim of
VCT,
your
you know.
duelists.
Yeah.
And so if you're starting defense, you have the ability to be able
You
to
gotta hold
send
it or you
duelists
gotta
out
pee
to take these
yourself.
fights. Whereas on
Is this
attack,
VCT?
it's
Maybe it
entirely
should
down to
be.
They have to be on fire from the get-go.
But like, let's say we remove different agents from the equation, right? Like it's the same
Mhm.
identical team. They've made the corners, especially
Yeah, they
on
counts player
C-side,
tech
much
pause. No,
deeper
on
in,
stage
much
you
more
can't go to the
50-50, and
bathroom,
B-side
dude.
included
Right?
too. Would you say now that this should naturally be more defender sided than before?
I would think so. Yeah, I think so. Ever so slightly.
Like at the land.
Someone's asked, do VCT players get P breaks? That's a great question actually, because I wondered this as well, and I can answer it with a story from India, from VCT Convergence, which is we had another.
When is
long tech
actual VCT?
timeout,
2 p.m.
and,
Pacific.
There was a team there which got told off for taking off their headsets and going off the stage. So the way it works is, if you're a VCT player, from the moment you step on the stage, you are considered like in tournament. And so that means, you know, you can't have your phone, you can't leave your desk, you have to keep your headsets on, you have to keep your in-ears in, unless of course you have headset problems. And then between maps,
You know, we're gonna have to tell the players they can't be calling P breaks. They have to go between the games and whatnot. Because we're on a timeline. We only have 2 hours before the
moment
games.
you step on stage, you're considered like in the match, and so you can't leave the stage until the map's finished.
See, my idea has always been gaming catheters. You know how sometimes like warm liquids. Yeah, you ever see those mugs where you fill up
Get
with
an
hot
RGB
coffee?
one.
Well, no, hold on. I'm getting there. So you know those coffee mugs where if you pour in like hot water, coffee, it changes colors or it gives like more color to it. So imagine RGB gaming catheter with the same exact thing where warm fluids go into it and it just becomes like RGB, and you can see like in your audience, oh, Tens, what are you doing down there, Tens? It's glowing.
You know what you could do as well is you could.
What is this
you know how at
tangent?
fairs they have like the like button you hit with a hammer and it shows you how hard you've hit at like a level.
Yes.
You could have that for like how hard you piss.
Oh,
Get like high scores and stuff.
we
like
should
that.
have that for the desk.
Oh, I feel I piss pretty hard, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever break the toilet bowl?
I'm not with piss alone.
No.
Wait, I don't. I'm relieving myself. I'm not cutting diamonds.
Well, I mean, you're a hard pisser. I thought so, maybe.
Okay.
If anyone can do that, I will follow them for the rest of my life.
I think about that every morning. Like, could this be the time where I can become a
Hooch is
hydraulic
also-
power beam? What's up?
Hooch is absolutely revisiting the pay and advanced method.
Oh,
he has
yeah,
for
yeah.
these
No,
casts.
I'm not.
Like, ah,
I'm weird like this, casters.
Yeah,
I'm down.
absolutely. You see, luckily everyone has really short memories.
that's
So
true.
that's what we get for having a break.
That's
is
a Valorant
he's-
player
he-
moment.
He's forgot we're shit. But now we've done this. It's gonna remind him again.
Okay, good opening pick, by the way. That's gonna be the Sky gone. All that info gathering that could be important in the mid round, albeit risky, is completely nullified. There hasn't been as many lurks
Coming
though
under
from
pressure of the
Tinfoil Rex.
advantage,
Their
man.
composition doesn't really
Mhm.
allow it as much, except for the Viper, and even then they're playing much more
This would be a
backline.
6.5x
Yeah, it feels like
payout
if you
for
were
anybody
to
who
have
bet
a
on
Viper,
them.
You would probably use the Viper, but the issue with TRX is that once you put down that wall, a lot of your sort of the nuance that comes with the Viper becomes much harder to use. We're going to see that finally the first lockdown of the game is going to be...
Jari, thanks for the tier 3!
Second lockdown of the game. It's going to be used on the final round of regulation. But nonetheless, 14 seconds left right now. It's been cut very close by TRX, but they're good for one. Instantly there on the trade.
Oh my god, they only have 7 seconds.
There is a single detainee, that being the Cypher, but swing out from
They
the
lost! Carbon under pressure!
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see
gets one
map
more for
one fall in
fun!
favor of CUP.
I'm paying it out.
13-11. Their map
I'm
pick
paying
of
it out.
Lotus, and they come in with a statement. Yes, gold may shine value.
The replay,
and
the replay.
backing currencies, but diamonds will always be a girl's best friend.
And we know exactly what cuts diamonds now, thanks to you, Kramer. Really?
That's why we're here.
Yes, sir. Really good matchup from Tinfoil Rex. Again, very small ancient composition differences. Really just the difference of the double dive, double controller comp, essentially. And even then, like, I was really impressed with like the lurks that we had seen come out from CUP's attacking side.
Damn.
And just
Okay,
having
into the
overall
raffles and
much better of a
predictions.
map
We'll
presence
start map
rather
2
than
prediction.
relying on team-wide gunfights.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And if I'm not mistaken, that may
Icebox.
actually be the first map TRX have lost this entire tournament. To give you an idea as to just how dominant they were going into this series.
I don't have any points to
I
bet.
mean, this was like a lot.
Zizora
of homework
10
being done from
first
CUP
bloods?
side. A lot
Absolutely.
of scrim work. I mean, look, I'm not sure if these two teams are like necessarily scrimming each other for underpeel, but let's
Dude.
assume that they do, and they've been really, really being able to counterpick each other has been
CUP
so good.
definitely are.
Oh yeah, yeah. They look like they did their homework here, and I think there was definitely a concise beginning, middle, and
I'll
end.
be
to
right
a
back.
lot of
We're gonna
their
refill my
attacking
water.
rounds.
Enjoy
And
the
even if it
broadcast.
didn't necessarily go in their
Be right back.
way, it seemed like they had a much better protocols about being able to pivot and be like, okay, this is the situation. We know they're playing fast and retakes. They're gonna dump, they're gonna flood retake against us. This is how we can back up and play coordinated as a team to remove, especially those back lines.
Do you want to see a fun stat here?
Uh-oh.
Zora had 10 first bloods.
That's incredible.
That's pretty damn good. And they still lost. 28-17 and still lost. If I'm Zora, I'm going for a bit of a walk right now.
I mean, look, you have to have a long distance walk from Lotus to Icebox, right?
That's true. I suppose you're going from the sort of the equator to either the far south or far north.
So I mentioned this on the open qualifiers cast. I think Lotus and Icebox are the only two maps, because we had a series that was also Lotus and Icebox. I think those are the only two maps ever to be surrounded by the ocean. So really, really good call to pick the two ocean maps.
Isn't Pearl underwater?
Yeah, it's underwater, but it's not surrounded by like, an island's worth of water. You know what they should
Breeze
have?
on an island?
Oh, you know what? It was Breeze. It was Breeze, not Lotus. My bad. But even then,
We're going to go to a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back momentarily. We'll be back in a bit.
You can't
with
silence me!
Icebox. And so, thank you very much for listening to this, putting up with, I should say, this first map of Lotus. 13-11. It's all to play for over on Icebox. Coming up next.
Yo, what's up, chat? I got some sandwiches. Damn. Highlight reel from map 1? Feels super reckless of me to keep betting on the team with the bigger multiplier, but I cannot resist the urge to gamble. Dude, I mean, if somebody bet like 200K on Carbon under pressure last game, they would be a Woohoojin millionaire right now. Pillsbury 6, thank you for the prime. Yeah, that's the first map Tinfoil Rex has dropped all tourney too. Lotus is Carbon under pressure's map pick. Woodrow. Hey, how is he capturing these clips without the team logo overlay? Zendikar guy's better at production than me. Is your instant replay somehow connected to a different scene? And choose what source scene to record for instant replay? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a plugin? That's actually really useful. Avarice, we did caster challenges for season 2. You should have been here. Season 2 was all about goofy player and caster challenges. Season 3 is a serious tournament. Show you mod chat. Yeah, I want to see how you embed it as well, because I think instant replay embedded into the overlay makes a lot more sense. Season 4 gonna be goofy or serious? I don't know. I just fund it, man. I fund the Underpeel. I'm doing nothing right now. I'm not observing. I'm not casting. I'm not running production. I'm enjoying. I just pay them. You subscribe to play in it. The money goes to me. And then I use that money to fund the league. Although, all of the ad revenue from the Underpeel Twitch channel goes to Penflash, because he manages it. So if he grows the Underpeel like 10x, then he'll start making a couple $1,000s a month in ad revenue for himself. Revenue share, baby. That's how you make people do good work. That's the little secret. Dude, Dax popped off that game. Oh, Drow, thank you for the 2-month prime. Can I be like 500 viewers? That really a couple K a month? How many games he streams? Yeah, if he ran an ad break between games. I get about $6,000 a month from Twitch. Roughly. And I think ads make up about 2 of that. And I don't run ads. It's just pre-rolls. So I'm pretty sure if you added, like right here, is where the Underpeel could run a 3-minute ad break between games. It should be pretty lucrative for Pen Flash. You give me ad perms then? The channel needs to unlock them first. Channel needs to average like 75 viewers for like a month. Remove your Prime stuff from Who's to Underpeel. I keep all of that revenue.
Hello.
Pen Flash gets ad revenue.
Ooh, Icebox. I think this
Also,
might
don't
be
do that.
the
I'll get a
single
worse
most
cut from the
interesting
Underpeel
map
channel.
in the map pool right now. I know a lot of people are not Icebox enjoyers, but in
Because the
terms of
Underpeel
like-
channel is not a
Icebox enjoyer.
partner.
Me too.
I
Me
do like
too.
my Icebox.
But like, in terms of compositions right now, I think this is the most interesting.
Mhm.
In NA yesterday we saw what the Swamp comp on Leviathan versus 100 Thieves. I think they had Asuna. No,
I can
Asuna
find
was on
Underpeel
Gecko,
sponsors,
but
so
they had a
Pen Flash
random
can hire
comp.
me as an observer. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Underpeel
Something
is
I mentioned,
essentially
someone in the
my
chat
brand.
said, caught my eye. Is
And
maybe
my
I should
brand is-
stop playing KO. Having
I don't take
seen,
money
Underpeel
from
and
corporations
VCT.
who want me to sell your
I'm a
product.
little bit insulted by that.
I don't do
because
that.
This is VCT. It's the same thing. Like we have the production, we have the tech delays. There is no difference between VCT and
I
this.
would do it
It's the same thing
with like
and
the
KO's
right
just occasionally
partner,
keep playing
but
it. However, as we go into
there's
Icebox,
so
we're going to see the
few
Gecko
I can
make
think
a
of.
showing. Something that did surprise me is Deadlock has been a big pickup for Icebox.
Except if it's a
especially
Riot
these,
Games
last
co-stream.
couple of weeks.
No, that's Riot
Kinda
taking
surprised we've
money
not seen
and
it
me
thus
following
far.
their
However,
guidelines
I am a big fan of the Gecko.
because I
Also,
want
the
to
kind of
watch
the
party.
Sage.
Yeah, I mean the Sage.
For me to
comp,
watch
right? That's
party,
the,
I can't
OG
disparage the brands they
2021
show.
Icebox comp that we see.
I can't cover their ads.
I mean, the big thing that we would see from Sage back
so
in
I
the olden
don't.
days would be like, you know, on the defender side,
I'll
you would
close
lock
prediction.
out
Good
top,
call.
top tunnel with the wall. On the attacking
Mhm.
side, it'd be good anti-flank or just good for cutting off that mid-side rotation. Curious to see if we're gonna have it this time. I think the double duelists are gonna be a little bit more difficult for the Sage to get
We're
around,
missing game
especially
audio.
because updraft blast packs are gonna be good for the anti-verticality that Sage cannot bring.
We are
But
missing game
early
audio.
flash leads into an early nade. Not much to be seen in the beginning here, but oh, look at this. This is gonna be the Sova.
It's back.
Looking for that early pressure. We've seen a lot of baited out.
We need to get
outgoing
Zendikar one of those
BCT these last few
physical
days.
audio mixers.
Not gonna be quite the case here on B site. A full rotation and Basil's gonna be caught off guard.
I will admit, my highlight of the tournament so far is hearing Hooge come through going, oh whoops, shit, followed by a series of stream notifications about subs. So, it's just like VCT. Welcome back.
Woohoojin jump scare.
Cesora continuing the
What
form
did I
he
do?
had in the earlier game, getting that first pick, followed by a plant 4v5 retake now for CUP. That Sage Wall also going to buy a lot of time and a lot of space to work with for TRX now. CUP, they got to move quick as well. That spike's been down for a good couple of seconds now. Cesora negates the information. Good for another. Tries to make it 3. Unable to do so. Lab there to trade. However, time is ticking and the players are running low. 1 versus 4 now for Dax Bjergsen. Swings out with that Sheriff, unable to find anyone as of
Carbon
yet.
under
Caught by
pressure.
the double swing, finished off by
No
the
Sage,
Sage.
no
That'll be the
Harbor.
first round for
You're pulling
TRX
100
in a
Thieves, and I
very,
don't like it.
Very convincing fashion.
You're gonna get
Yeah,
wrecked
that
on
was
this
super
map.
Nice. I mean, full
We're
B-side
going map 3.
control. I like the split push potential that we'd seen from the remains of CUP, but unfortunately, even then, with just a pistol round on B site, you don't have a whole lot of utility to dump for the retake and take that space back. So, gonna be great for Tinfoil Rex. I'm curious to see.
I
if
want
they're
to
gonna
chat.
double
Just
down with
finished my
better
sandwiches. I
weapons
gotta
this round.
go wash my hands.
Sorry.
Be right back.
I can't burp, so like all the air gets stuck in my lungs, and I just kind of wait for it to seep. Excuse me, out of my body. But what I was trying to say, I know, I'm weird, I'm built different. But Tinfoil Rex, I'm assuming they'll double down and go to B side again. The only thing that really stopped them is gonna be Bergensen with this singular ghost in the 1v5.
There'll be no burps or hiccups from Bjergsen now, who is going to have to defend against another swing, another push from TRX, looking to continue to pummel this B site. They swing out, there goes Bjergsen. It is more than just a burp, it's more than just a hiccup. It'll be death for him. As TRX now once again with a man advantage. Trying to make it 2, Cesora does fall fairly low, 13 HP to work with, but for El Sierra, breaking that wall is going to mean that they can prevent a plant. Not able to hide behind it on the extremity, though. Instead, for TRX now, having committed the wall, having committed the Viper wall as well, rotating back to A is going to be very difficult unless they're able to get a pick as they fall back.
Surely they're not going to over-rotate here, right? They're just going to cut noise and reset on B, fake out the over-rotation against CUP, but no, they're really dedicated to this. But hey, double kills. This can go pretty much wherever you want now, but of course that wall, like you mentioned, has been dedicated to B site. No reason not to go back when you have such a big body and weapon advantage. Utility game for CUP will remain probably not that great. But Cesora, like you mentioned, back on Lotus.
Oh, TRX is getting a free B plant. Just what's up?
Just a little bit more to catch out anybody on snowboard.
That's not good.
I love it, and it looks like Cesaro's going to do just that. Sova makes a bit of noise on the rotation. There he goes, Cesora, hunting for the final player, El Sierra on the Rays. Unfortunately, it's Sayonara.
The Underpeel push chat doesn't show up on any streams, Brady.
It's 2 rounds for TRX, and
I plan on fully disabling it once it unlocks shield mode.
Members alive.
Yeah, this is super solid. Could you argue, though, for CUP's agent comp that they should be looking more for attacker side rounds than defense?
I mean, when you run double duelist on every map, it's actually not bad starting on defense. Bearing in mind that you do have the advantage to warm your duelists to the map, you're able to go.
You can use chat.woohoojin.gg though, Brady. I added the Underpeel into the bottom control panel.
And
if you want to watch the Underpeel on that website and chat,
especially with the Sova and the Gecko, they should have a pretty good idea as to what TRX are planning fairly consistently. And you see the actually both bits of rechargeables,
or of course my
the Dizzy and the Recon Dart. Of course, that Dizzy back in 10 seconds is very, very easy to continue abusing. And the drone from Stuart is going to be limited utility that TRX have to gain information. Destroyed instantly. They actually back off.
Okay, who's gonna let you hack my Discord?
Coming from the Oaks and spots out
bro,
first.
it literally
for 2, but it's
gives me a key that lets me only see who you are.
That's the effectiveness of that Gecko to just consistently.
And it says that. That's how OAuth 2 works.
Over the top.
That's the. You know what?
Mind. Control to work with here for Tinfoil Rex. They have to dedicate this Viper wall.
Technologically
you could rotate over to B
uneducated
site.
Individuals.
The post plants would be hell in a cell, even with the singular poison cloud that's still available for Tinfoil.
It gives me an API token for your account, and the only thing that token can do is tell me who you are, like Braden Jakes on Discord. That's it. That's all the token can do, and I use that token to make sure that you're a tier 3 sub in my server who can chat.
Once more, great bounce back. Oh my god, skee ball maneuver. But in that while, though, everyone pivots, or at least one pivots.
So, like, even if you leaked that token publicly, nobody could do anything with it.
No wide swing whatsoever.
Well, I guess they could chat on my stream
one catches 2 off guard, but there's
using that overlay.
CUP, their first retake, and Malcro does quite a good job to get 3 there. Unfortunately for him, the team was just too low on HP. Getting onto site, especially getting onto A site, is very easy. Getting off again is the hard bit. And bearing in mind that both Cup and TRX have essentially avoided mid thus far, I'm surprised actually we haven't seen at least Lav try and go for one of these flanks.
I'll believe. I give you enough money anyways. I also developed the feature live on stream, and it's open source.
Can we do the same take, but can we go fast?
Yeah, and you can validate the build checksum deployed to the website with a build that you build locally of the open source code to see that it's not been modified.
There's going to be like 2 that are poor. Go B.
Okay, I did.
He's already mid.
Close clear. One night.
There was one yellow. There's one yellow.
The attacker side comms
I'm waiting
right
for
now.
I'm not going up close.
Yep. Starting.
They might try flanking again. They always love the flank. Fucking cross.
He missed that dart, by the way.
Oh. Top site one. Yeah, Gecko's top site.
Flank. Can you guys fight the flank guy together? Norris and Viper? Nice. Big kill.
Is there another or no?
No clue. I doubt it.
Good read, Cesora.
I'm getting spammed from Snowman. Wait, ping bomb. Or it's Molly, dude.
80 Gecko.
Nice. Not on.
Wow, they
Yellow,
actually
I
could have
believe
been
one's
on.
crossing yellow.
Yeah.
Stuart,
double,
Yep.
still, Stuart.
Molly?
He's defusing. One's defusing.
Yellow.
Defusing.
No, Molly.
Oh, it's Molly. Okay.
He's yellow.
It's off.
It's spam.
Not on.
Nice. Let's go. Good round.
I saw the vision.
Will come out.
Oh, interesting.
It doesn't show in stream chat here. It does show on stream. And you know why, Braden?
Yo.
I'm going to explain to you why. Because the Discord auth token I get from you doesn't allow me to send messages on your behalf, which means it can't send a message into the actual Discord channel. Can't do that because the token doesn't have permission to do that. That's how it works. I just know who you are, so I can put it on my own event stream and render it on my stream. But
that space back. B-side has
security, man.
Attacking team.
I did it professionally.
But what is the weaponry looking
But
like now
if
for
the
that
token
jet?
got permission, I'm gonna time your ass out. You have that is like saying, but if the hot dog turned inside out or some random shit, like it literally doesn't even make sense. What you're saying, the token can't get permission.
Or your Sage. And so
that's not how OAuth 2 scopes work.
Hopefully someone on CUP holds the AWP economy for that jet. Swing from the Blade Storm isn't needed. It's going to be Malgrove to get that first kill. Sheriff retrieves.
Cybersec? Yes, for 6 years.
Dagger left to work with. Not much cutlery at all left in the drawer. It may not matter here. Cup.
There's a bot that gathered messages and sent to here. Already tried that. Go watch the VOD of the. It was a Sunday stream. I developed this thing live. Just go watch the VOD to see why that doesn't work because of Discord messaging rate limiting compared to the pacing at which messages may come in from the chat overlay.
Exactly what Tinfoil Rex need to do.
It's an API limitation on Discord's end,
back over to A site,
which led to me turning the feature off.
Dizzy to find information, see that the fake is not yet a fake.
Bot tokens are only sent to Discord bots if someone gets to the control of the bot. That is also not completely true. Again, depends on the scope of the OAuth token.
Behind the Viper wall, it means that they're going to be able to just
if somebody's using a singular token for all of their bot permissions, then yes, you can log in as the bot and do things as the bot. But still, it depends on what the bot's capable of doing and what permissions the bot has on the server.
Thus far, and I mean, for TRX, bear in mind it's their map pick, it's their home territory. We're really starting to see why they chose to play on Icebox.
All right, Coach Watermelon, I have to ask you a question.
Go for it.
How do you feel about Reyna on this map?
How do you feel about Reyna on this map? I quite like it. I don't mind Reyna at all.
Oh no, who has access to my Discord? Installs Vanguard? Literally, yeah. But also, like, I don't have access to your Discord.
Reyna's very good.
It's just the identity
a lot of people disagree. Like, oh, Reyna,
I can just see like who you are. That's it.
With more value, and it's like, no, I think Reyna just has full flexibility to do whatever she wants. Speaking of which, though, same with El Sierra. Again,
just like I can see who you are in my chat. Like I see your username.
Now that could promote the flank more. That's why we see the pivot of that Viper back inside halls. Oh, but there might be more problems afoot here. Oh, what is this?
Cybersecurity education is so bad. Like
3K in the bank.
There are some things that you should be super terrified of that you aren't, and there are other things that are not a big deal at all that people will act like is literally 1984 or something.
2 players up. The rest of TRX seem to have stagnated.
Nobody knows what to actually be worried about. You know what you should be worried about? Using the same password on more than one website.
On that first map, but to win
if you're doing that, you should be worried.
So Zora's certainly got his work cut out for him. He's got little Bobby to worry about over.
You know what you shouldn't be worried about? Your password manager service getting hacked.
And that Gecko
shouldn't be worried about that. But a lot of people who don't understand cybersecurity are worried about that. And so they'll like instead make a fucking notepad. Oh my god.
However, as Cup back off, 30 seconds remaining. TRX,
see, there's somebody chat. I don't know about last pass.
Jets in an isolatable position.
Well, I do, and it's fine.
Yes, he does. Good for the first. Knows there's a second there. There's the res for the
even if their entire goddamn DB gets leaked, this shit is encrypted.
Carrier. However, the trades are there. Stuart to full. Zora 1 versus 2. Taps once. 10 seconds left.
Like your master password is part of the goddamn private key.
Of the essence right now, and he has run out. The Viper attempting to convert the round, unable to do so.
So unless AES 256 gets broken, you are chilling.
The Viper's been available, but it won't matter in a round like this. He goes for the timing, peeks out, doesn't quite see the player.
And if it gets broken, we're all screwed. Because that's the backbone of like SSL.
No, it's going to be the Viper to come out on top. 5 HP left as CUP find their second round off of the heroics of Basil Turb.
You gotta love the IGL call from the defense to hold down A main despite everyone cutting noise on Tinfoil's side. Because the idea, you have one of
Raise
two
Bitwarden,
players on
same
the
shit,
line with a
right?
big
Yeah, you're
body
chilling.
advantage. Resurrect available for Tinfoil Rex. You know where the majority of those early attacker bodies had fallen. We know that Tinfoil Rex like to go
Just
for
use
those
key pass,
fakes.
do your own
You
syncing
hold,
between
you Wait
devices.
for that resurrect. Go for the swing den. Like you mentioned though,
That is so
isolatable
much
spot,
more hassle
Not quite work, but still
for
save
like
the day
no
regardless.
real security
Now,
gain.
CUP, they're in a great spot, Kremer. They have 5 ults
Yeah.
to work with. Hunter's Fury could shut down the KJ lockdown if we see it soon.
But if
In
it
the
makes you
Viper's
sleep
Pit,
better, go
the
ahead.
Anti-post plant. You have so much to work with here.
So much to work with, and TRX, I think, sort of acknowledging this, have just gone for a fairly heavy default here, hoping to potentially find just
The big
a pick
difference between
wherever
password
they
managers
can.
safety-wise? No, they
And
all
while we are
basically
looking at sort
operate
of
on the
5
same
ults
design
available,
principle.
You know, a fairly good chance for CUP to turn this around. I'm staring at the chat, and everyone's talking about quantum computers. So
The
I
only way,
imagine just
the only way
on
people are
topic
getting your
right now.
passwords for one of those password managers is if they have privileged
know what,
access on your PC, because some of those password managers
No,
will
but there used to be a
keep
quantum
your
chip mechanic
passwords
in
in
Minecraft
memory
mod,
after you've
Google
accessed them
about it.
recently, like in local memory
That's really cool.
on your PC. And so if you have like a privileged
One release.
application like Vanguard running on that target's PC, then you may be able to inspect that. There's a fascinating research paper on that topic where they break down the various password managers that are popular and how you can like inspect various aspects of a PC's memory to extract passwords. But again, at that point, you're the target of like a government level entity, which is not a problem. If you're the target of a government level entity, you're screwed anyways. Agreed? Agreed. We just want to stop 7-year-old script kiddies from logging into your Facebook. And to do that, just use a password manager.
Absolutely perfect. And yeah, as you mentioned, only 2 ults needed there. The Hunter's Fury to at least delay the plant, or at least kill the player who was planting. The Showstopper for the one covering them, and then for the Viper, a 1 versus 5. You can only do so much there, right? With that, though, we now have 1 round that separates these teams.
Cybersecurity emphasis to a degree. Learners who go on the job.
Very difficult position to be
Sort
in.
of
I had,
neither. Most people
want to know where my
who
passion
work
for computer science came from?
professionally in cybersecurity at some point have done
I
like
had a lecturer
white hat
at
hacking
college in the UK,
or
and,
are very
he
familiar
explained
with
to me
it.
How the biggest regret he had in life was not installing Bitcoin miners.
If you want to get into
every single
cybersecurity,
PC.
just make sure you have a HackerOne
And
profile.
for me, that was one of the
and
coolest
you'll be
things I've ever
chilling.
heard. From going from like fairly strict teachers to one of the most laid-back guys on the planet who was annoyed he didn't install Bitcoin miners. Me was,
Password manager
okay,
just
that's the
be so
guy I
your
wanna
password
learn
is some
off.
long thing so you never get hacked. No.
Employee get in trouble for that.
It's not about the length of the password being hard to guess. It's about
my bad. But still, that's crazy.
randomwebsite.org that you created an account on could have implemented their password hashing with MD5 and their database gets breached.
That's fair.
And now your password on that
I
website,
don't need to investigate it.
if it's the same as your password on another website, would enable any random script kiddie who just has a list of all of them to just log into your PayPal
I'll just return the money.
and
that's a grand. I'm
send
sorry,
themselves
you know,
all of your
whatever,
money
again.
or whatever.
1 penny, 2 penny. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have a different password for every service you use, because the weakest service you use is like your weakest link if you use the same password everywhere.
Not even brought out now when the stakes are getting so high. Not necessary, I suppose.
Also, there's a text file out there on the internet called rocku.txt. Google it, download it, and Control F for your password. If you know it, if you like use passwords. If your password is in that text file,
it seems to be consistently on the
change it
on the back foot.
and use a password manager.
DRX though, ults available for them again. Another lockdown.
That is a public
for
text
Nooble
file. You just grab it
Narcs.
online.
Allergic to using them on Lotus. We'll see if it's going to be the same case over.
Full
on
of like
Icebox.
overused common passwords, and that's the first thing a script kiddie's gonna do when they try to
Zora's
log
on
into your
absolute
Facebook
tear.
or when they get like your
Ruben
hash.
needs to updraft in the boiler and shoot down this opening pick.
Where I have been pwned, right? I find rocku.txt to be more eye-opening than I have been pwned.
Strong opening
Because
start.
I have been
Rock,
pwned, while it is a
2-1,
great service and it is accurate,
You don't have that
it'll
ball
just be
for
like,
the
yeah,
anti-flag.
you've been compromised,
Only
and you'll
have
be
the
like,
turret.
okay, I don't believe you, or whatever.
Also falls.
That text file literally will have your
Strong
password
start,
in plain
good
text in it.
Tinfoil Rex,
And
they have
that's
to touch it
generally
too
more
much.
eye-opening to the average layman.
I mean, they've got time to do it, but that raise is very deep in mid. El Sierra is going to completely.
It's like way more eye-opening to see your password in there in plain
He's happy
text,
to be loud
you know?
about it as well. Seem to be umming and ahhing about the Roomba. makes this noise.
Most
and
actually,
now
salt
for
with rocky
TRX
can be a
being
problem.
trapped
Yes,
there,
because when
minute
like a
to play with
DB
minute
breach
to fight your
happens
way
and they
out
get your
is by all means
salted
possible,
hash
and it
using,
looks like they're
I
gonna
don't know,
swing
something
into
fancy new hashing
LCRX
algorithm,
with info,
so
swings
it's
off the
secure.
back of it, though. Malcolm good for
The
one.
first thing they're
Malcolm
gonna
not
do
able to
is they're
double
gonna
down,
hash
but just
everything in
stood there
Rock
to
U
respond
with your
into the
salt
3 versus 3 through mid.
to see if there's a
Gecko
hit.
doesn't want to risk going to the other side of that Viper's orb. Instead, it will be the Viper themselves.
Like,
to
assuming
hold
you're
the
their
safe side.
target.
Wall available, 35 seconds left, and a judge to try and stop this attack. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better gun for a one and done position. However, Recon Dart isn't quite going to land, just avoided by the raise, but it's not needed. Gecko good for 2, all onto the Killjoy. 1 versus
Yo, is my
3,
password in
20
there, guys?
seconds
It's
left.
Hunter 2.
Not the time you want. Spotted out by the wingman as well. Swings out, sees the judge. The judge.
Bro,
will
Carbon
find
under
him. The
pressure,
business
cooking
end
on
finds
defense.
the
They're bringing it
back of
back.
Noodle Norris as CUP make it 4.
I love this collapsing space that CUP is taking.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
even with the alarm bot set up inside of B main, you still had your 2 duelists coming in.
Overheated, the one you gave as an example would get guessed or get cracked in like minutes because it's word and then date is then year.
You just cross out those rotates. You hope for the best. You just slow down.
You
the
get
attack.
owned.
That's exactly what you're looking for. And it baits enough time for those B side defenders to hold down A side from the
The
other
super
side.
common pattern.
So it's a good macro level rotation to make sure that Tinfoil Rex are going to stay on their toes. Godspot though, paint nades are out.
That might be one of the defaults in John the Ripper,
Good
actually.
early entrenchment here.
I'm gonna stop talking.
The opening
Ooh.
Stop
That's
stop talking like
so
white
much more
hat
of A side.
shit
We
because
have to see
it gets
that smash
borderline
out
black
soon,
hat real
right,
fast.
on maps. But Gecko's on the other side of
I
the
don't
map.
want to break anybody's TOS.
Yeah, I
New
actually
topic.
wonder how the pressure is going to be used, to be honest, because trying to retake A is just going to get spammed down. You're only going to be good for 1, and retrieving it afterwards is going to become even harder. Zora spots out the jet, doesn't even want to fight them. Instead, hides behind their own cloudburst. Spike still isn't down, bearing in mind, so there's still quite a bit of space to
Dude,
work
Dax
with here.
is
Bjergsen, good for the
actually
first. His teammate traded on though. Lav to fall.
like waking
Bjergsen
up for his
has to
team right
continue
now.
This rampage. He spots out the jet.
Okay, but
finished
he
off by
can't beat
though.
Zora.
And with that, the Viper on the back line, good for 1 before he too is traded, all onto the Gecko. Thrash available, as you mentioned before.
Pepe hands, I like when we talk security. The
Even
problem
then
is
now,
security is
1
really
versus 2,
is a
half the
sensitive
plan
topic
work
to
with
talk
about
about.
halfway gone left on that Spike. With a bit of info, he's good for the first, but can he find the Sage? Currently tucked up above him towards the top of rope. Gecko's made his way.
Because like I
behind.
haven't done a background check on everybody in my chat.
Swings out, knife in
No!
hand. Good Lord, it's rough from the Sage.
Hooge, are you ever gonna see the
Little
Hooge
Bobby
5 ever again?
Tables,
I
he
doubt
wanted
it
to
because
have
Governor's
one of those
literally
live
playing an
chances to talk
APAC
about their
right now.
differences, to settle down their arms and decide to, you know, change how Valorant is played rather than with violence. Let's end
How
it in
does he
peace.
win
Let's
this?
talk under the threat of the Spike taking out both of us. The only time we can be honest with one another about our differences, to find a common ground and turn away from warfare. But
He didn't
no,
even.
the Sage opens fire.
Dude, that's the
Gecko's forced to
schmovement diff right
respond,
there.
and Cup
That's the
equalize
schmovement
5-5.
diff.
These are negotiations.
Damn, now I'm
That's for
interested in
sure.
cybersecurity. Thanks, Hooge. No
Assured
problem.
destruction.
Yeah.
Oh,
The only
I see a
takeaway
lot of
is use a
programming
password
in the
manager.
chat, so and judging by what's been said,
That's like the
I'm now
one thing
fully
you actually need to be
convinced
doing.
that Hooge is just a skid.
What?
A script kiddie.
Oh.
I am just a script
Oh!
kitty.
Hello! Welcome, Tunnels! The first big mid push we've seen. I don't really know a lot about computers. I know a little bit about software.
Have
Yeah,
you
use
tried
the-
turning it off and on again?
A little bit. I was able to change the item ID values in modded Minecraft back in the day. That's the extent of my programming skills. But programming, though, takes a lot of teaching and conditioning, and we're seeing that from CUP. Really good about pushing up against where the KJ isn't for those collapses.
You know, I see you talking about.
In
passwords.
Terratus, I'm gonna
Do you want
time
to
you
know
out
what
mostly because I
trust
don't think the
community looks like?
government cares about tone indicators.
I'll show you exactly what it looks like. I think for everyone in the chat, myself, Penflash,
Too
our
close
wonderful
to the sun,
observers,
dude.
Production teams, animators, and Hooge himself.
Too
we're
close
all
to
gonna
the
change
sun.
Our password to the same thing, and because there's such a wealth of information, there's so much information that even if someone just goes onto our PCs and logs in, it won't matter, right? Because it's just going to be the same stuff.
Huh?
Oh god, now these guys
It's
are
all just
talking.
going to be Valorant and the random weird stuff you found and downloaded. Like, but there's so much random weird stuff that no one's going to be able to, make anything of it.
I like weird stuff. The
Take
weird
everything
stuff
they're
is like
saying
my
with
whole
about
jam.
every grain of
But
salt in the
speaking of
world.
jams, does require some jelly to go along with it, and these are some sweet plays. This is the Viper Ball coming up. Triple stack behind now. Attacking lockdown Killjoy isolates out the Raze. Everybody else now on maps.
Imagine your
away,
defense in the
timing
court,
not
but I
there.
used a tone indicator. Yeah,
Raze
exactly. It's
so
too close
back
to the
top
sun there.
Raptors over
I
to
have
the
to
backside
immediately
storm.
remove that person from my chat.
base has been acquired.
to show that
Securing for the post-plan as well.
that topic is not
Keep in
even
mind, up to
remotely
6 different
acceptable
post-plan mollies available for
on this
fight.
stream. I'm not gonna try and argue that was clearly a joke.
Malcro
No,
as well. His
sir.
threat here. Look how many players from the defense have been forced to just try and clear out this position. He eventually gets cleared, but he bought so much time.
It's like using in Minecraft as a defense. Yes, we've actually said this. Slash J is not a
to redeem themselves from, let's be
timeout
honest,
barrier. It
humiliating
doesn't
round
make you
before and
invulnerable to
Viper
timeouts.
unable to
It just
restore
tells the
honor
other
to his
people
team.
in the chat
Instead, it's
room
all going to be
that
on
you are
Stewart,
joking.
Who is caught out and finished off. CUP, they
That's
have
it.
a half 7-5 in the lead. My, oh my, Keg, are we going to see potentially an upset of the series? From the lower bracket, CUP had to come.
It's looking like it. I mean, CUP right now, they've been playing such a great micro game. They're mid-rounding, as we called it.
So
on
never
Lotus, has been
joke and be
fantastic
dead
as
serious
well.
like I
These
always
rotations
am.
have been on point,
Exactly,
and
Braden.
it just feels like
Exactly.
there hasn't been an opportunity.
Carbon under
especially from
pressure,
both sides
being
defenses
up
that we've seen
for attack is
across the
kind
two
of
maps, right?
huge,
Well,
honestly.
Both of CUP's defenses, that there's never really been an opportunity where they're the ones caught off guard. It's consistently been Tinfoil Rex that seem like they're on that.
Are Carbon under pressure got a 2-0?
I have a question for you, Keg.
Oh, I like questions.
Is, you know how if you say something really messed up and you add in Minecraft afterwards, it's then completely fine. Same for if you put /J.
He's talking about it.
Are we going to see it actually used in a court of law? And if so, would it be a viable defense?
It
So
was
I'm glad
already.
you brought that up. I watched a YouTube video about that. It's already been used in court of law.
Keg already knows that.
As is.
Yeah.
What was the outcome? Which court?
Doesn't hold
English
up.
law or American law?
Did you guys see? It was like this 4chan
Not
user.
Well, I guess it's part of the American
He talked
law
about
now,
like
too.
overthrowing the government or some shit, and then he said in
guy, you know,
Minecraft,
typical 4chan
and
in Minecraft type
they
thing,
knocked on his door
officer, he,
and
wanted
arrested
that guy
him.
arrested. and
Yeah,
he
he's-
got arrested
Keg's
in
talking
his
about
mom's
it.
Basement. So
Really?
About what you expect.
Ah, fair enough. Someone says I smell /J. However, here's the thing. I am currently in a country where it is 15 degrees hotter than what I'm used to, and there is no AC in this casting room. I currently do smell very bad.
Also,
Not as
this
bad
is
as
America.
spamming
I think they might get the
Gecko on
bomb down on the basis
This is
of
also America, like everyone's.
TRX are not a Radiant team. So it might be okay to have no harbor. The bomb did go down, but we're all low. Zora diff.
Oh, good.
Does Zora have
Yellow
light
control
armor
from
again?
Zora. What is his KD at right now? Because that has to be so high. It can't be a 30 bomb just yet, but we're coming.
No, not this round.
decently
He
close,
bought
I
it
think.
himself.
Now, when we don't hear the we don't hear team comms when we switch over. However, I'm fairly certain Zora's comms is something along the lines of "I got mine."
Yo,
Yeah,
18 and 10 is ridiculous.
potentially followed by some flaming as well.
No, I bet they're all friends. I mean, they made it this far in the tournament. I can't imagine now they're gonna start being like to each other.
Hmm.
You could be
Someone made a good point,
overthrowing your
is,
friend's
you know how
government
you
in
can't
your
say in
no
Minecraft,
spicy
but-
shinobi. The point
yeah,
is the
but there
guy
are
was
Minecraft
clearly
servers
just
which are
adding
sort of
in
role-play
Minecraft.
based,
You know,
like your
shut up.
animation and stuff like
You're
that.
just
So you could do a very in-depth
You know
collapse of like
what
Japan.
you
Talk about how,
know.
I
You're
can't
just
wait to
being
infiltrate
pedantic.
Japanese islands by going
and
into
I don't
this
like
island
that.
specifically, and then using this against this. Surely that would be like
Ooh!
the limit, right?
Ooh!
Zora's found his limit though, the limit of his sanity and the limit of what TRX
Ooh!
are going to be able to give to CUP. And the answer is 3 bullets, 3 kills, and a
Holy
pipe push, which is
swoo!
completely collapsed. Who'd have thought it takes one
Why?
very
We don't
merry
need an
marshal
outlaw.
from a joking Jets to bring a 7th round for TRX, an equilibrium restored
Spy Marshal.
on Icebox. My oh my.
Craziest thing too, that wasn't done in Minecraft.
That wasn't done in Minecraft as well. That was done in Valorant, which is
Whoa.
even scarier because I feel like if a threat comes after in Valorant,
Me about to
then
argue
it's got
semantics
be
in stream
violent.
chat while Hooj is in a
That's true.
banning
That's where you
mood.
say 1v1 me, bro.
First of
Yeah.
all, I'm in a timeouting mood.
Default outprice CUP. Looking to
Second of
take
all,
those
I
points.
invented
The
being
long
overly semantic.
Push up into halls.
You
didn't
merely
quite work out
adopted
the
it.
way they'd hope.
I was
If
born
I
in it,
were
molded
Cup
by it.
right now,
In
my
fact,
goal would be to
it's a
avoid
brain
that jet.
condition
Just
I
see
have.
where Cezora's location is, any sort of giveaway factor, and try to
Mm-hmm.
rotate around it. And that does seem like it's the goal right now. Rotating the B side, using that fireball to their advantage. Turret will spot at least one, but Noodle Norris, if they fall, that's full kitchen control.
You attract others who are overly pedantic. Actually, okay. While that's true, I don't
Well,
think
some
it's because
get
of my
full kitchen
personality.
control.
I think it's because,
and
on
fours.
average,
Malcro now
people who are overly pedantic
going to be the one tested on
tend
this B site, but
to be
trepidation
the type to
from
play video
Cup due
games
to the
more.
lurk of Lav, who's been able to get
Because
all
you
the way
got
into
less
A.
IRL
There's a
friends
full
on
rotation
average
back
because
around. The
people
Sage
don't
gonna
like
have to
you as
replay from heaven.
much.
The Sova and Jet also
Because it's
called
really
into
like it's a
action
low
here.
social IQ thing to
Jet
do
will play, but they
most of the
expect
time,
it. Lav
honestly.
finished off into the
Right?
5 versus 3 now. Cup now. Desperately
Like going,
have to go on this side. 35
actually,
seconds
it's
left.
literally
Timing
associated with the
was
nerd
awesome
persona,
before.
no?
Gecko, information ascertained, but it's trades back and forth into the 3. Make that 1 versus 3 after plant. 12 HP to work with. 3
I feel
players to
called
find,
out.
1 on the flank.
No, shouldn't you feel like...
Things are not looking good for this Viper. He spots
Shouldn't
out
you
the
feel a
first,
sense
able
of
to get away for the
community?
time being, but the lurking Viper
Because that's
looking to
us
dip in.
IRL.
Does he anticipate the
It's not
flank? It
just
seems
you.
like he hasn't. And it may be a swift execution to our 15th round. That it is. Malcro finds the killing blow. Defuse comes through. TRX,
I'm generally not
they make
pedantic,
it
but
A,
your
and they
streams have
take the
made me
lead
more.
on
Ah,
their map
shit.
pick.
Great read.
A counterpoint.
Great defuse. If I'm CUP, I'm going for a timer here. Gotta figure out, okay, well, we did the lob special. We found so much distance on A site. Didn't quite work out, and that consistent factor is still Sizora. How do you find and cancel out this jet? It's not even a matter of avoiding them anymore if it's an outcome in a big rotate like this. I think it's more so, how do you just overwhelm that jet? Especially when now you have better shields, you don't have to get mowed down inside of halls this time. You need to find a way to overwhelm this singular jet, even if they're playing a starting spot like God Spot. That is going to be
All
so
I've gained
tough
from
to
Who streams
contest.
is more copium and
You
less
don't also do it
hopium.
either.
Don't you have hopium that
Absolutely
one
right.
day I'll hit
And
Radiant on
TRX
Raze?
now round up, so there is some leeway to work with.
Or-
here.
or
Don't
have the
any
tanks
ults
run
to worry
out
about
on that
either.
one.
Malcro, if he can shut down this push from CUP, the economic advantage they're going to gain is going to have a butterfly effect for a good 2 or 3 rounds now.
You merely adopted the potatoes. I was born in it.
Hold
It's
up
more
now,
like...
bro. Giving the call to his teammates to rotate
I've
back
always
over,
struggled to
baiting out the
see
Thrash.
things,
Even if they get detained, that's okay. Thrash was
through a
using
lens that is
such a
not
difficult
purely
spot to bring
logical.
it back. In theory.
Like any arbitrary rule enforced by society was tough for me to grasp as I was growing up.
And it's Basil. Shut
Like
down
people having to
completely.
wear clothes.
A
Didn't
good
make
start
sense
here for these
when I was
defenders
5
again
years
to
old.
Keep that lead going.
Makes sense now. Did not make sense when I was 5 years old because it just felt like a random
1
societal
versus 3.
rule.
And look at TRX, they're just not moving. They know that they have control over to B. They don't want to try and goad Cup into potentially
There was no, like, there was no set of logical rules I could use to figure out what the rules were. You know, every now and then there's just a new rule. And then also, but there's also fake rules. Have you guys ever been driving your car and turned on the backseat light and realized that it's actually not that big of a deal?
We had tougher map for CUP.
And then went, why the hell did my parents say that I was literally blinding them when I turned this thing on?
Map number 1.
What's up with that?
I
What's up with that?
believe Not their map pick? No, that was their map pick. So it's good that you won that one out. This is still a close game on Tinfoil.
Depends on the car, Huge. I don't know. I've tried every car I've gotten so far.
Just making sure you can gain that early.
My mommy's
space.
telling me it was illegal.
Pivotal figures, especially now Sizora once more. It's a slow crawl. Right into this Jet's blind spot. Recon bolt out. Sizora knows
That the
that this
car
could be an
battery
ace
would
on
die?
attack.
I mean, if you do it while the car's
Yeah.
not running,
Making
that
me
could be
quite
true.
nervous right now, Krem. They're playing in
I feel like a lot of
4-10.
parents tell their kids it's
Upgradability
illegal.
factor
Mine did
restored.
not do that. They did not tell me it
All
was
about now
illegal.
challenging with
That'd be
just
crazy.
pistols against this up, and the wall was up.
But I've heard-
an iron one
I've heard
at
parents
that,
just using
full
that. And
bullets
I
that
think
you
that's like
cannot
the
pierce through.
that's the crux of the issue, right? Because we've already come to understand that illegal can be applied to illogical rules. Because there's all sorts of illogical rules in society that are like illegal. And so when your parents don't want to explain something to you, they'll just say that's illegal. Because we're used to it. We're like, oh, okay, it's illegal. Got it.
That final frag, that final bullet finding that frag here. Look at this.
Oh my god, we have picture in picture?
Aiming at him for the final shot.
Picture in picture instant replay?
That hurts. That definitely hurts. For Basil though, without the spike, all 4 players going towards him. Another 30 seconds left. It feels like this should be all she wrote.
Because Young Hooge would have
for
Googled it, come
CUP,
back,
at
it's not
least in
illegal, why
this-
you lie to me? I
in this
wish.
round.
I wish Young Hooge was that.
Would you get a face tattoo?
that smart?
If you wanted to, Keg?
I want to get tattoos in general, man. I just don't know where and what I would put on it. But a face tattoo? What are we thinking? Like, what design?
I think you should get a tattoo of your face. on
Uh-oh,
your
this
face.
op seems
Oh, I'm down
tough.
for that.
Carbon Under
And, like,
Pressure,
yeah,
if you recall, it was 7 to
Literally,
5.
Just that your whole face is a tattoo of itself, but you can mess with it a bit 'cause you can give yourself cheekbones or something like that.
Yeah, also, my
We're gonna go to comms,
first
though.
phone I got in
Okay,
high
that's a
school,
classic
and it was a
Samsung
flip
phone.
phone
Deciding that we are.
that couldn't text.
12 day, and then I'll come back around to you guys.
So
that's good.
I couldn't just
Viper,
check
I
Google.
might need you to just like wait a little bit for the wall.
My
up, 'cause when
entertainment
I
was a
pushing
Game Boy
side,
Advance
that's when
SP.
we, like what came down mid push.
Watch
So
out
we
for
need-
that
we need
solo.
that
You guys can't bunch
That
up
shit was
long.
lit.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's right.
Alright, they used. Wait, they
He's
sprint a
on B,
shot.
that's
He's on
yellow.
B.
Yep, up top yellow.
Let's
You know, my
speed
dad
up
told a
the
story
middle,
about
keep
how
tracking space.
these two like Game Boy Advance SPs came to our address, and it was like
So was a
Amazon like screwed up. They sent it to the wrong address, and so he just packaged them up for me and my sister because he like reported it, and they were like, "Oh, just mail them back," and he was like, "Oh, they're not gonna give me anything. I'm just gonna keep them. Whatever. Amazon's mistake." And like nothing
Midside,
happened
midside.
supposedly. All I was thinking after he told that story was like,
Alright, play
"So you're
Fizzy
telling
on
me
Lotus.
you actually didn't get me a Game Boy?
You're fine.
I just got lucky."
Okay.
It's
Hold on,
fucked up.
Starting three.
Nice.
Shit, 1 point. Thank you.
We
I
have
loved
Martian
that
and,
thing.
Shot guard.
Yeah.
Recon arrow. And arrow going out. Hold on.
Let's
Under
close
base,
maze.
under base,
Close.
under base.
Very
Yeah.
close.
Stars gave you a Game Boy. Luck is a skill, huge. Damn.
Defuse coming in.
And Flash just said defuse coming in.
Strong diffuse. There it is. Another round in Tinfoil Rex's favor. But again, I'd like to see attack timeout come out here.
My dad lost a bet to 7-year-old me to get me a PlayStation. He followed through, right?
Yeah, I think
The worst
they're
thing you can
running
do
out
there
of
is
time
not
as
follow
well.
through.
You know, 11-7. This is where that timeout comes.
Yes,
in. You
he's
can't
based.
risk doing it to your
That
opponents
is
on
based.
12 'cause they're
I
just
feel like
gonna
you
play
follow
slower
through,
than
but you set like restrictions on when you can
CEP.
use the PlayStation and
It's
shit.
the
Like,
fact that
okay,
this
here's your
control is
PlayStation,
happening, working
but
out
you
for them,
you can't
it's
use it
starting to worry me a little bit.
these times on weekdays or whatever.
Let's see now what they can do next. Keep in mind again, the double dive. I still feel like this is the more preferred side.
My
for
dad promised me a
CEP too.
PlayStation and never bought me one.
Still gonna
That
find that
sucks.
distance in. It's just beating these single players, especially Sidora, locking everything down just like that. That's one half of your spear gone. And when you only have half, the rest is a little shanky. Especially though that the entire tip is gone. It's just the stick that's left. You might be able to go for a good whack or two, but again, full brunt of damage probably not going to be much in your favor for CUP. Okay, Love, good
Flank,
lurk.
though.
Dude, he
Good
gets
for
two?
Really
Two as
unlocking the
well.
round, Krem.
That's
Now,
perfect. And look at the rotation it's pulled as well. The rest of TRX, they're going to exec onto B. It's only one player to worry about. And Malcro has no desire to fight here. There is the util to prevent the plants, but with the Thrash available and the Viper Spit available, this retake may prove to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, do you think we'll see the appearance of both this round?
We should definitely see one.
It's gotta be Thrash, right?
Well, it's got to be now. Right?
I would hope so. Being a little close here.
That's
Viper
the wrong
sits out.
ult!
Okay, a little far back that covers the spike just barely. Thrash is out now.
It works, it works, it works. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. It's effectively the same ult,
Dome from Malcro. This is the same winning
but it is
rotation that he needs.
worse.
You can just skirt just barely behind the Viper Spit. Catch both off guard. That's Bobby gone. Malcro just needs to get one more. Basil hiding away. No snake fights to work with, but good to flush their way back up. Ring around the rosy. Ashes, ashes. Everyone in Tinfoil Rex could fall. This would be the winning round necessary. Basil, 2 ults needed. Good stall. Once more. Classic right click. Will it be enough? Of course it will be. That's the Basil diff.
Carbon under pressure!
Absolutely perfect. And what I love from
Bringing
his
it
Viper's
back.
ult here is he realizes that he's being flanked. So once he hears the tap, he just full swings that player who's tapping, hoping to get some space between him and the players behind him. Absolutely perfect. And this is how you play an after plan, right? You delay the plan, you take time, you wait for their HP to get ticked down low, and you see it at the top there. One shot from both of them, and for the Killjoy, just no time whatsoever.
The way that ult landed was really good. Yeah, if there's a lineup for it that's actually a bit
phenomenally.
better, which I show in my
And with
Icebox
that now,
guide. Because it lets you play in a, you can play on top of the 2B long, which is way harder for them to scale on.
So that economy does start to feel that very quickly. They've got about another round left of buy in them before CUP, in the rounds that would start to give them that equalizer. TRX's money's not going to be in a pretty spot at all.
Oh, that's a good question, actually. So if you're buying up the op so often, and not that Cesaro has to worry about losing it too often there, Dex, first blood the last 2 rounds, would you rather bring a Marshal or an Outlaw if you do have to reinvest in something?
Ooh, Wingman gets it down again.
Definitely an outlaw, just because it makes the you can go for just body shots with the outlaw, and it sets up your sheriffs very nicely as well, because they can also just go for body shots.
hurt.
You know that
Anything but
angle that
little
Malcro
bombs
played
there
is
for
an
Trey.
angle that like only Radiance would have played like a year ago.
Hazel unable to find the same heroics as last round.
But now I've
and,
like shown it.
Oh,
a few
never
times
mind.
on stream.
I thought the defuse went through. Good for Love to stop for a little bit, but
It's just really fun seeing a diamond player play that angle because
That they are.
it's a high level angle,
12
man.
to 8 now. It would require something phenomenal from CUP to be able to come back here. But against a 32 to 12 Cesora is having a Jubilee series right now.
Cesora's getting those first
And,
bloods. Yeah,
I mean,
he's
standing head
hopping.
and shoulders above anyone who dare peek him.
He's hopping
And,
against
well, luckily for CUP, setting their gaze once again to that B site,
a
to that
team
mid
that does
position.
not have a
You don't
Radiant
have to worry
initiator
about
player.
Cesora, but you are going to have to worry about him in the afterplants, which is just as scary if you ask me, because he seems unstoppable right now.
Just all these dry swings.
Like,
have
just
yet to
watch
take
the
them And keep in mind too.
Just
it's
go
not
watch
like
my
either one
Swift
of
plays
these
I
teams
played
really
this
have a
morning
lot of
and go grab the
flashes.
Sova
most you
games.
have is off of Gecko.
because
That's it for
I
the
play in
entire
high
tour.
Radiant. On my alt, I play Initiator quite a bit.
Well, for Cesora, that's just
You
gonna
can just see
make
the
his life
difference in the
easy.
amount
Bear
of
in mind that
recon
they
I'm
are
getting
about to
my
begin
team
the Jets
consistently.
first once they
I like
challenge
I even
avoid
whiffed some
Dizzy,
darts. It didn't
and the
matter.
Jets, actually, with the Guardian,
I was
the
like
Oaks are
one
able to
kill
get his
below,
vengeance from
one
last
kill
round.
above the guy
Cesora
right below me on the
falls
scoreboard,
into
and I had
now
200 more
4
ACS than them.
versus 5. Spotted out the Oaks and tries to go a bit deeper. Unable to do so, has Labs to assist him, avoids the Hunter's Fury, but that's where Malcro chimes in. Another great thing from that Hunter's Fury.
Stewart
There
looking like
goes the
calm.
Gecko. Things are collapsing for CUP. 2 players left. Basil's on a flank.
We're going
but
game
Malcro
3.
expects
We're going
it.
game
It's Squad
3.
Sierra. 1v4.
I'm getting my money's
Showstopper
worth.
Available. Brings out the showstopper. Unable to find them though. Finished off the paint shells. Yes, they get the diffuser.
This is why I
but
pay
it
them
is
per
not
stream.
enough time for. We're going to see TRX send us to a third map.
Money in the bank. I'm gaining value right now.
In a dominant fashion. And when we talk about dominance, we can't not talk about Cesora, who
Map 3.
absolutely delivered that map on a silver platter.
Map 3.
to
Get your
TRX.
predictions in,
I
chat.
mean, this looked like such a well-prepared map for Tinfoil Rex. They put their eggs seemingly in the new map basket, really playing up the uncomfortability of
So
other
trippy
maps
seeing my
and
own
other
overlay
teams on this
on
map. And
the-
CUP didn't play uncomfortably
main
at times,
monitor.
but they didn't have an answer for the
Normally,
early
I
round
can't
chat,
move
and
my
I think a
mouse
lot of
over
that
the
came
overlay,
down to
but here
just
I am.
having a big lack of LOS denial, but yeah. Just what,
Damn,
11
9
kills
first
above
bloods,
everybody else. 9 first
400.
bloods. Cesora had a
He broke
phenomenal
400
series.
combat score.
That's 2 maps in a row. Yeah,
Oh my word.
2 maps in a row where Cesora's the top frag by a considerable margin.
You know what I look forward to is.
Are you watching chat on stream? I always watch chat on stream effectively.
Makes it for pretty much just
Ooh.
this series.
I
Yeah, Cesora,
use
drop the Twitter at.
this webpage to read chat,
Now's the time to start advertising yourself.
and
brother.
this matches stream.
That being said, though, that is the end of
So
map
anything that
2.
shows
We
up
have
on
our
stream will
third
show
map
up
of
in this
Ascent
little
coming up
webpage.
soon. It is all to
And you
play
can go to
for
this
in the
webpage.
grand finals here of the
It's a public
Underpeeled
webpage
Season
because it
3.
just subscribes to the
Stay
event
tuned.
stream.
We'll be back shortly.
It's anyone can subscribe to the event stream. You can see. It's like this is the exact. This is exactly how my chat works. Here, you know, I'll show you the full breakdown. We're talking tech anyways. You can go to the Underpeel stream if you want to watch those highlights. So here in the event stream, you can see predictions are coming in as well. So people voting on the prediction, because that's how the prediction updates on the overlay. You can see like here's a chat message object. Let's grab it. JSON formatter. Stop this. So on the right here is essentially, this is what one chat message contains. This is, Ascent could go either way from just tired. So we send over all of his roles, so that way the front end can determine what icons to render next to his name. So in just tired's case, he has 3 icons. How do we determine which 3 roles? Well, we always display the rank, and then his 2 next highest roles get picked, but we just send them all over so that the front end can do things with that if we want to. And otherwise, we have your author IDs, just like your user ID, and then any stickers or emojis or mentions you send over. And then platform, because we also support Twitch messages. So it says Discord down here. So each message looks like one of these. Who's your framework? The repo front end. Look at the repo. Look like Angular JS. Okay, if you've never worked with Angular, then I forgive you. Angular JS is a discontinued web framework that was released like a million years ago, 2010. And then Angular is an actively maintained web framework that was released in 2016, 6 years later. And my front end is written in Angular. Sometimes, to remove confusion, professional developers will refer to this as Angular 2+. But be careful, because when you say Angular JS, you're referring to an outdated framework that nobody should be developing new projects in. I should be forgiving you for using Angular. I think Angular is way nicer than React. I like separating my views, models, and components. It's like chat message. I have my HTML, and then I have my logic. Right? Like I like separating them this way. It makes the most sense to me, so that's why I choose to write in this framework. Logic in my logic file, styling in my styling file, and HTML in my HTML file. It makes the most sense to me. So that's why I prefer it over React. But I know how to use both. Fill out this survey in order to let our stat boy know what you want to see going forward from Underpeel stats. Viewer. You looked at the stat sheet. Yes. How user-friendly was the sheet? Honestly, 2. Helping prepare against another team. I did not play. How often use the stat sheet? I looked at it basically once. Visually hard to process. Normalize stats. Most kills heavily favors players who have played the most rounds. Instead, it should be most average kills per round. And probably don't include players who haven't played at least some minimum number of rounds. Nope. Boom. Did you write that yourself? The code for the front end is a lot of people at this point. I wrote a majority of it. Wow, this repo's 2 years old. Really? Wow. That's crazy. Been working on this thing for 2 years. How many hours do you think you put into it? Uncountable. Over 100 probably. I had a vision for a fully, like, basically I didn't want to have to rely on Twitch. And Twitch has all of these cool applications you can easily use as a streamer. Subscriber notifications, easy. Just use Streamlabs or whatever. Prediction overlay, easy. Here's a website for that. Just drop your Twitch stream link. Chat overlay, all of these things, they're so easy when you're a Twitch streamer. It gets you hooked on the Twitch juice and you can't leave. And I noticed this is like an anti-pattern because as a streamer, I don't like feeling handcuffed to a given platform. So what do? I make a prediction overlay. I make a sub counter. I make a sub notification overlay. I make a chat overlay. And then I make my own shit. I make a VOD review rank overlay. I make themes. Like, because I make a sheesh meter because now I can do whatever I want. It's mine. And it gives me the power to create some crazy shit. I made AI assistants, like, to show me the Twitch overlay that does that. Yeah, it's because all of those Twitch overlays are their own things. Like the prediction overlays developed by Bob, chat overlays developed by Fred, and Bob and Fred don't even know each other. and both of their codes are closed source. But instead, I developed all of this. It's all open source, and they can all talk to each other. Yeah, we also have Connect 4. We have chess. Let's see. We have all sorts of shit. We've got the waiting pages. That's part of the overlay. But that was like my vision. And I just was slowly working at it. And now it would be very easy. Like, let's say Twitch literally disappears. I would be almost unaffected.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The fruits have returned, and we're bringing you Ascent. And I see a Jet, Yoru, and Phoenix all being hovered by our defenders. Something I am very much looking forward to seeing if TRX decide to commit to a heavy duelist matter.
I will literally take anything besides the default Ascent comp. That's how desperate I am in North America. Any other region, I'm sure this map is much more interesting with your Phoenixes and your.
Ever make your own streaming platform? God, no.
I've been baited way too many times in my casting life to.
Super expensive to stream live video to an audience.
Yeah, a little bit unorthodox. Breach Phoenix, though. Now that's going to be interesting.
I mean, that is just Flash City right there. You are looking to take so much oppressive space in those trap style plays.
Wait, they're running the.
You know, starting off with the defense.
They trying to run the loud comp?
That, well, okay, maybe no Phoenix anymore, but
oh,
even the. Oh no. Never mind.
That looks pretty default.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say the double flashes on the defense would allow you to have Sizora define that early tiles control with the flashes outside mid, but...
When you're on stream platform, heavily reduce your viewership? Not really, because all of you guys are in my Discord. Yeah, when I go live, I announce it in Discord.
Having the cipher means you have zero info.
So it would probably reduce my viewership for a little bit, but it would bounce back pretty fast.
So I don't quite know how CUP are planning on playing this.
No silver on
Ascent
Ascent
is
is
extremely fast, and you just dive with the duelists.
Like...
But even then, if you dive into the wrong site,
the second duelist makes no
dive into a
sense.
Killjoy setup, it's going to be very easy to isolate those.
I'm closing
duelists.
prediction.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are really punchy favored here. I wish we had seen the Phoenix and Breach, because I would say that even more so. But I'm assuming, knowing Sizora, we're probably going to see a lot more clear.
Also, that's why I'm working on right now. If you're a tier 3 subscriber, check it out. Go to chats.woohoojin.gg. If you're a tier 3 subscriber,
if you rotate
go to this page.
And you just gamble correctly to a move away from this jet.
Give it access.
You won't be able to
click log in here and then move your mouse to the bottom and click the full screen button.
I agree completely. What's nice with the Breach as well is
that'll let you literally chat in this box. Like you can type in it.
Whereas with
and watch my stream full screen.
It's very much a yes, you can suppress them.
And that'll be like the future of
but you can't just
watching.
And
like power users can watch that way. I'm going to implement like you can click on predictions, click on polls.
Looking to continue his
and then if I switch from Twitch to who knows what, it won't change for you because you just go to chat.woohoojin.gg. And either way, it's the same for
you. The 3-man push continues to exit through B main here.
At best, the Cypher can only assume it's one. Sizora the first to fall.
You plan to remove the Twitch embed to fully detail the stream?
No. That may already be what you need. Tinfoil Rex
the Twitch embed is literally how you can watch me.
Tiny lines of sights. Noodle Norris.
I'm not going to make my own streaming platform.
Ninja Warrior, they're backing out of the way with a small parkour, but again through tree, free access for CUP.
That could be tier 3 always. Yes, because
problem now is utility.
There's a lot of power that comes with that platform that I don't want to have to build checks for. So for example, there's no slow mode.
However, they do have that. They do have the Sova and they have the Killjoy and they have the Omen. So they have the ability to zone out positions here. But trying to actually physically get those frags, it's going to have to start with the Killjoy surviving. Only 25 HP to their name. It does force.
I need some border radius on this text box. Bro, just inspect element.
With Stuart falling, there needs to be a trade. Unable to do
I don't think it's working on mobile. Oh, it's not. I know it's not working on mobile.
Fights from Heaven, but Bjergsen. 2 sheriff kills, 2 headshots on a first round for CUP. They open in a dominant fashion there, and it comes off the back.
I didn't even try to make it work on mobile.
He's able to find Sizora as
there's not a mobile experience I can envision that would be like
execute. They know where the pack
that would be good.
CUP, it's great decision making, and it
too
comes
small
very
to screen.
quickly. Surprising when you consider that they are.
Otherwise, I get past slow mode, still sending messages in this chat. It's not. It's not sending messages in the Discord chat. It's sending them to my event stream.
Chance the death ball B site. They're gambling it just a tiny bit. Their goal now now for CUP is just the rush B site. You know you have the weapon advantage. You know
And before
that the
Woohoojin
best
iOS app,
utility
that
you have
is
against
actually
you
what
is
I
gonna
would
be
do.
that KJ setup,
Like
but
instead of a mobile
lesser buys
website,
means
if I
lesser
wanted to have
utility, or the
mobile
gamble of
viewing
better
clients,
utility,
I would just
less
make an app.
utility. Smoke goes down early mid.
Make an
CUP
iOS and an
again,
Android
they
app.
had that pressure be made early on. They put the
Little
smoke
banana
down.
icon.
Idea might be either wait for the aggressive push.
Then
go
my
through
app can
mid,
send you a
and
push
then eventually
notification when
pivot
I'm
back to
live.
tree for the A side plant, or maybe you're able to take enough bodies down inside of mid, not dedicate the spike too far. Could easily maybe overtake B site off of this market excursion.
You could easily do just that, but my worry for TRX here is...
So it's early, how we reply to other
playing a
comments
very
on here.
close
You know
angle,
what? Because you
don't have the
preface
best
that with, I know
weapons.
it's early, I'm going to time you out for being an annoying user of a beta product.
The Killjoy can be isolated here. With
10 minutes.
A lot of utility going through mid as well.
If you know it's a
CUP needs to be
beta
careful.
or an
That's a
alpha
lot
and it's
of
very
non-expendable
early,
utility that they've just
then
committed
of course
on a
it's missing
position where
features.
they're
Don't ask
very
me
slow to
where they
take.
are.
There we go, that mid side push. There we go. This is the challenger's pivot we've seen so often. Put that pressure inside of mid, rotate back in the tree, force out those rotates, and Cizora now suddenly, almost through dumb luck, might be in the best possible
Doesn't talk in Discord, but in the stream overlay itself? Yeah, exactly. Because the talking in Discord, first of all, there's no OAuth scope for Discord messaging. You can't even request OAuth permission to send a message on behalf of a user that's not supported. Additionally, even if you proxy through like a bot, the speed you get rate limited.
Tries to double down, makes it 2. Can he make it 3? Doesn't have to. That's where you see the joys.
But my own event stream has no rate limit. Oh!
Makes it 3, secures the 1 versus 3. However, once again, you have to ask the same question we asked on Lotus Keg, which is, should these anti-ecos be this close? Yes, it comes off of a good round with that Vandal, but you've lost so much in holding that site that for CUP, their third round investment is going to have to consist of
Vax is a hero.
Bulldogs, maybe a few
To be clear,
Spectres at that.
Tinfoil Rex are very happy with this round, but you never feel happy when you lose the 3v1, even when like you've already done good damage.
Whole wide world. So my idea now for CUP would just be to wait for Tinfoil Rex to overextend again. But instead of pivoting in the mid, I would just wait a little bit. See if someone like Cizora will push out aggressively. Recon Bull didn't find much action outside of B site. And it's a good call too from the Cypher on the other side of the map to say, hey, biggest piece of info gathering, not going to be available. The knife might still be in the possession of defense. I'm not too sure. I didn't see it go off. Cizora, though, has to keep his Vandal alive.
Able to get across. Malcro, though, still good for the first. The Paranoia's timed beautifully, and CEP showing some really well-drilled executes right now. Zora just waiting by that door, having to buy a bit of time. There's a flash.
That flash is sick from Stewart.
Ooh,
Ooh,
does just that.
Stewart!
Stewart doubles down. This is much cleaner from TRX here. Even Stewart making it 3.
What's the score right now? Good question. Zendikar, you forgot the overlay in the top left.
And now that Bjergsen's stepping it up a little bit, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this duel between Bjergsen and Cizora is going to start evolving over the course of this final map. I believe, though, it's time to hear what the comms sound
Stort?
like.
You guys call him Stort? Is that a thing? Or joining comms, but we're still in replay POV. Oh, here we go. Oh, and now we still have the casters.
I'm gonna jump peek. I'm gonna jump spot.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm knifing tree.
Okay. 1 tree, maybe 2.
Damn.
Yeah, coming straight to be break.
That's a lot of info.
Isn't that flash banned in VCT? Who cares? This ain't VCT. Also, is it? Do you have a source on that? What's OP about the flash? I haven't seen that one.
Actually, I can get orb, yeah.
He does not mean smoke.
Is it like undodgeable?
Not appreciate that smoke. No,
Why would it be? Some things are banned from VCT. Like they bug out and the ability's invisible.
I can get orb and can alt out.
Okay. Yeah, I have orb here.
Or they glitch through like some glitchy hitbox on an object.
Nice, good pick.
Oh, that's big, that's big.
If Jonas calls them riot darts when we talk about like a Sova dart.
Wait, I can hold on. I can Cypher ult this. 1 sec.
Okay, I was gonna get that for KO.
Oh, my bad.
It should be rotating over now.
Can't be seen by the, but they get flashed through some pixel hole. Ah, got it.
KO same. KO suppress.
Back up.
You have to click the full screen option from the bottom, not the video player. Yup. Welcome to an alpha website with
they use the recon on mid.
alpha level feature development. Because I'm overlaying 2 full screen things on top of another, I had to give you a button that does it because it executes some like very precise JavaScript to like finagle it. I need to fix that.
One in heaven.
One more tree.
You can't do it automatically though, because
Yep.
it's like basic web design where you have to require user input before
It's fine.
performing an action on behalf of the
Just play
user,
the
because
dash.
otherwise you can like whatever. It is annoying.
Nice, nice. Tree. Nice.
Damn. Carbon under pressure.
That is surprisingly clean comms.
Yeah, I was most impressed with the mid rounding.
Yeah, welcome to the Tier 3 in-house community.
And how accurate it was for the side execute.
Are you watching this
Yeah,
stream?
exactly.
Are you
Something that
not a
surprised
Tier
me,
3
though, is
subscriber?
You can tell that
Do
they've
you
been
hate
scrimming a lot.
the
because
inconsistent
that
comms
calling,
of
that
solo
was-
queue?
There wasn't any mid
Do you want to
round calls. There
experience
wasn't
good
a, okay, let's
comms?
fall back to A, let's
Do you
split
not
through
want to
mid,
have to
let's
climb
send
to
two guys
Radiant to
offshore.
do that?
Instead, everyone was doing
Join
it
the
automatically.
Woohoojin 2-3
Meant the comms
community.
only had to be filled with,
We play
with where
in-houses
they are. They
with
don't have to worry about
high-quality
the position of their
comms.
teammates, which to me suggests
If you run into a
lot of
bad
scrimming.
egg in the in-houses who
Yeah,
are
we're doing it
either
really
toxic
well. I
or
hope this
don't
is a good
calm,
team as well. They
just
do
record,
very well,
submit a
but
video to mod mail,
last round it was
and we'll
Lobby
kick them
that
out of the
was
in-houses for
removing Cesar
good.
from the equation. Once
The
comms are
in-houses
like now with
enforce
your entry gone, or at least
clear
one of them gone,
communication
there is still that raise that can
and
help
positive
jumpstart your
pause.
way onto a site. And gotta say,
Miscomms are
don't really see
completely
a raise too
acceptable,
often on
don't
this map.
worry.
I was postulating
As long
before
as
that
you're
if not
making your
much of an
best
upper,
attempts, you will be
you're
allowed
a
to continue
duelist.
playing.
Raze might be a better option than Jet on this map, but we don't really get to see it too often until now. Zora, good spot. Down mid.
I'm using the clear comms moments as an ad from the one thing that I sell as a streamer.
He is traded, but Cesaro's continued his success over to mid. That's prevented the flank. Now Malcro, he knows that there's going to be a push coming his way. Cesaro anticipates it as well. I think Cesaro, in finding a pick here, would pretty much guarantee the round.
Players in the UNDERPEEL make a team, or are they assigned? Either. You're free to bring your own team as long as it meets all the criteria, or you can like fill out this form to get placed onto a team.
Unable to get his real weapon out
If
in
you can't
time.
find friends.
And with that, TRX, they strike back. And they strike back once they have that operator out on Cesaro. He seems to be unstoppable once he has that big, long sniper.
You literally sell your community to grow a community. Yeah, I think it's a good business model when I just show you my community on full blast and say, don't you want to join, right?
Back it up, but all things considered, TRX, now that they have this operator, this is where they need to find those rounds. This is where they need to start pressuring CUP and making
You can split off the tier 3 in-house as its own thing. I mean, we're turning it into tier 3 5-stack ranked as well, with certain criteria that'll allow you to bring those VODs for VOD review on my streams, so that you can play even less solo queue. You'll still have to play solo queue, but I'm trying to help you play less of it, because solo queue sucks, let's be real.
Oh, well, probably going to losing players. Through the smoke there, Stuart falls, and Sierra comes out, showstopper in hand, finds the killjoy.
The tier 3 5-stack, I'm aiming to have it remove about half of the solo queue you have to play, and you get to replace it with high comms 5-stacking. Not with your friends, but with people of similar rank from that channel. So you don't get to invite your best friend, but at least you're 5-stacking.
There's the frag. It's all onto Lil Bobby tables. 1 versus 2. Comes up with the KO, able to flank the 2 players who will get to sight here. Do they anticipate the KO to come from behind them? There's the tap. There's the swing. Cesaro's ready for it. 3-3 the
Still recommend solo queue to improve. This will be just as fine, Dyer.
This time though,
it's going to be, I believe the number decided on is you'll have to play 50% solo queue, and then you'll have to use this channel to find a 5-stack team of players within 200 RR of yourself currently who also meet the rules. So they also have to have half of their game solo, and then it'll force you to make a team of 1 controller, 1 duelist, 1 sentinel, 1 recon, 1 flash to queue up.
Absolutely right here, and I mean for Cesaro,
so you're basically solo queuing into a team of 4 other tier 3s who fit your team comp perfectly and all want to try and calm in the game. So you're still basically playing solo queue because you'll have a new team next game and the next game, but you're also 5-stacking, if that makes sense.
They look to barrel down another
I say it's bad to duo queue with the same friend for 500 games because you're going to improve at different speeds. But when we have a community of 800 people, well, then it should be pretty easy for you to play with somebody of relatively similar skill. If that makes sense.
3v3, perfect time to use the ult. Stuart needs a clean entry in.
Did you queue up into real 5-stacks with strats and shit? No.
Right? Flash out right at the wrong time. Great round from CUP.
Great round
teams
indeed. I
that
mean,
have like
goes into the
strats and whatnot or
upper part, and
whatnot
TRX, they all
almost
speak on the
never
same
queue
angle. It
5
feels
stack
like
rank
there's a bit
together
of a
because
lack
that
of
means they're
coordination
probably
there,
immortal and up,
especially for Zazora
and their
to
queue time would be
peak,
infinity.
knowing that the null command was probably going to be expended.
Infinity.
Takes the fight before the null command's popped, which means that he's unable
And a team
to
below that
trade
trying to run
well
strats and
himself,
whatnot,
really. He's gone out solo.
they're not
LCR is
scary.
there to follow up after Bjorks and falls. The
scary at
advantage
all.
of having that double duelist. And yes, he invests another operator, but the money ain't looking good for TRX right now.
No, and I
Actually,
think
Malcro picking up the operator. That's interesting.
I like this call. That means Hizora can play
Five
so
stack
much
always
more
play against a 5
aggressive
stack
than
though? Yeah.
before.
I don't know what you're
He
saying.
has extra coverage. Malcro's timing will be different on a micro level.
I'm saying if you take 5 gold players, you queue up 5 stack, yeah, you'll face another 5 stack. But even if they have strats, they're misprioritizing the way that you play Valorant. You're gonna shit on them if you're better individually.
Basil may have heard that or pickup.
Strats don't matter. Like coordinated
Just that. I'm
sight
so
hits and
excited
strats
by that orb
are not
pickup.
going to
That's
happen in a
punch
gold
I like
lobby.
that.
Nice, very nice.
That's a caster
I don't know
101 there.
who's gold
Might
5-mans
go
can be
well.
pretty traumatizing sometimes. VOD. Drop it.
Good for Malcro.
Or you're gone.
Slow the op available. Dry peak didn't quite work.
Oh, he got too cocky. Went for another one. There is the trade there from Zazora, though. Takes the high ground, finishes the job. It feels like
With up to
TRX
4
are
iron,
just playing
1
a deathmatch,
immortal
really,
boosters.
to convert
Yeah,
this
that could
round.
happen.
Surprising considering
It's
their
not. I don't think it's
inferior
gonna happen
weapons,
much.
But for CUP, that's
Let's
got a
see
little
your
bit of a
5
sting.
stack.
Lav has been able to lurk out on A.
I'm
It
gone
seems to
then.
be
I
sort of
only have solo
standard
queue
Lav
VODs.
things. However, getting his teammates the spike is going to be damn hard. Killjoy will be picked off. Lav, it feels like at the moment his objective is more economic damage rather than well, round damage.
Your anecdotal opinion
As he
don't
does
matter
have
to
the
me.
ults, though,
Show
and
me.
that may be
Show me
what
the
secures the
the
round
data.
here. He's going to be able to secure that spike. Pops out, grabs it, and now the ace site is going to be swung open in favor of CUP. 12 seconds left.
At least they were
Not gonna
honest
go
about it.
down
I
the
don't think they had
trick.
another
Stuart
option.
won't
What are
be
they
able
going to do?
swing into
Say,
this
oh
fight.
yes, I have the VOD, and then not link it?
Blank Cesaro, what can he find? Sees the
Ooh.
cipher. It's labored, but he does get Lav
That's the
now.
round.
All onto Basil. 1v3.
4-4. TRX are bringing it
Full
back,
stand
dude.
smoke, hit by the suppression. Now being pushed on from all different angles. Cesora, he gives that killing blow, or killing stab, I should say. TRX have a stab at the 8th.
If I'm remembering correctly, the
find
prize for winning
success.
lunchtime ranked is a gift
They
of tier 3.
equalize at 4-4.
You're
Really
free to
important swing
take
round
one,
coming
yeah,
out from
or you can
Tinfoil.
get a
You
gift
need
card.
that to keep the economy alive.
$25,
Now,
not
full
50
on ult
mythic.
expended. We have a
The
lot
gift
of
cards
barrier maneuvers now
Scale for
against
VOD
CUP.
reviews, not for lunchtime
A
ranked.
very late round
Lunchtime
promising
ranked is always
game.
25.
In these
VOD
later
reviews
rounds,
are
of course,
currently
the deny
50,
the
yes.
mistakes.
And they'll be
Undisputed
$75
though,
at
the
2,000
lockdown
subs.
there. No command can be brought out first by Bobby Tables, and if it does, with such a broken buy, this has to be a fast explosion to B-side.
Current Under Pressure
It has
already
to
has
be,
what they
and
need this half. The rest is
there's
just
a KO
gravy, I
ult to
believe.
assist them in doing this. And something
I
which
don't
has
have
surprised me
that
as well,
Hopia that
Kick,
you have.
is
They don't have
how
Sova.
close this game is. You know, looking at the predictions, we were expecting a TRX very swift 2-0, but CUP have absolutely knocked it out the park here. Zazora risks going through the smoke, spots the first, unable to do damage though. Instead, has the early warning system for the assault coming now from CUP. There's a swing from the jet, and the Sova's a
Dax
little bit
is just
scrambled
finding
there.
him, man.
From backside, Stuart, he's good for one. Make it two. He knows there are more coming straight towards him there.
Bobby
Flashes
Tables,
by
you gotta
with
hit
space, a
that.
bit of time,
You gotta
and a
hit
bit of
that trade.
kills as he makes it 3. Continuing a tyranny from backside, panicking a bit as you can see from the utility there. Zazora has to cross the stairs. He spots out the cipher. There goes Lav into a 1 versus 3 now for
And they're
El
even on a
Sierra.
sense attack,
Yes,
can't be
there
that
goes
bad.
Malcro, but
Okay,
still on backside is
I think it is that bad, and I'm going to tell you why. After wait, CR clutches this.
caught out in aforementioned reposition. Minute left now. 1 versus 1.
You're not thinking about all the variables.
versus
There's
the
more
Jets.
variables
The
than you're
Jets, which has
respecting,
brought so much
and
success
I'm
for
going to make you
TRX.
respect them. Because I
Although
know
10 bullets in
you,
this
you like to think
phantom,
about
El
things
Sierra cannot
the right way.
afford to miss. Shift down from the Jets,
Okay.
hunting for that first frag. Finds just that.
These teams are not balanced. What do I mean by that? Tinfoil Rex has some players that have way more skill than others. Agreed? On defense, you're splitting your players up across the map, therefore reducing the effective value any one player can have over the outcome of a round. On attack, you frequently play in tighter formations where your better player can cover up the mistakes made by the others. Like they can trade them more efficiently, can play for entry frags. So Cesora on defense is going to have a harder time converting rounds than on offense.
Normally that comes out to save Cesora. to get that
Additionally, the
title,
lack of the
but
Sova
seems like
coming
no,
under
this
pressure
KO,
makes their
Stewart
defense
is
look kind of
absent
weak
from
to
this
me.
maneuver.
I don't even have a flash either. It's just Cesora looking for a
You
pick.
see,
here.
Cesora sort of has
Going
to
through
like
the smoke
find
is
a kill.
Very optimistic.
While on attack,
I'll be so surprised if he gets away with this.
Carbon under pressure is gonna have to.
And doesn't get away. Dashes in the wrong direction.
He found a
It
kill,
was
but he got
so good
traded.
until it so wasn't. As now over in mid.
Oh!
Very optimistic swing from Stewart's. He's going to be counter.
Oh, I get to see that dash again in the picture-in-picture replay.
From Lab's perspective here, I think we may do.
Yeah, dash
No, we don't.
forward.
We just see the dash in the wrong direction. The operator thrown to an inconvenient angle. El Sierra finds the Killjoy, almost doubles down with the Sova as well. And now Takina knows that they're going to be pushed down from the high ground. Good for one, caught out by the second. It's all onto the Omen. Able to teleport to backside. Doesn't commit to it though. However, Bjergsen does not know that. Instead, paranoid of this.
He's called him
He's going to
Bjergsen.
call for Lav to come assist him, aid him in this endeavor. As the Omen has two
Have you considered
more
that
to
Lav is
find.
different?
Tell me, Cake, do you have faith in Malcro?
Of course I do. It's Malcolm.
You're arguing on emotion now, Street, and you know it.
Tripwires, though. Keep an eye on those. 2 shrouded steps available.
You're just like the Sentinels
Be good
fans
for the
when I
fake
told them that
TP
Loud
over
was
one
gonna
of them.
win.
Malcro doesn't know what those tripwires are immediately just yet. Could have the educated guess. Almost full utility. Gonna approach that first tripwire. Shrouded step. Fake. No, not even. None of the above. Dax instead destroying
Let me add my
Malcro to bring
hopium.
things to an even game
No.
again.
That they do, and it seems to just be blow for blow at the moment. And
I'm a Loud
bear
fan
in mind,
after
once
that
we see the
series.
half switch and we see
Yeah.
this CUP
It's
set
hard
up
not
on
to be a Loud
defense.
fan when they
I'm
whip
gonna
up.
be very curious as to how much
Loud
success it's
literally
gonna find.
single-handedly shut up like half of the analysts on the VCT desk, which I love. Because the analysts will be like, oh, Ascent is solved. Boring map to watch. And then Loud will be like, Viper, Omen, Breach, Sova, Jet. No, Phoenix. You know what? Phoenix. And it's like, wait, what? No Sentinel? No Sova? Phoenix? And then they just
No,
stomp.
can't be. Check logs, check logs, check logs. No one ever
You
plays
gotta
logs
respect
anymore.
Loud for that. How can you not love
Well, not
them?
the matter though. It is just a meltdown any which way you look. A gigantic.
I'll be
blunder.
thrilled to see Loud qualify
Arrow does get revived,
and
but
attend an
still
international
seconds
events.
more now.
They're so
Showstoppers
fun to
still
watch.
available From El Sierra could very well be made outside B spawn. Doors on the other side to be this sandwich.
Which is actually really
He's the
impressive
red
because I
zone
don't have
over,
any
left
attachment to
falling
any
over
of
the
their
bottom,
individual
however.
players.
All the meat and the entrails of the sandwich itself. Fake dash from Cesora. Double cyber cage gives information noise
I'd
away.
say the most I have is for
Brings
less.
The wall, doesn't want to give away the position just yet. May be forced to crawl under this tripwire to remain hidden. Is there a possibility?
No.
No, the ponytail was caught out. Great confirmation from Dax Bjergsen again. Good for the half now.
It is a question for you, Keg.
Same for me with PRX without hacking Love Jing. Okay, so my problem with the APAC region is their playstyle is really fun to watch,
which would be up in a
but I think they
ponytail if you
take
were
it
going
too
for combat.
far.
Would you cut your hair if it meant not hitting a cipher trip, or would you keep your hair how it is?
I don't
so you
think
can
their
look
playstyle.
cool
I think
while you do
as
it?
Valorant evolves,
We'll see, my
they're
hair's
only going to
short
do
right
worse
now,
and
so I
worse
feel like I
until
can
they stop
actually,
picking
go under the
the
side of
hyper crazy double
if I had my
duelist
long
comps
hair,
all over the place.
I would do a ponytail. I think ponytails are badass.
So you'll take the battle ponytail, knowing full well cipher trips are going to be more effective against you.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not
Stewart!
afraid of any cipher.
You're not afraid of any cipher.
No ciphers.
You know what? Fair enough. Cipher dies a lot in the trailers and all of that.
Yeah, I ain't afraid of no cipher.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
mean,
robot, anyways.
He's a nerd. He sits there staring at a CCTV camera all day.
I mean, if he's getting hit by the KO knife, he should just like shut down.
Actually, yeah. Explain to me why he's an agent. Why is he talented? Jet can like dash at the speed of sound. Raze is an explosive expert. Omen can literally communicate with darkness. But Cypher just happens to be a bit of a nerd.
He's just a guy. He's just a silly little guy.
We need a bit of a
Brimstone,
nerd.
when creating the Valorant like team, thought, you know what? We need a nerd. Let's get a geek. who is that? Well, you know, there's this guy with a big hat who, you know, he happens to fiddle about with technology a bit. He has something like.
guy's actually just slandering
tripwires. I know
Cypher.
they're not a new invention, but like for some reason his allows us to see them. I don't know. We should give him a try. They try him out, and he's
They're getting 7.
staring at a camera. And they
Really
think,
looks
yeah,
like they're
that's
getting
what we
7.
This is the guy I want on Valorant.
Street,
Exactly.
puff up. Hopium is back on the menu.
I still
7
think
is
this, I
7's
don't think Cypher's
respectable.
a
Cypher
human being.
gameplay. Oh yeah.
Oh, I love you,
It's as
Cypher.
good as it gets, isn't it?
Is Cypher a human being, though? Do you think?
Is Cypher a human being? Cypher
mentions-
players aren't human.
That's true. But they mentioned he has a wife and kids. I feel like they're also robots.
his wife and kids are probably nerds as well. He comes home and then, you know, his wife's been tinkering with one of his trips.
So without
that
Silva?
now,
No, the
like,
Silva's a
does, like, some
defensive
confetti
agent
effect when
on
he-
this map,
Oh,
not really Andy.
Get Cypher out of the game, man.
Silva makes defense on this
What's the
map
point?
really strong
Yeah,
because he can
double
recon
threat.
both sides very
I really
easily.
hope we start moving over to an Ascent meta
And
with,
the like
Cypher
Odin
instead of KJ.
playstyle is
Like, I
so
understand
oppressive.
why
We're
KJ is so
showing
good on this map.
we're showing him miss the knife.
Just generally anchor her to a site and it works out well. You can stay far enough away to avoid the KO util. But I
It's
mean, the
messed
Cypher's
up.
lurkability is so great.
Yeah, I agree, but it's Cypher though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, who else in
All right.
Valorant would be useless? Because like Brim, he can call.
We're pushing into the Cypher setup.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
he's
like
like
an airstrike.
85
You
years
don't see a
old.
plane go overhead. He's making that from nothing. So
That's
Brim's
fair.
pretty good. Breach controls the ground.
Sierra had a hell of a half, dude. Look at that.
Who else is there?
16.
Yoru can like phase out of reality. So is Ice's also a bit of a nerd.
Carbon Under
What can he
Pressure
do? He
are
can
in a
push.
good spot. If they win this pistol,
Deadlock is just a silly
it's
goober.
everything.
Deadlock's also a nerd. What the hell?
Yes,
Oh,
Sierra!
too many nerds.
Oh my God! Wait,
Oh,
they're playing the
How
angles.
much candy can he
They're
fit in
playing
your
the
mouth enough
angles.
to celebrate another round win if you're El Sierra. Good for another.
Who taught
Shutting
them how to
down
hold
everything
B
in
like that?
3K.
Who taught them?
What do you do here if you're Noodle Norris?
Because
Put that
whoever they
noodle
are,
cap
they
on.
deserve a tier 3
Going through,
subscription.
1v3, making to the back lines might be a good start. Angle held though by this. So
Damn.
man, Basil's there to shut down Noodle Norris, and they're just carrying away this lead.
Perfect B hold.
What a
Like,
round. The fact he's able to
I'm
hold
not
this
even
with Cypher as well,
exaggerated.
it's an
Minus the
unorthodox
Lav
position
FX
to work
committing
with,
wide like that,
but
he
the
should be
fact that
tucking. He
they
has a
were able
fucking
to
trip.
use that trip to just
Minus
make them in and
that.
then just take 1v1s individually is
A
absolutely
professional
incredible.
team might hold B the
Really,
same
really
way.
strong stuff thus far from
Lav FX
CET.
just
And for
misplayed
TRX
the.
losing pistol round. That's gotta sting the mentality, especially bearing in mind that for TRX, you know, this is it. You've just come off Icebox, you've got your momentum, you've gone to Ascent, and you've lost both pistols.
Yeah, but they've been able to convert a few more rounds post rifle. Once we see that come into play. Dax just barely avoiding all the initiative utility. The Allegro may have still spotted. Perma smoke
Think he
outside D mid. Idea now for Tinfoil Rex is going to be to execute off of A inside a tree. Body advantage in tow. Not sure how many nades we have for Bobby. It's going to be all the above.
Before jiggling, we actually want to be close to the wall. Sounds counterintuitive, but it lets you
Takes us
unswing
together
faster.
here. I like the fact he's using his utility to buy time here for the rotations. So for Dart is going to ping him and only him. El Sierra, unfortunately, the glass was not broken. That may be his third or fourth missed nade this game. Luckily, where explosive fails, bullets seem to do that bit better. Cesora, Sheriff in hand. Won't be his bullets, though. Finished off by the KO. 5 versus 4. Malcro up through mid. Has Bjorksen to worry about, and for good reason. That Guardian is lethal at those ranges, especially against unarmored opponents.
Okay, Dax.
Takina.
Looking good.
in a
I think they're going to
position
take minimal
potentially
damage.
Just catch out Lav maybe, but he's already anticipated it. Oh, that trip was it right on Takina. Yes, it was. Heartbreaking, harrowing, and unfortunately humbled is TRX.
Does the
now,
nade not
as
break
it's
the
all
glass? I
onto
think
the
it
Killjoy,
does.
running almost into a judge.
I don't know.
Noodle Norris.
I think it does.
I mean, even one kill here would be nice.
Anything to just break up that economy. Not even that.
Flawless. Huff up.
Let's hear what
Huff
the
up,
comms
Street.
sound like as well, because for Cup, 4 rounds away from victory, TRX now with a comeback on their hands.
They might win. Carbon Under Pressure might win. Hopium. Oh, wait.
I'll just snap.
You said the KO.
You're
was
in
free, right?
TRX attacker
And
side
that
comms right now.
playing middle Guardian.
Yeah. We're just running tiles on it.
They might try. They might 3-stack around this round or 4-stack.
Yeah.
This is our one round. They might stack it.
Yeah. A knife market. Okay, Cypher was set up A last round, I think.
Nice knife from Stort.
One pizza.
Mark to me.
I couldn't check left and right.
I didn't scan him in market. Just go back to spawn, yeah.
Terrible recon.
Yeah, I think we're regrouping, man.
Very unaware
Okay,
recon.
there's one
I would
case.
say.
Okay,
Just make-
don't
just make
regroup. Don't regroup. I just made noise here.
Uh,
Jet's mid bomb. She might try to peek with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna make noise with you at A, but I think at B.
Okay. I'll try to Get up mid.
Yo, Marco, let me come close. Let me come close, bro. Chill. I'll big kill.
Nice.
Chill.
5 HP.
Wait, it's 3. You got bomb, bro. Don't push him, bro. Don't push him.
Oh, is Dax have an op?
No, Marco, do it.
God, bro. Fuck, man. Is it triple fair?
Yeah. Okay, that. Do you have a smoke for this, CZ?
No, it's a Guardian. Okay.
Oh, it's really Kristen.
Nice. Go be quick. Cypher might be here. Cypher might still be here.
Main clear.
Care backside.
Clear back side. Somebody clear back side.
Backside clear.
Backside.
Backside dead.
You have to stick it.
Yeah, last CT. Clear CT.
Yeah.
Play back side.
Shell Norris.
Yep.
Yo, play back side.
He's boat. You saw him. He's right here.
Lane.
Nice.
Good shit.
Let's go. We got it.
I'll have you know that's called lever, not boat.
Hello. Honestly, the Cypher tripwires are catching Tinfoil Rex super off guard. I think that's such a strong counter pick to a map that almost never sees it.
I also like, I believe at the start of that one of the first.
Kind of a messy round, honestly.
I think it's the IGL reiterating.
But it was Switch. Switch is the same.
Free,
Switch is
right?
fine.
So I'm very much looking forward to seeing if
TRX stopped the bleeding. Well, of course they did. It's their anti-bonus.
That being said, though, TRX
This is the round that matters.
3 rounds separates the two of these teams. That same 3 rounds is going to bring CUP to map and
If they win this round, they would stop the bleeding.
Direction in mid, at least probing for the time being, getting information wherever possible. Malcro waiting in the one way for the other Omen. Over in mid, with the jet before being spotted out.
Oh, that timing.
Malcro, it's micro-millimetric for him, but he is able to shut down Basil. Now Lil Bobby backs off from short, falls to back sight, but he's got an entire execution to worry about coming straight towards him. Hit by the paranoia, tries to run before he's got a bit of utility, but that's when Zora comes into his prime. There it goes, into the 5 versus 3, caught out by Bjergsen. He's going to try to restore things to equilibrium, but nonetheless, CUP, a man down in the afterplant, only an outlaw
Jump with
to
the
work
drone.
with
Johnny
against
can't help
Sierra.
but notice the
Not
micro
weapons
errors
you
of the
want when
Sova
you're
player.
staring on the precipice of what could be
Drone,
another
get more
lost
volume.
round. However,
Get more
Malcolm
height.
Bjergsen. Now the comeback looks like it has some teeth here from heaven. There's
Now
Troy,
they've
there's
stopped the
Stuart,
bleeding.
both chime in. 7 for TRX, CUP.
Everyone in the server probably plays that jump angle more since who's
They
taught us how
now
to
have
silent jump?
really
Oh,
start
for sure.
worrying about the momentum, which is
And it's a
going
good
be
angle to
as
play.
fickle as it was their pistol rounds.
Great capitalization about removing Basil, first pick of the round, opening up A site completely, no smokes to evade away from that choke point, or really either choke points on this on A site, and just a way to dissect the entire map. It caught CUP completely off guard. I'm hoping now we don't get to see too many over rotations. Of course, as I say that though, gamble stack on B, a great read here. This
Wait,
is
how do you do the silent
wild,
jump
dude. This will be a
again?
bloodbath.
Hippo is going to experience
Bjergsen,
long-term
not Bjergsen.
decline.
Bergson, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about lead.
I'm just really dyslexic. Listen, at least we didn't call them Stort.
Store big.
Yeah, Stort. You know what? We can do Stort.
Store.
Stort. We can ignore our mispronunciations by laughing at someone else's.
Well, I mean, I was thinking Bjergsen because it's like I thought it was like a European name, or it could be like the Bergersons or whatever from the Trolls movies.
What?
No, you never saw that one? They're called the Virgins, I think.
No.
Oh, the Trolls movies are actually heat though. They're great.
Bit of look after this. Yeah, right now I'm going to give a look at CUP losing this round though, because there's another retake of Malcro. Trigger discipline is perfect, good for 2. It's all onto El Sierra, who
TRX are Barack.
and a paranoia in their face.
They are Barack.
Get the damage where they can. Good for 1, instantly traded. Null command available for TRX as well now, which is just another notch to their arsenal, which is continuing.
This play
to
from Malcro is
grow
huge.
rapidly with this momentum.
Just
1 round now is
huge.
all that separates them, and for CUP, the the hairs on the back of their neck have to start raising soon because they know that TRX is
Baiting
getting closer
Cesora?
and closer
Bit questionable.
to
You probably
getting
should cash
this,
out on one.
At least this comeback converted.
But you know
As,
what? Looking for
people
2
would
is
love
so
to say,
cool, though.
This would be described as a slobber knocker.
Absolute slobber knocker here now. A site fairly easy for Tinfoil Rex to
Shoot
take
the
over
jet
and over
first,
again
no?
now.
3 IQ, buddy. I'm looking at your
Cyber
rank
trips
links, and I
again,
don't
near
think
the
that should
tree side of
matter.
A, not
In
so
your
much
head,
pressure
you
on A,
shouldn't even
but that
notice
first
things
trip
like
is
that.
very good for anti-door
You
too.
should just be
What a setup
moving and
for it.
shooting, man.
Giving up A site purposely. We see Dex go into A site. They try to get that door down. That would be the instant mow through from that Odin. Now look at this rotation. All the way through spawn. A little bit of distance was created, though, by Noodle, but not enough to carry into B main. Now El Sierra has to plot.
A lot
Oh.
of damage, but no kill yet. Instead, it's the KO to find the first through the smoke. Bjergsen
Okay, Dax.
just as he pops the null command
Okay,
as well.
Sierra.
There's Sierra chiming in as well. Malcro can trade it. Stuart resurrected. Paranoia allowing the push into CT,
Ooh.
but Basil's ready for it. Malcro falls 4 versus 2. Limited HP for Basil.
Shit,
Finished
Start.
off by the utility. That's
Start
where we see
big.
fragmentation kills nowadays, and a safe plant for the remaining members of TRX. They've got a lot to worry about here. Neural theft is going to make life very hard, especially when it comes to peeking the likes of LabFX. Instead, is just going to buy his time, draw the attention away. Over on lane now, Stuart's timing is everything here. Takina good for the first. Stuart trades the first, turns 180. Not quite able to find the second one. And
Dude,
Storks,
that was
as
Lil
he
Bro's
falls,
round.
We'll watch TRX equalize at 9-9. It's all to play for here, Keg.
Bro, it's not 9-9, is
It's
it?
getting intense now. Only, what, 3 rounds away from potentially
Isn't it 8 to
making the
10?
biggest upset Underpeel history. Beating out a flawless team. Not even just this season, but like even last season too. Relatively flawless throughout the entire run. And it's coming down to the micro plays yet again. I like these collapses with Tinfoil Rex. But afterwards, though, when it becomes the retake game, as long as it's even and there's like first opening pick advantage towards the
It's 8 to
defender's
10,
favor,
I'm not
you're most likely
crazy.
gonna win. Look at the ult cycling now. Showstopper, no command, already in play. If we see a very fast round, I'm sure too, Dex could bring out the Bladestorm. No main weapon in
Okay,
hand.
Dex.
Has to be the Bladestorm pick. Now that smoke does go down.
Pick.
Yeah, he could try to hop around on the floating position near despawn. No, not even. Good early smoke on A site off the call. A pressuring catwalk. Possibly being there since there's no A main control just yet. This is all could be a
The
big
ult's
fake though.
available as well for CP. Going into retakes here is going to be so easy. Trip goes down, it's instantly going to be spotted. Bill Bobby Tables is going to buy even more time, even more space over in mid now.
Dude, look at
It's gonna
B-side.
all
What
be on
happened?
To Bergson.
Look at this. Malcro just has
Rotation's
lane.
gotta be caught out in time. Malcro, complete control of this B site. This is going to harken a rotation very damn quickly, especially if they realize that for Malcro, he's already got behind them. Bergson falls. Malcro trying to continue the momentum here.
That's
Try and buy a bit
criminal.
more time, a bit more space. El Sierra in mid. Does he anticipate the push from Malcro? No, he doesn't. Malcro's good for
Malcro
another.
and Stort are
Stort chimes in.
cooking.
And now Malcro just continues his rampage. It's all on to Basil. Smoke fades, swung out. Cesaro deals the killing blow.
Whoever wins this wins
As
it all, right?
TRX
Yeah, this is the last
clean
game.
rounds like these,
This
are
is
going to
the
be
last game of the
difference
Underpeel
maker. Clean
Season
rounds
3.
these are going to be what reminds them that we're the
But
favorites for a
one
reason.
of the first
I mean, look at
Underpeels
that big distance made up B main.
in the
Over
long
rotation
lineage
called
of
by
any
CUP.
future
Mid
Underpeels
control
that will
was
be
in their
played.
favor, but no one was watching Marketplace until it was far too late. And maybe that's this benefit of having a Cypher rather than a Killjoy.
Dude,
You
I
can't
think
just
Sierra
leave a
went to
turret
dodge
behind
the flash
and cover
late.
a whole range
But because of Flash
people
missed, it kind of hurt.
potentially pushing up.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'll follow it up, Keg, by saying, in what universe is B-site left completely unguarded with
Yeah.
CUP
It's
having
hard to
5
retake.
players left alive?
Favorite's looking for the next one. There it is. Save round now from CUP is still a force buy though. Stingers, a Marshall galore. Every which way you look though. A site going to be open soon. Gotta close that door. No tripwires this
Dude,
time.
they're evening
Again,
it up.
CUP banking on the fact they would be a B execute. Not the case. Now what's left of CUP? They do have info potentially with the Omen ult.
Okay, this
Everyone else
is
has
where
to
we're going to
play
see the
for
difference
play,
between a
though.
pro team
Oh, there we go. One buys time for the Omen to push up.
and an
Isolating
Underpeel
Jet on
team.
site, but they don't know that yet.
A pro team would be able to get probably 2 exits here.
Cypher was pinged by that arrow, actually removes the
And you would
element
not
of
go for the
surprise
round
there
win.
for CUP. A bit of a blunder.
They're going for it. Yeah, they're just going to
Squad
die.
out now. Can they survive on the double swing? No, they can't.
You
Stuart
gotta
with
go
the
for
first
exits
Smoke
there.
tries to make it two. He doesn't
You have to do
to.
economical
Keenan's there
damage.
to deal that killing blow. 1 Omen versus 4. Only a Stinger to work with. No
This is-
chance.
you're not gonna
no
get anything
hope,
here.
And no round for CUP as TRX equalize. Remember, TRX were undefeated until these grand finals in maps, not in series.
I mean, they're super rich
they
anyways.
Lost their first map of Lotus, 13-11. They now 10-10.
This is officially a slobber knocker, according to
Pen
Penflash.
Lives to try and take that seeded position, expected to come first.
I didn't
depending
realize
on
it's
coming
exactly
first,
double the
and
points
now
on
it's about
TRX
to be
in the
ripped from
in the
them.
wager.
Only 4 rounds left of regulation, and there's no separating these two teams here, Keg. CUP, they came into this as underdogs. They're going to leave this as probably one of the favourites for the season 4.
Oh, look at this read again, though. Early paranoia is out. Backing away. Going for the smoke. Attempted delay. Giving up site control. Smoke 2 inside a marketplace. Dax won't be able to find much impact.
Are we gonna counter KO retake?
The ults, though. CP does have no command for one.
You have to clear giraffe. You have to clear giraffe.
Underway. Hasn't affected much. And Malcolm still finding distance.
Malcolm is
no
so
more tools
good.
to work with except for the raise. Come on, Cesora, backing away. Bladestorm available. Bobby Tables needs to set up. Has potentially no command available for the entrance back. 3 rounds left. You need to use it now. Holding logs. Now Crow or the line. Stewart falls. Now's the time. No commands brought out. Cesora in the back. Good for 1. Make that 2. Norris melts down everybody. Brings it to 11.
You know what? I love Cesora's confidence, actually, to take the fight.
Didn't Malcro hit Immortal? I don't know. I know a lot of the players on both of these teams improved a ton since the start of Season 3, which is why they're here.
Anyway, and it just completely catches Cup off guard. They're not expecting
Malcro did not hit Immortal, according to Canadian Globe.
Towards their exit of the site. And you see them now.
Diamond 3P.
And they're not expecting Cesora to just keep pushing them, to keep taking these engagements. Really strong round and some great afterplant decision making from TRX. It's risky, but given their position, given the economy of CUP, I love the fact they're willing to take those risks in what is almost the end of the game.
I mean, look, you can't force stack with a Cypher on your site. You need to have
Contact
that
Explode A here seems to be the right call.
You don't have the Sentinel presence on.
It's kind of
Dax playing
unlucky.
it right. I like the push. You can back away.
Don't
now.
nade
Not
too
a lot of
early.
bodies
That's
here.
too early,
LCR
Zero.
can timing here.
They can just wait that.
Stalling for a bit, making sure the KJ is not nearly as effective.
You want to nade? Now.
Get a bit of extra control here, but there goes that lockdown. Execution comes out.
Okay.
Smoke finds Cesora's traded instantly.
That kill's pretty huge for Lav.
And there's no flag to worry about.
No shot. What a KO diff from Storm.
Chime in once more. Bergson, he was able to find the opening this round. Can he find more? Oh, so much more. He's good for 1 more, but there is still 3 players low HP on the KO, but to what avail does that matter at this point?
2 main Killjoy setup.
Being on the side of our attackers. There goes another into the 1 versus 2. Still Killjoy utility on the spike as well. He's able to destroy most of it, but
Dax, you have to read. You have to read.
In the back, yes he does. There's the flash. Hides from
Dax,
the first,
you have to
but
tap.
there's still so little time. Cloudburst to buy a bit more space. Can he at least halfway it? No, he cannot. The Killjoy finds the heads, and with that, TRX now map, series, and tournament point.
How the turns have tabled. 12 to 11 now. Yep, timeout desperately needed.
I don't.
Wish we had seen
I'm not sure we can huff up
the same
Streets.
last round. Gamble the fact that if you have a Cypher on one
I'm
side,
not
you
happy
need
to be
push out
right.
aggressively on the 2 other lanes. Mid, B main. If the Cypher sets up on A, you need to cover space again because Tinfoil Rex is taking too much, and their pop exits have been great.
It's really looking like Tinfoil Rex are about to take it.
Tinfoil Rex have been so reliant on these entry ultimates. 2 rounds ago, no command. Last round, the lockdown. Hunter's Fury could very well be used early on into this round to create that space back on A. You can't let them
12 is all they
have that
get.
ult priority. And even if they do,
Maybe.
sure it's not effective. It's easier said than done, of
Where's
course.
Penflash taking
Hunter's
us?
Fury, though, at least you can time it out and see where it could zone you out. And go
Ooh,
away
nice
from the
little
other side.
restaurant.
Neural
There's
Tech available
also
too.
a world here, Cake, where we actually see them hold the Hunter's Fury. They use everything else, you know, from the shadows, the Blade Storm. The Hunter's Fury then gets used in the
Why is
afterplant,
this thing here?
And they use it to just guarantee that afterplant.
They
Bearing in
definitely
mind
could.
that for
Would I be getting an
CUP,
extra like
their
1 frame
fights
per
in the
second if they
afterplants,
removed
they
this?
happen very early after the spike is planted. And so because of that, once they've had that initial fight, there's still
Probably
about,
wouldn't be
you know,
worth.
third left
The snake is
of
so
time
cute.
to work with. And so I think if you have that Sova ult, you bring it down to about a quarter to a fifth, where time really starts getting desperate. If you have the shocks as well, then you could be in a great position.
See,
Damn,
my worry is
Zendikar's
that,
PC
though,
doesn't
getting on
have
site
the-
for Tinfoil Rex
the
might be a
worm
little bit of an
emoji.
issue.
Is he
And so we would see
outdated?
the null command and lockdown to kind of help supplement that.
Zendikar, are you in like Windows
But
10
you're
or
definitely
something?
right. If we see the position where the spike goes down fairly early and ult is kept, I agree. But right now, Paranoia does come out from A site. CUP again,
Yes,
gambling
I
the fact that this
am.
could be an A site.
That
hold,
shit is
leaving
so
the
out.
Cypher to their own
You don't have the
devices.
worm emoji.
I'm sorry, Dax pushing up. Might be able to find some.
How do I
value
get the
here,
worm
but
emoji on my PC? You gotta
rotation is
update your
very slow
PC,
from
dude.
Tinfoil Rex. Taking it so slowly, waiting for the chance to parse out, wait for any overaggression from CUP to have that proactivity. Oh, wow, playing a dangerous game. You have to stay alive there, buddy.
Does just that, but there's that Omen ult to back sight.
I mean, load all these
Malco
boxes
commits
in
to
chat.
it. This could be very worrying. Here comes that execute lab. Only a judge to work with. Will the judge be the deciding factor here?
Can't wait to switch back to my
goes down. Here's judge time.
overlay.
Judge, jury, and executioner.
Ooh.
Lab good for 3. It's all on Malcro. 1 versus 5, and it was Lab to deliver. Who else would? After an incredible performance on Lotus, we thought after Icebox maybe he'd cooled down, but oh how wrong we were, Keg.
They're
CUP,
still
they
back.
make it 11.
They're still
They
back.
hang on for dear life. Malcro now, just hoping to make it expensive, but at this point it doesn't matter. There's no time left in this game. There's no time left in this round. 10 seconds and nothing to be found.
They're still
CUP
back.
make it 11.
I mean, that was a certified Dazzler's moment right there. Holding the logs position, an angle that even the topmost teams sometimes forget to clear on these very chaotic entries. Of course, Paranoia was down, Cyber Cage was too. Overextension there, Lav, oh, beautiful to see. Exactly what you
Dude.
wanted to kind of cheese your
What a
way into
round.
overtime, with only 1 round left in regulation. And again, CUP changing up their protocols for the early round have worked so effectively.
These guys have to
At least
finish
get
the
this
game
1
soon,
round,
though.
and they only need
'Cause the
1 more
G2's about to
bring
play.
these to OT and have an even footing once more. All right, early Hunter's Fury, there it is. Was expecting to see that last round, but again, early info gathering and space creation would help enable a little bit more of tree presence.
That's dangerous.
There won't be any tree available though, at least just yet.
I'm very surprised to see that early of a commitment. That being said for TRX now, the next duel will be between the Omen and Cypher, the 2 lurkers for each team here. Cam place down. He's
Good
gonna spot
cam,
out
Lab
the Omen.
FX.
He's going to attempt to hide
That's how we do it.
the other side of this position here. Looks like TRX trying to fake a mid-split here. El Sierra timing hasn't favored him as of yet. So another jump spot that could be to his death. Get down to 79. There's Malcro finished off by
Basil
Storm.
Turp
There's the
hunts
follow-up now.
that duel.
Storm's good for 2. Now really starting to up the damage. Out comes the Nokabard.
No,
Spots out yet another.
we have to use our util. We have to play with our
It's do
team.
or die for Lab. Can he find his
Lab has
remaining
to
players
ace?
alone against 5? He spots out the first bit of damage done to Cesora,
Oh,
but it's just
not like this.
enough, Keg. TRX, after a long, hard slog of a
Paying
grand
out
final, are
TRX.
going to be your Underpeel Season 3 champions.
They had us in the first half, I'm not gonna lie, but one heck of a battle coming out from
GGs.
CUP as well. Definitely a sleeper pick. They made their way through the bracket.
You guys
want to
watch the rest, the close up of the Underpeel? Go to twitch.tv/Underpeel. I'm already going to start preparing for the watch
it's
party.
Just sometimes that default comp that works so well. But with that being said, I was really impressed with the Cypher setups. Was really impressed with the Raze as well.
How
Definitely
good
threw off
is
timing
the
just quite a bit
best
against Tinfoil
tier
Rex,
2
but
team?
There's a reason why that default Ascent comp works so
For those
well.
of you who don't get
High
this,
shelf life, hard to
G2
counterplay,
is the guard.
but when you start to move
Get
away from
qualified
those
for the
picks,
tier 1
it's
league.
easier to find ways to get in the holes of those armors.
I put VCT watch party in the title.
It absolutely is. And I want to highlight as well, for Zora, he did all the impact on Lotus. He did all the impact on Icebox. When he slowed down on Ascent, we thought that could have
Good
genuinely been it.
chat.
But no. Malcro
Need your overlay
is the
back?
one who
I
stood
know,
up
and I
for him.
have it.
Yes, Stuart had just that extra kill, a few more assists.
I have it
There's
right
the
here.
First Bloods I'm looking at. Malcro with 7 on the Omen as
Look at
well.
that. A nice,
Yeah,
fresh,
Malco's
sharp
working
overlay.
game was fantastic in that final map
Absolutely.
too. Same exact thing we saw from Lav back in Lotus, just taking the space.
And now we got to go to
someone else cannot
Valorant
be.
Americas.